lighting up the dark, but there's nothing I can do. I can never get to you, so I'm looking for a miracle. Like if somebody be so beautiful, yeah. It's only a dream, it's how I feel. You deserve better than me.
What is up? 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 What is up, dudes? What is up? Good mornings. Good mornings. थंबनेल कल चेंज हो जाएगा. थंबनेल वाला सो गया है. थंबनेल वाला हल्का सा अंगड़ाइयाँ ले रहा है. सपने देख रहा है कि कुछ अच्छा काम करेगा करके मेरी गांड मार के. तो थंबनेल कल टिक हो जाएगा. कैसे हो? कैसे हो? कैसे 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 कैसे? व्हाट इज अप? मैं बता दूं? नहीं, तुम सोई जा. कल चेंज कर देगा वो. कोई सीन नहीं, कोई सीन नहीं. चिल है, चिल है. ओहो, मजा आ गया, मजा आ गया. टीम्स बोलो. ओए होई होई. टीम्स ही नहीं मालूम. वॉच पार्टी स्ट्रीमर की बीवी जी. एक्सक्यूज मी डियर. लव यू बैंक्स, लव यू लव यू लव यू. भाई आज का स्ट्रीम बहुत अच्छा गया यार. प्रीमियर वाला इट वाज काइंड ऑफ अ डब्ल्यू डीड. काइंड ऑफ अ डब्ल्यू डीड. चाय का कप चेंज किया आपने? नहीं तो डब्ल्यू स्ट्रीम. यस सर. गुड मॉर्निंग भाई. सोया कितने भाई? मस्त सोया भाई, मस्त. मेरे को सच्ची ऐसा लगा कि मैं कम से कम 10 घंटा सोया. मजाक सेट कर. 1.5 घंटा था लेकिन मज़ा आया, मज़ा आया. ओए होए होए. जो घोड़े बेच के सोया हूँ मैं. इंस्टेंट टी पीते हो आप? नहीं तो कैमरा इश्यू सॉल्व और नॉट पता नहीं. शायद से हुआ है लेकिन मेरे को OBS अपडेट करने गए, जो कि ये स्ट्रीम के बाद मैं करके सोऊंगा. यप यप. थैंक्स टू माय वाइफ who let you sleep on bed. एक्सक्यूज मी. एक्सक्यूज मी डियर. आपको क्या लगता है कौन 3 क्वालिफाई होंगे मास्टर्स के लिए? MIBR 101%. बाकी अपन देखते हैं, एक मैच देखते पहले. MIBR कंफर्म है, कंफर्म है. मतलब इम्पॉसिबल, इम्पॉसिबल है. अरे MIBR क्वालिफाई नहीं होता, समझ रहे हो. बाकी बाकी का देखते हैं. एक एक गेम देखना पड़ेगा, एक एक गेम देखना पड़ेगा. Well, we are back. Ooh. I'm a silent supporter. Love you. Keep growing. Because George Bangladesh. Thank you, Joker X. Thank you, मेरी जान के रोटेट. Thank you.
They already made a statement with their 2-0 win over Loud, but there's still so much to prove, and they have the
सेजल जी का
opportunity to
chat
do
miss.
so right here.
किधर है? किधर है? Best mod. गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग। वॉच पार्टी होते रहेगा बट गुड मॉर्निंग आपको। गुड मॉर्निंग, वॉच पार्टी होता रहेगा, वॉच पार्टी होता रहेगा। गुड मॉर्निंग आपको। एक एडवाइस देता हूँ, अभी भी टाइम है। यप, हाँ, शादी की उम्र में काफी लोग रील्स बना रहे हैं, देखो। यप, संभल के रहना, संभल के रहना, संभल के रहना। शादी की उम्र में लोग फ्री फायर खेल रहे हैं, संभल के रहना, संभल के रहना बस।
And here come the world
Good morning,
freaking
good morning.
champions. These guys who have defied it all, led by the gentle giant himself, Mata. This guy, an absolute beast in the server.
इतना भी बुरा नहीं है, नहीं, इतना बुरा नहीं, बहुत।
He belonged on that world stage. Let's not forget about Scuba as well.
इतना
Let's
नहीं
not forget
है,
about Brock,
एकदम।
MVP. I mean, guys, we're talking about just
बहुत
an
ज़्यादा।
absolute top to bottom juggernaut of a squad.
I mean, last year Mata had an insane amount of aces in just Americas itself, and he had so much to prove. But again,
बिन कैसे
does
सब बढ़िया,
that
किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं आज?
get to you? Because NRG now they have such a big name to hold up
I
for
don't know.
themselves.
Honestly, like having talked to Mata the amount of times and worked with him and
भाई पहला मैच दोनों टीम स्ट्रांग तो है, पहला मैच दोनों टीम स्ट्रांग तो है,
that's true. But Kiko though
Not a
has,
rookie.
not a rookie.
लेकिन ऑक्सी यार, ऑक्सी क्यूटी पाई है यार।
It does feel like
ऑक्सी
we're
क्यूटी
looking
पाई है।
at an NRG team that should be coming into this one with all the confidence in the world, and rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, Kiko even talked in that interview that he wasn't a one-to-one exact fit to
Yeah.
Sam. So
let's see,
I'm interested to see how they play around that. But the maps, Pearl, Breeze, and Bind. Dude, this Breeze by NRG actually surprised me. But Pearl, I think, makes sense for C9.
No,
This
I
is
for sure
acting
think it
करना
does,
पड़ता है
because I
बाल
think
का,
they're going
एक
to come in strong with a playbook and have a set game plan going into it. And I think that Energy will kind of have a little bit of a tough time kind of adapting to that.
Do you think they're going to counter them the whole
पोल लगा,
time?
पोल लगा तो ऐसा बोलता
try,
जैसे तुम
but
लोग का
it just
एकदम
becomes a
बराबर
couple
रहता है
of
प्रेडिक्शन।
that.
Yeah.
पोल लगा।
Counter C9 on
Yes.
Pearl. I mean, do they need to though? I guess is what I'm wondering.
मेरे को वाइब आ रहा है
C9's
C9
old
का।
Pearl last year was phenomenal. That was probably one of their best maps,
Sure,
in
yeah.
my opinion. And
बिग
here
बाय, लव
they
यू,
just
गिली चुम्मी
added
टू यू।
a whole
हर
other
रीजन
level
से
to that
आपकी
with the Zelsus on the
टॉप 2
IGL.
टीम्स बताओ यार। अभी
Person
ऐसे टाइम पे
starts
नहीं
taking
बता
out
सकता,
when
मेरे को
things
खुद
aren't
मैचेस
going their
देखना
way.
पड़ेगा
Yeah, I
क्योंकि
feel like
सारे
we
टीम
talked
चेंज हो
about
गए।
Vic a lot earlier, so being
फिलहाल
able to
अपने
anchor
रीजन
those
में
sites
एक
on
कंफर्म
Pearl
है
is
जी,
gonna be super
और दूसरा
important.
कंफर्म है
Of course,
PRX।
we're
अपने
looking
रीजन का
at
कंफर्म है,
explosive
एकदम
executes.
एकदम
We're looking
कंफर्म है।
at ping-ponging on either side
यहाँ
of the
पे
map,
एक
getting a lot of
कंफर्म है
information
MIBR,
to the IGL,
दूसरा on the
making
way
sure
है।
that they're executing off of a timing, and they're really, really good at
Aim
choosing
का सब
their
on the
pace.
way।
I mean, the only real anomaly here for NRG is seeing how Kiko is and seeing how they change their game plans to be around
If
him,
they
because
changed it, right?
if they
Or if he
changed it.
integrated more so
Yeah.
into it, or if it's a
Earlier,
comfortable
Emily
blend.
pointed out that he was usually a duelist player, so going into that
Yay.
control role maybe might be a little weird, but this comp makes a lot of sense. The Tejo from Zeppa I really like.
You like the Tejo?
I like it.
Okay.
I doubted it yesterday.
Yeah, you
Sen-
did doubt
I
it
doubted it
yesterday.
yesterday, and I
बदल गया
shouldn't
यार
have,
वो।
because it actually was insane. A lot
अपने
of
वीडियो
post
लोग
plants
नहीं हैं अभी वहाँ
playing
पे।
off is super, super annoying to
No,
play
it
against.
really
Retaking
is.
against this comp is insane.
That on top of
Fnatic में भी अपने वीडियो लोग नहीं है यार।
standard
Yeah.
post plans, I could see them
Videos
definitely
are
trying to run down
changing.
the clock here.
Yeah, it does feel like the name of the game is going to be just drain that clock, prevent your opponent from being able to get comfortable on those setups and post plants. But we're seeing something similar on the other side as well here.
Yeah, I think Mata on the waylay makes sense, trying to get a lot
I
of that
know,
map
member.
control really quickly and being able to fall back. But they are lacking the stun that we liked from the Neon.
Well,
No, we are for sure, and I think with these two comps, there's going to be a lot of touch and go, like you were kind of saying.
All right, folks, this is it. Let's see our world champions take to
Zeppa
the
को
stage.
देखकर
And let's
chat
get
में
this one started.
female
Big
कौन
ol'
बोला बे?
6-7 through your caster.
6-7
Yes.
6-7.
Absolutely despicable.
भाई मजाक से हटकर पहले मेरे को कभी भी 6-7 मीम अच्छा नहीं लगता था, हाँ, लेकिन आज 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 इट्स न्यू मी। इतना क्यूट 6-7, हाँ,
And
and show that they can not only continue the success of champions, but show that here in Americas, something that they couldn't do last year, despite their victory in Paris.
And you know, NRG, they did play in one major tournament in the offseason. Red Bull Homeground made it all the way to the finals, but ultimately fell 3-0 to G2. That's the only tape we've seen on them, and it's been a month since then. So plenty of time for them to work out the kinks and get ready, geared up for this kickoff season.
With a chip on their shoulders, their deepest playoff run ever ended. थोड़ा time रुको, इसका आंसर थोड़ा time बाद दूंगा. अभी नहीं दे सकता. कलेश हो सकता है.
Into mid here on Pearl, very quick work out of them. Mata already diving up and in. Stuffed for a moment right behind the other side of a smoke as C9 gear up for a refight themselves. Kiko gets his first kill on American soil here as the fight continues into NRG pulling around the corners. Vic turns on a dime. A beautiful shot out from him.
By sandwich दे दिया बे. Sandwich दे दिया.
NRG still with a minute 15 and a player advantage. Have time to slow this round down. Question marks still exist on the map. They never saw Penny, but they can expect that he was the anchor towards B. And with that knowledge, they'll work back towards B long and try and group for a 3-player hit.
अगर चेंबर एक को मार के बच गया ना तो ओपीओपी हो जाएगा.
Find out what information they can. See if they can get a pick at the same time, but NRG by grouping together not giving any opportunities over.
Think about how many question marks there still is though. All of art was open through mid.
मार तो सकता है Penny एक.
Reclear all of that and only now
perfect timing में जा रहा है.
To consider this B long execute.
Well, Penny has found himself in exactly the right position. 30 seconds left. And the plant is going to pull one member to put the spike on the ground. That gives him opportunities to isolate his fights. There's the first. But doesn't bite just yet, realizing his teammate is so far away and that smoke in his way, he doesn't have a chance.
And with no smokes for NRG, Cloud9 are full playing for long. The only salvation would be this flank from Zelsis, and it's already gone.
Shut down immediately. Penny's got right in front of the turret. A little bit funky. He knows the position of one player. Can anticipate the second. Good work from him on the first, but Brock
भाई मस्त मारा बे ब्रॉक ने.
And the pistol for NRG.
अभी क्या second round Odin?
Brock did great work towards the end of the round, but I think the credit for that one actually being a success has to go to Kiko. As soon as this pinch started to come on through,
already दो मैप पे दीवार डाल दिए इसके वजह से.
Was to break out. Shots, bro. Fights back in to the middle of the map and take some kind of ground to avoid that pinch. They tried to commit into
मेरे को लगता है मिड डोर में आ सकता है अभी दीवार इसके वजह से.
Shut down that opportunity and meant that his teammates could arrive and win that pinch and succeed in the fight.
Good
setup. सबने खेल रहा है ये सीजन बंक्स भाई.
Is going to force C9 onto full pistols, no investment
नहीं ना क्योंकि अभी रात को रहा है ना मैचेस.
Well, NRG are
तो सोम कैसे खेलेगा?
all things considered. 2 Vandals, a Stinger, and just pistols on top of that. So C9, maybe they can use bodies here to pick up a few guns. That's going to be the hope from them as Oxy goes diving forward. Rock tries to hold down the line, and he does so until he runs out of bullets.
Spike मिला, gun मिला. Possible है.
C9 have found themselves in a 3-on-3, and Penny secures the rifle.
And that is big. But a flank already coming in from NRG.
Ethan, bro, possible है. Actual में possible है.
All the way through long, but now he's at the disadvantage against this rifle.
C9 making the choice to give up the spike a little bit, hanging out on long. Penny patrolling long as he hears the drone creep forward. NRG have very few tools to actually go for the retake. 2 pieces of utility. They need some nice shots. And they need to not take too much time. Ethan's out in the open here as a double swing comes in. Good first connection. As at the same time as he gets those kills, the rest of NRG picked up the spike, making a hightail over towards A.
Gun वाला नहीं लड़ रहा था.
Back in that 1v3 position. Ethan taken low. And as that kill comes in, he's giving himself 1-on-2 now.
Look at the positioning from NRG. Mata is waiting in mid.
Left right हो गए तो.
मैं
निकाल सकते थे यार.
Here's the footsteps. He is just a sentry. Right in the corner. No way Penny's going to be clearing that angle.
W?
A little bit dicey, but NRG take it all the same.
It ends up with basically the same scenario 2 rounds in a row, where a pinch is coming through from NRG. They only have 1 player on the side, and Cloud9 is desperately trying to fight out of that pinch. And somehow Ethan, from this spot, getting 2 kills, saves a round that was looking so nightmarish.
What's up?
Not just the
what
kills,
is up? What is up?
The time he took to allow his teammates to go in and
मेरे
have
को
that
भी
secret
कोई
mission
चाय
to
बनाने
secure the
वाला
spike.
स्लैश
Works
वाली
out in a big
चाहिए.
way, and, well, bad news for
वाला
Cloud9.
slash
Bucks got his
वाली?
gun, Mimi.
Yeah, he does. And if you watch Champs, you know that NRG are a big light armor team. They like investing into these
Desperate
bonus
है.
rounds. They'll have full guns here.
कोई भी चलेगा.
Another split look is a dash into street. Only 2 players from NRG working down long, and Scuba just lights out on these opening
shit.
shots.
भाई
Zeppa
Zeppa
will
ने
try and
बचा
hold
लिया
the
round.
fort. All
Zeppa
on
ने
his own
round
as the
बचा लिया,
hindrance
bro.
deters
Oh
him
my
not to be
God.
slowed down whatsoever. A 2-on-2 now with the spike so far back into long gives time now for Kiko to
अबे
wait
ये
and see
बंदा?
if C9 will pounce.
Well, it's still a
हाँ
powerful
बस मैं बहुत
position up
परेशान
front,
हूँ.
Kevin.
नींद भी
C9
नहीं आ रही.
don't wanna
अच्छा
make the
कुछ
first
दिनों से
move.
एग्जाम का टेंशन है.
Both teams holding
सोच
in the
रहा हूँ
standoff.
यार निकला
It's
छोड़ दूँ
awkward for
कॉलेज
NRG
एंड
too because they don't have any
आते
smokes, so
लव यू
right
भाई.
now, Brock
एग्जाम का
doesn't feel
टेंशन
so good
क्यों
about
ले रहा है
walking
बता.
down through B long
टेंशन
without
लेने
having
से
coverage
मार्क्स
on
कम
heaven.
ज्यादा होने वाले
The
नहीं
longer
ना.
they wait, the
एंजॉय
greater the
करके
threat of
एग्जाम दो.
rotation back towards A, but Cloud9 are
पढ़ाई
happy
करने
to
का.
hold here. They plan A, you retake 2-on-2.
पढ़ाई करने के बाद आंसर देने के बाद ना
NRG
तेरे
are
हाथ में
allowing this mid-round
ना
to
किसी के हाथ में.
breeze
समझ रहे
once
हो?
again. It's been a little pattern for
Enjoy.
them so far, but it's going to put them in an awkward position. Less than 30 seconds left on the clock.
Brock will have that dart back soon.
Brock will have the Hunter's Fury off
ये
this
ऊपर
spike
लगता है
plant
क्या
now.
स्पैम?
See if that comes into play. C9
ऊपर spam
choose
लगता
to
है क्या?
approach on the floor level. Kiko doesn't know that. As Brock escapes, Kiko sees the first barrel and now realizes both players. That sets up for the Hunter's Fury, and Kiko
Bro,
pulls it
bro,
off.
sexy खेल रहा है
3 in a
Kiko.
row for NRG.
The new
Kiko
addition
sexy
to
खेल
NRG,
रहा
a
है.
player who
Kiko sexy
maybe
खेल रहा
didn't
है.
get to show everything
भाई
he
एक
had
टाइम
to
पे ड्यूलिश
offer
खेलता
in
था
this
ना
offseason
Kiko.
showing. Arrives to America
कि मैं
and
बहरा हूँ.
delivers on the bonus round. This is another round that was so close to flipping away from NRG.
है बे.
Zeppa. I mean, you think back to last
है.
year, Kickoff.
है,
was
है, अभी भी है,
an
अभी भी है.
absolute master of a performance to beat NRG.
अभी उठा अलार्म लगाया था वॉच पार्टी देखने के लिए. लव यू मेरे जान कर आयुष.
In round 3.
Yeah, you'd think 3 kills would have been enough, but turns out it is not, with NRG fully investing into that round after only taking 2 rifles in the previous. Sets themselves up
दोनों
beautifully
खेलता था.
for the rest of this half.
जेट बाप खेलता था वो.
We really saw the attack side calling develop throughout stage 2 and through champions for Ethan as the leader of NRG. And I think something that's always characterized NRG, even when it was Finesse leading the team in the past, was how good they are at taking those mid-round freezes that you're talking about. Knowing when to take that tactical pause, wait for your
मैं बोला था
opponent
ना
to
ये
take a
एक
move
ही मैप है
before
जिसमें
you
तेवा
actually
अच्छा है.
activate. They're a very patient team.
Actually
That's going through
W.
already here on Pearl.
And that also benefits them a lot when they find themselves in anti-ecos or numbers up situations. You'll very rarely see them
Love you
tossing
बंदा.
away
Love you.
those easy to win rounds.
आसपास next आ रहा है. Next आ रहा है. On the way.
Helps in this anti-eco.
अभी जस्ट गाड़ी में बैठा है.
Very likely C9 just go ahead and choose to
Spike.
die to the spike here, all things considered.
क्योंकि सबका अल्ट आने
Especially
वाला है
because
यार.
C9 are
नेक्स्ट राउंड में बीटी हो जाएगा.
close to
अल्ट आ
some
गया
ults.
तो.
Actually, you could make an argument for someone like Vic or Zeppa to go in there and try to just pick up an orb themselves.
हाँ लेकिन वो लोग
Certainly
कब तो
taking their
अल्ट आ रहा
time
है.
here. Trying to figure out what exactly is going to happen. Vic and Zeppa will be leading the charge while the rest of the team is going to die to the spike. So perfect out of C9 there to get those ultimates in a completely unwinnable
वो
round.
बच भी गया बे.
They've traded for getting Monovate closer to his, but an alright outcome for them. Now C9 have to look ahead. Their first rifle round, and something that I thought was really strong from them when they were playing against
भाई ऐसा
Loud
वेले
was
देख के
a
ऐसा
lot of
लगता
their
है ना.
defensive-sided
हॉकाई को किल लिया
aggressive
प्रीमियर
roles.
में.
They have a lot of ideas to leave a solo anchor, normally Penny when he's holding his
Hey.
chamber, and push Oxy into one of these extremities. Most of the time, it's not a complete hard hit where they're spamming util at the beginning.
टॉम का
There's
क्या
a lot of
सीन है?
great ideas
एनीवन
for how to contact
मैं
into
बहुत
space
दिन
and
बाद
have a
देख रहा.
deeper trap play setup than you might expect.
मस्त सीन है
Yeah, extra
उसका.
layers
स्ट्रीम कर रहा
on
है.
top of all that. So C9 will be calling a timeout to discuss the opening to the round, to discuss those layers, as you're mentioning. I think one of the big factors heading into this next round is you highlighted Penny. Well,
You selected
Penny saved up enough
C9.
money for the operator, so very likely
तो
we do end up seeing
कहाँ
him
जीत
left on
पाएंगे?
his own to his own devices.
And those are the rounds where
अल्टीमेट
these kind
फोर्स
of
का
4-1s
लैंग्वेज
or
सीनन जीतेगा अभी भी.
1v3s
रुक
are
जाओ.
really good because
रुक
that
जाओ.
offense just so
अभी वार्म अप हो रहा है
holding
भाई.
down alone.
वार्म अप हो रहा है
Part of
भाई.
that piece, though, beyond just the strategy, is getting Oxy activated. 0-3 right now. The desk was talking about how NRG in some
सीनन का
ways
कुछ बात
lost
क्यों नहीं कर
their
रहे?
kind of vibes guy, their energy sink
Hello?
in Psalm, and are having to fill that gap. I think you look over at Cloud9 and Oxy's always been that guy. Obviously you have Zelsis on the team now.
I thought that's
so
where
that
you were
helps
going.
out a bit further, but he had to be the man to lift them through.
दिल्ली में बहुत पोल्यूशन है लेकिन प्रीमियर में होगा को गिर लिया लैंग्वेज
according to Zeppa, they've also got the nepotism.
बंक भाई जर्मनी आओ तो बताना अच्छी मेहमान नवाजी करेंगे आपकी लेजिमेंट के पास रहता हूँ सच्ची
being true right now. It's not working out for them up against the champs.
डन से
Here you see it.
थोड़ा भरोसा आने के लिए मेंबरशिप हो जाता तो काश दोस्त
And he spotted Ethan as well. Eventually
जर्मनी से कोई मेंबर नहीं
rest of
है
C9 were playing pretty far back.
फंस सकते
They're
थे
playing this without a duelist.
Cloud9 back away and NRG happy to hold on to A main for now.
भाई दो heavy retake ult है
favor the defending team.
दो heavy retake ult है B पे
Dive ability to get into a site.
So if you're NRG now, you want to start to think about how you can activate a lurk. Maybe get that Astra some space in mid, find a second avenue of approach to this site, so you're not just having to send it through main without a dive character.
Scuba really hasn't done all too much. He hears that trip over on street right now, so he knows he can't go into there. That means someone is very likely patrolling art.
ये लोग रिकॉन के लिए रखे भाई
for the 1v1.
And that would be big if he kills Vic. Smokes down, losing out on that cosmic divide for Cloud9.
Oh, that knife catching the Tejo.
वही सप्रेस हुआ है ना वही हुआ है चलेगा
Could have been a fake on this side, but again, NRG
लेकिन बाकी लोग का भी footsteps आया है
with multiple ultimates available for Cloud9. This is going to be a big problem. How do you get out of this choke point
लग गए हार
without
गए
a duelist? How do you make it happen? It is not going to happen.
कुछ नहीं कर सकते
Zeppa
तीन
collecting
बंदे
on
थे
two. That spike down in the open, and Scuba a little bit too late to the party through art will go down 3 again.
W round कुछ नहीं कर सकते थे ना
I
एनर्जी
even
वोट
thought that
वहाँ
calling
पे
that bit of a pause would be enough to pull one or two of these players off of that A
बस
site,
तीन
go
बंदे
back to
क्रॉसफायर
work
में
through
थे
mid, but it just doesn't happen. With their chamber op and trip still active, Cloud9 is so
Some cut off
leaving
quest
that A
complete
site
one now is doing side
without
quest
a
yes
dive
sir
whatsoever. It's basically impossible to get through that choke.
Yeah, C9 do well there not to over-rotate or get lost in the quiet.
मैं 13 months से मेंबर हूँ जर्मनी से कैंसिल अरे नहीं ऐसा नहीं है आपका कंपनी के लिए उसको बुला रहा था
similar ideas on A.
You see Oxy walk up, ready to take contact. Lots of initiator
सब लोग
utility
जगे हुए
behind
लग
him.
रहा है
I mean, ultimately, C9 realized there is a lockdown on the other side of things, so can very easily be used to take A control. The question is, do C9
भाई डबल रिवील बाप तो है बे वैसा
do they look to just come back quickly through art?
It's also kind of the standoff because with Teo ult in play, there's always that risk factor of putting down the lockdown. There is an easy counter.
Yeah.
If
वो
your opponent
फ्लैश
is
नहीं है
You don't
बस
even necessarily have to kill the lockdown either. You
लेकिन
can just
डबल
put
रिवील
down
अच्छा तो है
the Tejo ult as that lockdown expires, and you know the enemy team is going to be trying to come through the choke point. It's perfect stall.
ए नॉन भाई
Again,
थैंक यू सो मच
NRG
फॉर द
to a
मेंबरशिप
full
मेरी
on.
जान के
Go back
टोटे
towards B.
No embed left towards A, so they don't have a lot
One
of options.
down.
And with Cloud9 playing heavy for mid, these rotates will be quick.
एनर्जी बिंक्स और सीन बिंक्स ऐसे डुल बिंक्स भाई हेलो
His first indication of some players on this side choose to get up close and personal.
my God.
Right on the other side of the smoke.
Bro, दो
Hiding
बार,
from the duel,
oh
stunned up and
my
taken
God.
down. The rest of C9
Bro.
all coming in through street.
read
Stalled
them
out
like
for the
a
time
book
being. Without a
oh
fight coming
my
their way.
god
As the shock darts rain down, it's an ultimate taking kill in long. C9 making quick work
Kiko
back
को
into
लगा
the
वहाँ
site.
से जा
Zeppa
सकते क्या?
again
जगह नहीं था।
delivers for Cloud9. NRG tried to extract themselves from halls. All out
Oh,
in the
shit.
open 3 again. Is it enough? That's the question.
bro
And so often
bro
it is
क्या
not.
मारा
NRG
मारा
get
ने
another.
2 rounds for Cloud9.
well
Zeppa
इसके
gets a
लिए जीते
3
थे वो
back,
लोग
and they can't close it out. That was so close for C9. The ultimate towards long was perfect to catch Kiko in rotation. He wanted to back away and have that lockdown in the post line if things didn't go his way.
I play on low end
That
laptop
next layer for
and I'm
NRG is
hostile
perfect.
in
Look
bronze
at the
any
way they
advice
swing out here together.
get a PC
All 3 players posturing for the fight, knowing that if they hold back, they're just going to get ran over by utility.
8 महीने से
Very important round. The buy
काट
here
रहा
is
हूँ
weird
language
for Cloud9.
language and by thank you for the 8 months
Kind of
very
been
good
this way the whole game for C9. Little all over the place, a whole lot of saves so far. Penny does have the operator, has a very forward posting down on B long. So that's
एक
going to
यहाँ
cause
तक
his
गया,
2
अभी एक काम कर
initiators
तू
to
drone
rotate
कर।
back towards the A site. See if they get
हो गया
here
भाई मेरा।
quickly enough.
दो गया एक काम कर तू अंदर जा मैं रिवील दे रहा हूँ
Oxy in the center of this site with the bucket shot in the back of the
my
head.
god bro
Mata takes a shot before sliding on back. That's an easy take from NRG.
Again, the lockdown is available in the post line if they need it. This is a very good position for NRG to be in. C9 have got to move quick.
वाह श्रेयस भाई जेरी thank you so much for the membership मेरे जान के टोटे
Cuts apart the site. Putting a lot of pressure in. C9 playing for this is a little bit surprising. Looking for the half stick here before the lockdown expires, and as C9 getting kills, they might go for a little bit more, but 3 players detained. It's a disaster for Cloud9. How in the world did they think they had time for that? Brock wipes the floor with them.
Hello?
A second away from success, but it ends in disaster again.
Calculation mistakes हो रहा है.
I want to see just how close that got.
नहीं था ना close.
And it's easy pickings for Brock after the lockdown.
नहीं था ना close.
Came just a second too late. They saw the lockdown. You saw some of the players hesitate for a moment.
Close था नहीं था ना.
Then they went for it with just not enough time.
It's hard to keep track of everything because there were a couple of C9 players in backside, not fully able to cover. And well, Oxy is going to run back into main at C9 on no buy at all this round.
NRG कुछ ज़्यादा अच्छा खेल रही है बे.
Seeing what they can do with pennies up in the mix of things, and
drone
this heavy stack back in A main. NRG have loved this area.
Oh my god!
Mata's just on a scouting mission. These pistols. Tear NRG to shreds. It continues.
नहीं लोग अभी भी राउंड निकाल सकते हैं. अभी भी राउंड निकाल सकते हैं.
And now in a 2-on-4, Tico needs to do a little bit extra. It won't be there. 4 for Vic. He's a madman.
Outrageous reply of a round. You lose.
मैं किसके तरफ भाई? हेलो?
Run it down A main and
Bandit बोलते हैं?
win it out. I mean, it was so close to this utility actually taking down the C9 players back in that corner, but just feasts instead. Like a bit of an overcommitment.
First
for
Bandit thirsty.
A full red that they could hit into A side and with still time and options.
Also, I love you, yaar.
They just decide to continue instead of bailing out of that one.
Low feel कर रहा है.
So a little bit of a bounce back from C9.
Well,
breath of fresh air.
It's truly a
lifeline.
They're gonna have an ult back again for Penny though. I've
Post plant खेलने दे नहीं सकते guys.
To rebuild this defender half.
Maybe one of the first opportunities for
Penny
Penny
to मारेगा तो भी ये लोग बहुत दूर से ult मारते हैं.
NRG getting ready for his side of the map. But the drone has an idea of him.
भी आ रहा है दूसरा drone.
Forces him back one line at a time. Another drone. This double scout setup from NRG is brutal to try and hop into. And as the smokes and the ult and all the utility just pummels the site, that'll be free for NRG.
C9 had players in position to flood, but they couldn't with the utility.
Wow.
That was a null command pop. They have to fight, but NRG is at the doorstep, ready to hold.
Brock's Hunter's Fury got cancelled out by the KO ult. And now the flash into Scuba, trying to escape. Somehow he's still alive. Oxy creeping back into the side, a stun. Trying to give him some idea, but these smokes are stalling everything. NRG escaped with 4 players alive.
बहुत
now
spam
C9
nades है.
need to play these high lines, need to find some kills. Not gonna happen. When you look at Brock, he's gonna shut you down. And now these shots are just not connecting. NRG are just playing with C9 at this point. Penny's gonna teleport away and hold on to the
This game has been defined by a lot of very slim split-second decisions. And I think
nade, shock that,
we're seeing
skull to skull,
the right
KJ
decision.
nade.
In previous rounds, it was staying and fighting deep on site. Here, it
By
was
double
taking the
drone
slim
का
opportunity.
BT है
They
बे.
actually had to escape and get out to long.
So
and
ult on
full committing to
purpose
that.
क्या था कि वो
Great
ult
work
early
from
के
them,
लिए नहीं
balancing the
नहीं
utility.
क्यों ने पहला ult मारा. दोनों ने almost एक ही time पे किया शायद.
And he is.
Honest words out from Mata. And honestly, when you think about it, those B-long fights, even going back to the round 2, where Ethan had a Sheriff versus a Vandal, and he's winning out in those fights as well.
I really want to see someone in this lobby buy an Outlaw. Because everyone is a half-order.
क्या करते हो आप? मैं बक्सुदे काटता हूँ.
I think it was one of the big things people were looking at after Champs that not a lot of teams bought Outlaw into NRG.
Double tap
pretty
करे.
much every round.
Yeah, NRG or C9 doing the same thing. Brock's the only guy on 50 right now. And NRG.
Hey, close वाले का name मालूम?
Dive on forward.
Close वाले का name मालूम?
Waylay with the spike, planting in the pocket of the wall before retreating back to main. And as Oxy falls as well, there's just 5 alive, but already the defuse. A half stick behind the wall. That is major. Zeppa can get back on this. NRG are realizing they have to get back in front of this wall.
God.
There's not a lot of time. As C9 lose a member.
Bro, क्या chaos है
Smoke
ये?
expires. Zeppa on top of everything. It has the Armageddon. He is ready to cause havoc on this site. Zeppa needs 3 again if C9 want to win this round. He's being asked way too much. Again.
भाई क्या मस्त मारा उसने किसी को? भाई क्या बसड़ है?
For Zeppa and Cloud9.
क्या बसड़ था वो?
That's just a hair away. But NRG, I love this little strat. Just going directly into the pocket, and even though he dies to it, I think that is the right call for Zelsis to try and greed the half stick. It forced NRG into what should have been an unadvantageous fight. But again, the synergy in these team fights is what's winning it for NRG.
Gecko बना दिया बे वेले को.
There's an outlaw finally for Scuba.
Dash मार के plant करके return.
Half armors on C9.
Yeah, NRG is starting to clue into that.
यही चीज मैं हेवन में बोल रहा था.
It's another heavy mid setup out of C9. They've really liked with the flash over the top. The hindrance though is just too perfect. Very good control, and Kiko again for an opener. Now as the slide comes through, Zeppa gets a couple before being shut down.
भाई मूड में
two members of C9 just
एम भी ऑन पॉइंट है, बैकअप भी दे रहे हैं.
Still there.
How's he alive? How is he alive?
Bro,
it's just silly, isn't it?
And now a 3-on-1 retake for Vic.
हो सकता है क्या बे 2x champs?
Already being held by an outlaw close.
सॉम भी लगे एक और साल खेल ही लेता बे.
And it is.
भाई क्लीन खेल रहे बे.
For NRG. That is certainly a way to enter 2026.
That interaction in mid was so silly. Both duelists from either team
कितना
just stunned
trades,
maybe 18
कितना on
times
point
in their
बे, aim
respective
देखो
corners.
बे.
By the time a fight is actually taken, it is not a feasting.
I can't believe he got out there, Adam. What the fuck?
Me too. In the game against Loud, it was
Three.
an outrageous amount of
Me
moments
three.
where Oxy was getting away with murder with his neon ult, where
Bro,
he's winning rounds
कैसे
single-handedly with
highest
that.
kills पे
Here,
कोई समझाएगा?
he's been shut down completely. 2 and 10 for C9 Star.
And again, the most scuffed by for C9. Knife spots a couple of players. Back in A. C9 chooses to leave Oxy posted up with the judge, call 3 into Art. But C9 have never really found a consistent answer into this A side of the map. Maybe it could be Vic. Maybe it could be Oxy. Some space
भाई
down to 33, and he is out.
भाई क्या रीड है वो लोग का? हेलो.
All these corners. Exactly which walls to spam through, which smokes to take care of.
भाई
And it again sets them
एक
themselves
बंदा
up for a hugely
पूरा
advantage post plant.
हाफ स्मोक के राउंड निकल पाया है.
Ultimate on Ethan as well.
C9 का
So brutal
एक
for these last
बंदा.
two players to get back in. But they need this round desperately despite the odds.
Yeah.
All the stall utility, and there's still more left in the tank.
And time is ticking.
Possible ही नहीं है
That
भाई.
Armageddon waiting in the wings.
Kill भी आ रहा
Brock
है.
just has a little pixel there. The second he sees a difference in color, unloads bullets through the wall, charges on in with the shorty as well. Beautiful play from Brock there, and 10 for NRG in the first.
Yeah, 17 and 5 for your champs MVP on his return to American soil. NRG ran loops around them.
So cringe, bro. It's actually so cringe, bro.
Self-diagnosis.
Yeah, is he talking about his Odin and Shorty?
ये बोल रहा
What
है?
we're doing
It's
there?
good to have self-awareness. You reflect on that.
भैया जी वो दीवार पे एक मेटल डालना प्लीज.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd
वो
like you
दीवार
to
पे एक
beat
मेटल
a better deal on
पीछे
one of
वाले
these
दोनों
phones.
दीवार पे
Well,
दोनों
not
मेटल
how it
पीस डालो
works.
प्लीज.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal today.
How much time do you think that you will hit Radiant? Good question. Good question. एकदम correct watch party type question पूछा है. हाँ? 1 hour. 1 घंटे में हो जाएगा. 1 घंटा इधर ही चुरकना. जाना नहीं. Whose map? Haters बोलेंगे कि ये C9 का मैप है, लेकिन मेरे को पता है NRG का बेस्ट मैप है ये. NRG का बेस्ट मैप है. क्या यूट्यूबर्स पैसा कमा पा रहे? कहाँ से यार? मेंबरशिप लेके देखो. तुम कब ऐसा खेलोगे? हेलो सेक्सी खेल रहा हूं मैं 2 दिन से. Silent Wear 5 years please. कुछ डू द नेक्स्ट मैच से मोटा पैसा नहीं कमाने वाला. नेक्स्ट मैच काश दोस्त पक्का. लव यू टू. प्लीज कह दो. सॉरी प्लीज कह दो. प्लीज कह दो तू नेक्स्ट मंथ से मोटा पैसा नहीं कमाने वाला. नेक्स्ट मंथ तू मोटा पैसा नहीं कमा पाएगा. That's one more cast member right there. The last of bye. Thank you for the 100 million good day.
Macro was very good, and even when it wasn't, they were just bailing themselves out of rounds regardless. So C9 now in a brutal position. Their map pick.
You analyze so good. Why don't you start playing?
They have to win if they want a chance at coming back.
For C9, I think the biggest thing on their minds is let's
तुम
send some
क्रिकेट
help to
देखते हो ना?
Man's been trying out there. I think 4 3Ks.
खेलने थोड़ी जाओगे स्टेडियम पे.
At least 3, 4. I don't know. It's been ridiculous.
And only resulting in 2 round wins for Cloud9.
Something about him in these games against NRG. He activates.
बोलते हो ना कोहली भाई यहाँ पे पीछे 6 मारना था.
This half.
Need to start things on the pistol where NRG
यहाँ पे लेग स्विंग करना था. लेग स्विंग.
Main seeing nothing. High low setup off of the turret.
What's up? सब बढ़िया. तू बता.
That comes after a litany of utility. Kiko getting the first time. He wrap it up.
Bro पिस्तौल भी हार गए बे. वो भी clean हार गए.
And C9 have gone nowhere.
There was just so perfect.
Clean हार गए बे.
The hinder coming through is the first layer, and immediately a deeper stun from Ethan, followed
Clean पिस्तौल हार गए बे.
by traps those players.
भाई
for Cloud9.
13-2.
I love it too. Just how much they shrink on the map, right? You know, NRG up 5-2. They fully give up B side.
Unbelievable
Just got 3 players hanging out in spawn. They're so excited to buy guns for the next round.
And something tells me they're going to be able to win a 5-on-2 retake when their opponent has no smokes.
क्या ये? ये अभी सुनो. रुक जा एक मैच के बाद.
With their decisions they've made.
Break time पे.
Their actions for a little bit. A little surprised not to see Penny.
I'm excited for Aspas to play.
He's thinking about it.
मैं भी रुका हूँ. Combo देखने को.
But they don't have much time to run back.
भाई एनर्जी बहुत अच्छा खेल रहा है यार लेकिन यार.
They're not going to peek this deep, I don't think. Penny does, as his teammate falls away from him. And Zepp will get one before going down ultimately.
एनर्जी क्वालिफाई. एक ही slot बचा है.
And that ends up even worse.
I've seen enough.
In losing that round, they don't get a spike down.
एनर्जी क्वालिफाई. अभी एक स्लॉट बचा है. किसको मिलेगा?
Now that decision.
MIBR और एनर्जी क्वालिफाई. अभी एक स्लॉट बचा है.
That is so grim. They're trying to play to win the round, which is commendable.
Today Binks by sleeping early, नहीं तो?
You need to get a pick or two before you get the spike down if you want to have a chance at the post, but it does come at the cost of a weaker chance.
How do you want people to remember you after I die? Brother. जब मेरे को मालूम ही नहीं पड़ेगा. जब मेरे को मालूम ही नहीं पड़ेगा मेरी जान की रोटे. Dude. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Right? It's not like you can anti-NRG too heavy off of one round.
No. Looking over for a second to the side of NRG.
जिंदा हो तब तक लोग एंजॉय करें और क्या चाहिए.
I haven't really noticed Kiko.
उसके बाद तो मालूम ही नहीं पड़ेगा ना मेरे भाई. मैं और बीवी आ गए आपका वॉच पार्टी देखने. Love you from US. Tyson bye.
To get them that round win.
One thing I was surprised with, he got a.
अरे परसों वाली क्यूटी किधर गए तो फिर?
A few actually opening kills on the Killjoy when C9 were running those more aggressive looks. His contain ideas where he's just on his own holding or covering a teammate's back. Got 2 or 3 of those in the first half.
I think Viselis did. His mechanics have been very good, but he hasn't been greedy in any way to show that.
Very good plug and play for NRG so far. Of course, if this were to be Red Bull home ground, then C9 would come back and win this map.
I don't know about that one. We'll see. They would have to start with a win on this scuffed by force.
Love from US ने ऐसे बोला. Oh shit.
Well, Ethan pushed back just a little bit.
Love from Ausbug by love you, love you, love you.
Make them feel a little bit more comfortable for the time being before going for that swing to pounce. That's exactly what Kiko's looking for.
है मेरी जान के टोटो.
Takes Penny down a little bit low, but again, art control has been seeded.
Look how disciplined NRG
क्या
is.
कर
They're
सकते हैं
just
बे?
gonna fall away, play
Realistically,
together on these
C9 क्या
angles
कर
and
सकता है?
Be happy with what they have.
Hello, Bobby ji.
It's actually Mata who's a little bit isolated.
Tyson Bobby ji,
Out one
hello,
hand.
namaste.
Calls
Welcome
in
to
some
the stream.
reinforcements as Kiko will also go ahead and join him. But C9 really, they're just kind of waiting and hoping that someone
कर
on
सकते हैं
NRG
क्या?
is going to take a more forward line. But what it's doing is eating up so much time. Down to 45 seconds
Warm
left.
up.
And Oxy with a shotgun is on the
Oxy.
lurk duty.
Warm up भी कर सकते हैं अभी.
Just try and work a lurk. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. The suppression stops Brock from throwing out the dart.
Here comes the missiles.
But there
जब
is
तक
going to
delay
be
होगा,
another
smoke
layer
खत्म.
for that. And C9 want to move back into Oxy, who just revealed himself. So now already you have ideas. Energy
Killjoy
start to
already
rotate
पहुंच गया है.
Still here with an outlaw though. There's a turret.
Killjoy already
to
पहुंच गया है.
It's just full awareness out from NRG. C9 trying to get a
Nah,
little
bro.
bit creative. Tried to
10
throw
सेकेंड.
some kind of a loop into the mix, but it's
दो
not going to
बंदे
pay off
already.
for them
Nah,
whatsoever.
bro.
That's a
Nah,
flawless
bro.
round 2, and Mimi.
भाई वो
only
लोग
one
क्या
player on
ready
NRG
थे,
even took
bro.
damage.
Oof.
भाई
Vicious
क्या
had
खेल
one to
रहे
try
हैं
and call a
लोग?
pivot, but Mata was just there the entire time. He spotted Oxy early. Oxy was making his presence known.
One advice
Wow.
you'd give to your younger self.
And so he was there in position with the help of Timmy to lock it down.
मैं अगर टाइम ट्रैवल कर सकता था तो मैं एडवाइस देने जाता था.
You're winning 12-2.
डायरेक्ट पैसे नहीं देता था. तू जी ले अपना जिंदगी ये ले एक्स्ट्रा पैसे.
That become a little bit bigger when you're dominating this hard. Understandably so.
He's trying this again. They've been wanting Ethan, but they haven't gotten him.
Well, Kiko there with another opening frag.
कर दिया बे.
And NRG with
भाई
another
गलत बरा बे चैट.
disgusting round. Absolutely blowing up.
Huh?
Zelsis gets 3. Hold on.
नहीं आ सकता लेकिन क्लच.
I'm holding.
Don't hold on too tightly, but a light grip. That's what the doctor ordered here, and let go. 13-2 domination for the reigning champs.
That was a brutal game.
Casters भी like मजे कर दे रही
Nothing
है.
worked for Cloud9. Multiple rounds with 3Ks with chances.
Comedy
They
me.
couldn't close out the close rounds. And in the second, NRG didn't give them a single close round.
Chat
This
को
is what
ज़्यादा
you
ही
expect
clean था
when the
bro.
world champ comes home.
Yeah, that looked like riding a bike. Absolutely simple. Out from NRG.
भाई को
C9.
ज़्यादा ही clean
You
था
can't
bro.
even really feel bad after a game like that. You just kind of got stunned.
भाई बोलो एक स्मोक एक किसके भी अराउंड नहीं खेल पाए बे वो लोग. कैसे? बस भाई I'm 24 and I get told that I'm still immature, but my friends who are older than me tells that I am way too mature for my age. एथेंस बड़ी तू मैच्योर है कि नहीं? इससे कुछ होगा? हाँ? Life is all about living life and making mistakes. I'm learning from making mistakes. वो वाला मिस्टेक मत करना कि हर मोहल्ले में तुम्हारा एक फ्रेंड है. वो वाला नहीं. Good mistakes. पता चला बैंक हर शहर में गया बोला बिंक्स भाई ने बोला था मिस्टेक करो. वो वाला मत करना मेरी जान के टुडे. पहला पीसी कब लिया था? पहला पीसी मेरे को गिफ्ट मिला था. ओ फक, मेरे को सब गिफ्ट ही मिला है लाइफ में. आई एम अ गिफ्टेड पर्सन. मेरे डैड के फ्रेंड ने दिया था. लेकिन उसका पैसा डैड ने भरा था शायद. पता नहीं. क्या लगता है नेक्स्ट मैच C9 विल विन और लूज? नहीं, एनर्जी स्ट्रॉन्ग. 2-0 क्लीन 2-0 क्लीन 2-0. मेरे हिसाब से 5 बजे तक MIBR चालू भी हो जाएगा. हाँ, क्लीन 2-0 भाई. है चैम्प्स तो थे वाला गेम था ये. हाँ आपके डैड क्या काम करते हैं? राज की बात है वो. मरीन इंजीनियर है फाफा, मरीन इंजीनियर. मैं भी हाफ मरीन इंजीनियर हूँ. बहुत सारे शिप में मैं गया था घूमने. प्लस मैंने इंजन भी देखा. और पंखों का मैसेज पढ़ने दो, चाय गरम करने दो. क्रूज का भी इंजन देखा मैंने. जस्ट सही.
Getting my second champions title definitely meant a lot. I'd say it felt better than the first one. I just had something to prove.
NRG are your Valorant World Champions!
I felt like, honestly, I didn't fully like process it in the moment.
But it just didn't feel real at in the moment, honestly.
On the flight home from Paris, I kept like replaying it in my head.
Yeah, immediately after winning, it's just thinking, what's next?
The competition was also better. That's just naturally how it goes over the years. So felt good.
Felt crazy doing it like in my first year.
So this is the necklace we got from winning champs. Basically just the trophy that we got in a very tiny form.
It's got diamonds on the bottom. Little ring of diamonds.
Yep.
Come on.
There's a little slidey thing right here that just says V25.
Yeah.
You can also take off this pendant part. You can make it a bracelet too if you like. I don't even know. I forgot how you do it.
The whole thing's pretty cool.
Obviously, want to win again.
Let's get another one.
Here, the coach of the world champions, NRG Bankar. First of all, welcome back to VCT Americas as the defending world champions. And that was a very world championship winning team stomp. A 13-2, stealing their map pick of Pearl. Talk to me, was it their fault? Was it your prep? What was going on?
I think we had a pretty good idea how they play in general since they played the Loud game. We just had a good map, to be honest. Good first map, good energy, coming in with a lot of confidence and just having a lot of fun.
Well, best of luck on that too.
And boy, oh boy, did they have fun out there. 13-2 trouncing from your world champions as Cloud9 is left reeling, needing to figure out how they force that map 3. And let's talk about how NRG were able to do that. Because honestly, it was all about control. They were controlling the post plans. They were controlling the pace of the game. Myrna, this was dominant.
Earlier in Agent Select, we talked about how it's impossible to get back into these sites when you let a team get full control. But NRG, they showed us how to do it in a masterclass form. The util, the support, the swinging together, and a lot of these trades were insane. And this round in particular was so hectic. They knew that KO was going to come in. They knew that Astrowall was going to come in. They had that lockdown from Killjoy preps, and every single piece of util and ult counted and had intention.
They had everything accounted for. The way that they layered that utility, the Astra stuck into the KO molly, into the tail missiles, and then just throwing bodies at it in those last like 10 to 15 seconds to kind of ensure that they get that bomb, to get that post plant.
Actually, it's insane. Sorry, I could cut you off. They had 100% post plant win rate, which is insane. How crazy that? No, that's crazy. But big shout out to Zephyr, 17 and 14. It looked like he was actually.
Why are you crying, Nakra place? Sharam.
Enough.
Sharam, beta.
MVP, keeping that MVP title.
Oh, yeah.
Like he brought that from champs, man. He kept going. But he did phenomenal job too. NRG, they actually have that double
21-6 way.
They used to get a lot of that information on their sites when they're going into that.
भाई मेरे को एक alt account चाहिए. Odin only try करने के लिए.
His best ability because he got so many frags off of that.
No, he did, but he also got frags off of just
कुछ तो उसको पता है Odin के बारे में जो अपने को नहीं मालूम. कुछ तो.
Marsova's second fragging.
No, literally, he was so good at getting those trades. And as you can see here on the pistol, just getting those 2 picks.
Language, language.
So good. Like, it's probably one of the most reliable sheriffs, I think, in the entirety of the league. Every time you see that guy with that gun,
actually, very,
very rarely is he missing those shots. This play as well was just crazy. To have the wherewithal, he had the support there in the moment from his KJ, but to have the wherewithal to push the Astra wall like that, Athena, is insanity.
was gross. And he actually brought the Odin back. A lot of that mid-control towards Art, towards...
Maverick, bye. Thank you so much for the membership. मेरे जान के उठे. Thank you so much for the membership.
Solid game plan from NRG. They didn't even waver.
Ignore कर रहा है बड़ा मस्त तरीके से. thumbnail change कर. Language. thumbnail change कल हो जाएगा.
Just really played a big picture into that, getting a lot of those kills.
मेरे account से load in only. Hello.
I wish we got to see a little bit more of that defense have to, especially with him kind of picking up the Odin.
Oh yeah, with
Super Chat का reply.
Now let's go ahead and hear what's going on
अभी भी
in
माहौल.
Cloud9 camp. We have Coach Jimmy standing by ahead of map 2.
अभी भी
Here the coach
थोड़ा
of
time
Cloud9
लगेगा आधा घंटा.
Now that is not the way you want
Good
your
bye.
map pick to go. 13-2 in favor of the opposing team. We're going to their map pick next. Just we're moving on from that map.
मेरे को मेरा खुद का stream का आवाज आया है.
Your plan.
Again, we have no footage. It's just play our own game. Let's hope they're not as good on Breeze as they were on Pearl. Their util was really good on Pearl, but we felt like we had the right reads. Like we knew where they were going, we just couldn't stop it. So hopefully we can start shooting our guns and stop being spectators.
Well, best of luck on map 2.
Nah, man,
sometimes it really do be like that.
Nah, man, Dre.
Against the world mother flipping
On
champions.
season chalu, yes sir. How's you, bhai?
Very well be.
How's you, yes bhai? एक सेकंड कॉल आया. हेलो या tell me. Sentinels, you had a question like this early in the morning. Is the morning early? You asked me. Okay. Org owner non-member of your channel. Well, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. Yeah. I think every org owner should have like cast those membership. Okay. See ya, Sentinels. Best of luck. Thumbnail में तू already है. Best of luck for tomorrow. Yeah. इस सुबह call. भाई सनक भाई क्या हो गया रे? हाँ क्या हो गया? ये मैं पढ़ूं सनक ऑन स्ट्रीम? ये क्या भेजे तूने सुबह सुबह? ये क्या है ये ऐसे?
The other side of the break. We'll see you after this.
बड़ी भाई मैं इमेजिन कर सकता हूँ बेड से टीवी देखते देखते हाथ में जूस और म्यूजिक और वैलो गेम्स. कोई है ऐसा? Well, yes, we're coming up with the 20 gifted guys. Morning छुपा दे दो यश भाई को. गुड मॉर्निंग छुपा दे दो. पूरा दिन अच्छा जाएगा यश भाई का. गुड मॉर्निंग छुपा दे दो. जो मेंबर्स बन रहे हैं, हैप्पी न्यू ईयर. मेनी हैप्पी रिटर्न्स ऑफ द न्यू ईयर टू यू यश भाई. मेनी हैप्पी रिटर्न्स ऑफ द न्यू ईयर. WWW. जिसको भी मिला है.
It's interesting to think about how he might be good on the new one.
Morning chupas.
Angles and approaches to sites got narrowed down. You think of the changes towards A main.
टैग करके दो. ये क्या है? अकेले में गो क्लिक करो. टैग करके मॉर्निंग chupas दो.
You combine that
W
with just having gotten some buffs in the most recent patch to the width of the stun and the timing of the flash, and I'm just excited to see.
अब BGIS अपना है confirm.
Okay, so even though NRG
Confirm.
playing what I kind of think is kind of the
अंदर
hottest
से
right now.
feeling आ रहा है कि आप ही जीतोगे इस
On this
बार.
map. I
Confirm.
love the look NRG is
Confirm.
bringing. They were looking strong in the last one.
100%.
Breach
I'm with
out
you.
of left field enough to give C9 an edge?
I don't think they need something out of left field. I think they need to shoot back.
Full support
like said.
मेरे
They
तरफ
were
से.
just getting mech dipped in a lot of rounds in that last game. Like he was saying, where they did have the read and were in the
ये
right
तो मैं
spot.
free में कर देता था.
Convert off of it.
20
Those are
gifted
the
का
real
जरूरत नहीं था यार.
breakers. For NRG though, Like you're saying,
Huh?
I love this comp.
Are
I
you
think it is
crazy?
going to be the meta comp on this map, or at least a similar variation with this double duelist and the double smokes. It is.
तेरे लिए
so
माइक
potent
ऑन
in
कर
terms of the
एपिसोड
options you have for
वैलो
aggressive
एडिशन
play.
मैंने 2 बार मुंबई सर्वर में माइक ऑन किया मेरी गांड टूटी है समझ रहे हो मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है वैलो के लिए मैं पूरा दुनिया घुमा अपनी इधर ही गांड मार रहे मेरी
T9 as they get started on the attack side.
मेरे लिए
first,
नया
really
बना
good
माइक
play
ऑफ कर
attack on the last map, and they're heading in exactly the right direction.
नया सीरीज
The fight wall goes down. Nobody really here from NRG choosing to play full-on retake.
ऐसा वॉल मैं डालता मेरे को गाली पड़ती थोड़ा उधर से ले
When
करके
your breach still has full util, a stun, a flash can support well.
भाई नियन अच्छा है क्या ब्रीज में बे
Opened the door, threatening a quick flank. That's going to cause C9 to really worry about their back as this fight forward comes in. Stun comes down. 1 for 1 at the start, but C9 still have a great position on site as Penny walks down for another. And now Kiko gets into the mix of it. NRG out of nowhere. Execute 3 for the pistol.
You're already seeing on display one of the biggest differences when you're not playing the double smokes in these post plants. If you think to some of the earlier plays that we've seen, like yesterday here on Breeze in America, the double smokes post plants would constantly have a cycle of smokes in the middle of sight over for that left angle as well. You see Ethan swinging here. But with
Last
just
game
the
Killjoy
ball,
खेल रहा था
all NRG had to do was wait for it to drop and then fight in together. And so many of these C9 players just got caught in weird spots that weren't really complementary once that Viper wall was down.
Yeah, you know, C9 had the idea to fight forward earlier on and round off of the
कोई
stun,
कुछ
but
नहीं कर पा रहे
just good
बे
for a one-on-one.
एनर्जी इज हिम हो रहा है उनके
A
साथ
lot more done in that second layer. So again, tough start to this second map for C9.
भाई जिस हिसाब से खेले मेरे को लग रहा है बे वापस हो सकता है चांस
Gonna be something to track as we go into the second half of this game.
लेवल ऑफ कमेंट्री एंड गेम प्ले सो गुड कमेंट्री बहुत इंसेंट
A lot of
रहता है
maps you see Vipers almost always just throw down their
गेम प्ले तो फिर भी चलो मेरे जैसे ही है
because they only have the one smoke agent. C9 need to hold on to that one as Kiko. Wow.
That's your reaction?
That's my honest reaction to killing 5 players in the classics with a shotgun.
He killed 3.
Okay, he killed 3, but the whole
बस
team.
उसका अल्टा आ गया
Let's not get stuck bogged down in the particulars.
ऑलमोस्ट
Even
भाई
saw them
इसका
through the
कुछ
wall
नहीं
because
कर
they're
सकते ना
getting chucked out.
जिससे अंदर घुसा वॉल किया स्टन कर दिया चोक पॉइंट में घुस के मार दिया
It becomes very difficult to hit the other site without the Viper wall. In the composition that NRG is running, they can
एक
always
किल मार के
default that
उसका
A
अल्ट आ
wall
गया
and
बेचारा
be able to rotate back towards B with their other smokes. Thankfully with the B changes, 1 Viper orb is tenable to take that, but it's still difficult.
Well, C9.
वो लोग बोला कि ए अच्छा है वापस एक बार गन्स के साथ जाते हैं भाई एक मैंने नोटिस किया है मिड कंट्रोल ये लोग बहुत रखते हैं बहुत सारी
Well,
टीम्स
there is, but it's not somewhere he can really hold. You see both duelists.
डिफेंस में अगर मिड कंट्रोल नहीं लिया ना लग गए वाला सीन है इसलिए अटैक में भी बहुत लोग फेवर करते हैं मिड पहले कंट्रोल रखने का फिर उसके बाद और बार वो सब
defense for controlling mid. You can go down into these positions like Mata is in with the freedom to teleport away. A lot of safety in that.
With Brock top mid, he can easily support either of those duelists. And I don't think they'll be the ones in the hot seat. Instead of Ethan tagged up, having to push back.
Utility, and somehow he gets away from it.
ये किससे जिंदा है?
With a beautiful ping, no one is ready for him. Who is going to take Ethan out? No one's even looking at him. They have no idea he could be back here.
Bro, what the fuck?
NRG with the lead. And as more
Neon
players
जिसे खेला extra.
C9 haven't planted the spike. You realize Zeppa's kind of stuck back here.
30 seconds. But NRG waiting. That wall will be dropping soon. It
एक
opens
और
up avenues to
पिक
fight.
के लिए
And
रुका है
Vic might be the critical player.
बिना वॉल अप के कुछ नहीं कर
gas
सकते
to play with yet. C9 are going to have one more chance to throw up that wall and get the
वाइपर ने
spike down.
पूरा
They're only
लाइन
gonna have
रखा
a
है
few seconds to cross over to default, and they're still worried about their backs. NRG choose to take their time and walk 2 players on the flank instead.
टक्के में वो लोग पोस्ट प्लांट भी कुछ पोजीशन में नहीं जा पाए बे
Mata will be difficult.
Zeppa's been the hero before, but it never came down to C9 winning rounds. Needs a little bit
कुबा
more
को
now.
वेट करना पड़ेगा
Backed into the corner, Zeppa falls. Now it's all on Vic, and history repeats itself. A thrifty round win for NRG, make it 3-0.
The worst scenario you can imagine for Cloud9. And NRG again displaying one of the keys of game 1. their patience. They
भाई
know that their opponent only
अकेला
has that
एस्ट्रा
Viper
था,
wall available. So
अकेला
they
एस्ट्रा,
didn't use the round 3. They just wait.
और उसके
They
मुंह
got
पे
to that point because of the
नियॉन आया है भाग के,
work from Ethan.
रिवील
On
हुआ
top
है,
of that smoke he used to anchor,
टैग हुआ है,
throwing up the one way on the box
थूक आया है,
right on B. That makes it so
आफ्टर
difficult
शॉक
for
आया है,
anyone to swing around that right side.
और
And if anyone's
उसने दो
approaching
मारा
left, you have to go
विंच,
so much deeper now to actually swing and deal with him. And despite the util pattern they used to try and clear him out, he was still there and still got 2.
Yeah.
Good movement from him to dodge away from the breach blast to get out from the snake bite too. So C9
oh ये अच्छा है,
give
ये
up on
अच्छा
B
है,
for the time being.
ये एक्चुअल में जीत
Bring
सकता
their
है
pistols
C9.
onto the A side. Teleport back from Ethan. Armada leaves Ethan all alone.
Oh sexy recon
Still,
bro,
these darts are a problem.
sexy
causing
recon,
C9 players to
क्या
turn
डाला,
their
कुछ तो
heads.
डाला सोन है,
Not too much of a problem for Ethan, but Brock filters into the space. The
शॉक
second
डार्ट,
C9
वो लोग वापस एक लाइन में
feel a
अटक
little bit
गए.
more comfortable.
Oh shit,
Patience from
सब लोग
NRG.
अटक गए चैट,
As they gear up for the refight through
सब
that
लोग
wall.
अटक गए
Beautiful
हैं.
work out from
Oh
Mata and
shit,
Scuba and the rest of the gang.
भाई वो लोग को पोस्ट प्लांट पोज ही नहीं मिल रहा है,
It's just formulaic at this point.
भाई वो लोग को पोस्ट
Wait for
प्लांट
Cloud9
पोज
to
ही
go for
खेलने
something
ही नहीं
aggressive
मिल
with the
रहा
breach.
है,
Hold back. The second
चार
the wall drops,
बंदे एक
you
लाइन
fight
में
in
अटके
together,
हुए हैं.
and you out-trade them. 4-0 now.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby for NRG.
हाँ? चैम्प्स
A lot
एक्चुअल
of
में चैम्प्स
people,
जैसे खेल रहे हैं ना?
might have predicted C9 before this game because they might have been looking at social media.
कौन
seeing
बे?
that Valkar was saying he was subbing in for Scuba.
Okay, question for you.
कौन
Yeah.
सीनन प्रेडिक्ट क्या
It was a
पागल?
4-2 map one, it's 4-0 right now. Could NRG have won with Bonko?
चैम्प्स जीते भाई, मजाक थोड़ी
I
है.
think so too. And you were one
क्लीन,
of the people
मैं
who
बोला
predicted
था
that
एनर्जी
with
जीतेगा.
Bonko.
Look, I
Dude,
took him as an
Bonko
honest
was the
man.
star player of Bonk 2023 Tier 2 Northern Europe, okay?
Wow.
Don't doubt the guy.
Clearly taken so much of that into his day-to-day.
बिना गेम नॉलेज वाले लोग ना यार चैट, है कि नहीं?
Maybe C9 could use him. C9 could use a round. See what they can
C9
do.
जीतेगा.
Here's
They got a
the
pretty free B side, but the issue's been these retakes and already 2 players flanking.
yeah, NRG ready for this one. Mata leading the charge.
Oh shit.
Using C9's own wall against them, but Zeppo was waiting for it. And that control is good
Bro,
enough for
just
C9 to get this
imagine
site.
सोवा
But
एक
Brock
सेकंड
still
लेट.
somehow gets a pick on the other side. Kiko slides into the back. It's a little bit awkward for NRG.
Big drone.
IGL is on the wrong
Blind
side
हुआ
of
ना
the map,
drone?
real far away from
क्या
this, but
timing
somehow
है.
Penny has util in hand. Kiko catches him out. And now
क्या
Kiko
timing
can
है?
wait. Because Ethan is on the prowl. Kiko just needs more threat, more attention drawn towards himself. Oh, Ethan clear beneath him.
Ethan clear
oh,
नहीं होने
no,
वाला
the
है.
rolling thunder, was that canceled out? No! NRG can't be doing that.
Not only does he Ajax the ult and lose that for next round,
Why?
but they lose the 2-on-2. It's
Why?
like watching a train wreck.
कितना लेट
Just
फ्लैंक है वो पता है?
disaster close round. A hot disaster.
1972 से वो मैप में चल रहा था, इतना लेट फ्लैंक है वो.
Bro.
Yeah, Mata can't believe it either.
Is
It
that
just
a
looks
second
impossible.
timeout in 5 rounds?
Nice
That's the
round.
first
That's the
timeout.
first one.
You're still thinking of the round 2
Sorry,
timeout.
both of these games have just felt like the same game because they're going so
No,
quick.
it makes sense because 6 or 7
Nice
rounds
round,
ago,
nice
there
round.
was a Cloud9 timeout. If you go all the way back in time to
Yeah.
Pearl, right? Oh boy. Well,
Kiko
now,
instant
now
edition
C9
है,
have
है
a whole
बे.
slew of new problems. It's this quick retakes from NRG.
अभी
It's
क्या क्या
pressure
ult
on
आ
the
गया?
flanks when
NRG
it's
भाई
these
लग
being
गए बे
retakes as
C9
well.
के.
And it's also Kiko, who's sitting 9-1 on this Neon. You thought he was chill, you thought he was quiet, silent. Oh, he's slotting in, he's great last map on the Killjoy. Now he's taken over on the Neon.
And on the other side,
Not Laudu 13 by. एनर्जी 100 हो जाता तो हार जाते थे. सुबह के 5 बजे गाली खाएगा तू. तेरा दिन कैसे जाएगा, कभी सोचा है? हाँ? सुबह के 5 बजे चैंप्स जीत के आए वो लोग. क्रूशियल था उसमें सब, क्रूशियल, कंपेरेबल नहीं है. बात
So try and navigate this breach comp to a win.
Yeah, it's running up in mid from Oxy. He hits that
But
shot.
Precise gunplay, by the way.
All right, but still these
बढ़
fights
गया
means Vic
टाइम
comes
आउट
out
में
on
कुछ
top.
तो बात की है मारो
Scuba
करके
pinched now. As one player threatens coming in on tunnel. There's 3 more back in main. What can he do? 1-2! There's still a chance now for Ethan.
अच्छा से डुएबल हो गया
Clutch.
Som is my god, love you Jabba, love you.
Viper's pit as
मेरा
well.
favorite था वो.
Might create a little more
है
chaos
अभी
than
भी.
C9 even want themselves.
Best
Hard for
best
C9 to play
CC
together within that.
W player.
An opportunity for Ethan.
सोचा इसे रैंडम गोली चला दे 2 बंदे मर गए मजा आ जाएगा.
Silently approaching into backside. He'll find Zeppa first. Stars onto the spike. What have you got? There it is! Vic rips it away!
That was maybe a centimeter from disaster. But this time Cloud9 weathered the storm.
You thought, right, every single break is going NRG's way. Surely they have it, but finally C9 can stop this forward advance.
Clear cut
Close he
NT.
is here. Gets the crosshair down, but can't quite wrangle the spray in time.
Boys, let's go, Vic.
So a bit of life injected back for Cloud9.
C9 like just going into mid quickly.
Mid
again.
heavy,
It's Oxy.
W.
He's taking out a 5 HP.
लेकिन उसका डैमेज पड़ा कहाँ से?
So
क्वेश्चन
low
वो है.
already.
I think उसके
He's
वॉल
just
के
left
थ्रू
it.
ही नियॉन ने मारा ना.
Work the map himself right now as the rest of his team has eyes around this pit in main.
ए स्प्लिट नहीं कर सकते अभी वाइपर की वजह से.
It's
और
looks
2
to
बंदे
split
इमिन
back
रहते तो
towards his
शायद से हो
side.
जाता
It's a
लेकिन
strange
3
round,
बंदे
right?
हैं.
Like C9 have these embeds
ए
in mid,
स्प्लिट
but
नहीं हो
NRG haven't really
सकता.
done
मिड डोर से
anything
गया
about it.
100 अल्टी
Just
मारेगा.
giving it
ए
up
स्प्लिट नहीं हो
entirely.
सकता है.
They redrone, put some pressure, but
B ही जाना
don't
पड़ेगा
have
उन
more
लोग को.
resources.
B जाना पड़ेगा. B सीनन भाई.
With that orb constantly cycling.
Yeah, that one way is really
B
annoying.
जाना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, you either go into the one way or you go into Viper split. Splitting A is so difficult. So maybe now,
Yep.
Cloud9 think about what can they do? Can you
B.
feint somewhere? Can you pull players
I
back?
like
well,
this.
now they're losing info.
Yeah.
The reclear from
Oh
Mata.
my
Scouting
God,
ult
लग
into
गए.
mid only sees the one player.
लग गए.
Maybe less effective than Mata was hoping for. Will have to
ओ
escape
यूरोन
away.
इधर टिपी मारा है. आवाज आ गया है.
To fall back
Neon
on either.
fast.
So now a Hunter's Fury just pulverizes Oxy in main. A beautiful angle. The
They're
front
running
is
back
working.
main, but there's still Astra
Save
and
करो.
Viper util here.
Yeah, there's also
Save
a
करो, save
Neon
करो.
on the
ना.
way. There's a
मैं
Hunter's
मान ही
Fury
नहीं
that
सकता.
C9 are trying to use to find a
सेव
way
करो
to the
नहीं
site.
मिलने वाला प्लान.
But it's a
Oh
mess.
my god.
It is a
Oh
mess.
my
You've still
god
got
bro.
Penny lurking around in mid.
Bro, Euro
C9
ult timing
froze in the
insane.
mid-round and never found the correct answer.
Oh shit by
The whole round they wanted to end that
heavy.
into an A split.
Is bridge
The Viper
good
orb
on this map?
cycling though
Bridge is good,
dissuaded them.
but
And the
you
timing
need
on that
bridge
reclear
plus.
from Mata was so good.
You cannot have
Popping
only
the ult back into
bridge.
mid. They didn't have any other info to
Solo
apply.
ini bridge
And in
never
realizing the
good.
rotation was coming, that's what primed the 2 anchors to ready on site. And for Brock to rip that Hunter's Fury. As soon as
Hello,
Oxy's
I am
dead,
Chatkin. Good
taking B
morning. Or Nini, whatever.
with such little
Done
time
saying
basically becomes
Aditi.
impossible.
Yeah, because then all the anchors, they don't have to look at tunnel anymore. You've
Good
got
morning,
3
Amit
players
bhai. Good
on
morning.
B just focused on main. Doesn't matter how good the attacking side is going to be. 9 times out of 10, you're getting mowed down in that spot.
So
यार
maybe you
कल मैं
simplify
एजेस वॉच
and
पार्टी
just
और करना
send it
स्पीक
A.
नहीं मैं देखूंगा ना.
Maybe.
मैंने कल भी 3-4 गेम्स देखा
Always so
अपना.
simple because there's walls,
तीन
there's
maps देखा
volleys,
मैंने
there's
शायद.
players already here. Oxy stalled out for a moment. But C9 have the TP ready to go. If they want it.
Actually, by some crazy CC, very
Again, taking their
entertaining.
time.
Just like a streamer in Dell. No, the best of
Now
accept is
trying
made.
to look for something. Scuba untouched and unbeatable. 4 in the blink of an eye from Scuba.
ये प्ले किधर तो
And
देखा
Binks
रहेगा
sent
तुम लोग.
packing.
Love you शिव भाई, love you मेरे जान
No
करते,
chance to
love
play
you.
for. You know Scuba is hungry for it.
Wow.
You know the rest of NRG is trying to set him up for it. Brock jumping around. The
well.
human drone locked in.
एक और बंदा बेट हो सकता है.
Taken it down. The ace ripped away.
सुबह से आवाज आया था. क्या एक और बंदा बेट हो सकता है प्लीज? यहाँ तक मेरे को आवाज आया था.
Ace for Vic now, guys.
I
Too
mean,
greedy.
you could.
Viper
Would it
map
make any
is back,
sense?
boys.
No. Is there a chance to win this round with the spike out in the middle of A? Okay.
अच्छा
They don't
इसके
care.
लिए चिल्ला
I
रहे.
don't think Vic cares, guys. It's really sad. He's lost touch.
Yeah, he's just gonna save this round.
ये लोग क्या बकचोदी कर रहे हैं बेकास्टर्स और ऑडियंस?
The drone saw
Huh?
Scuba going into that corner initially. And I think they thought he walked back out in the interim. No, he just stuck around. Stayed in that corner, picked the perfect
रोज में
timing
लाइनअप
to
काम
swing.
नहीं करते क्या? वो लोग रेडी
It
रहते
feels
हैं.
like there's been too many times NRG have
Lineup
gone
काम
players in
करते हैं,
positions
लेकिन
that
एक-
C9 just think are clear.
एक
Like, yeah,
lineup
Ethan
कितनी बारी
backside
डालेगा
B. Back at the start of this game.
And the thing is, even despite that, that should have been maybe 2 kills on these initial ones. But the flash, all
Bro,
of
क्या
just the
crazy
little
था
pieces,
बे.
the timing, the positioning, everything went his way. Mitch cheering it on
Gotta love it.
with the NRG jersey.
Scuba, stoic as always.
भाई गलत लग
In
गए
person
बे.
watch, that's the next level.
Well, C9
भाई
are going
कुछ
to call
ज़्यादा
their
ही
second
strong नहीं दिख
timeout
रहा है
of the half
energy.
here. Got 4 more rounds to try and put something together.
Yeah.
वैसे most
don't even have a good
underrated
question to
value
ask
player
you
of
because
all time. सच्ची? कौन किया कौन लेकिन
I want
रेटिंग
to
कर
put you
कौन
in the
रहा है?
position that Imi is in right now.
I don't think he likes the position he's in. He looks stressed,
No.
angry.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's already drawing up like the scrim plan for next
भाई
week.
एक अच्छा है बे, जब भी ऐसा मार खाते हैं ना, जब भी ऐसा वाला मार खाते हैं ना कि तुम लोग ने सब प्रैक्टिस कर लिया
I
है,
mean,
सब
the
स्क्रिम्स कर
money
लिया है,
is botched in this next
और
round
फिर
for
भी
C9,
ऐसा हो रहा है.
Yes.
If
ये
anything's
चीज
gonna happen,
अडेप्ट करके
it's come in
सीखने
the
में जो मजा
rounds
आएगा,
after this,
ओ
but-
होय होय, जो वो लोग वाटर रिव्यू सब करेंगे, क्या
When we
गलत
looked
किया,
at
क्या कर
NRG, a team
सकते
that
थे,
just came off winning champs.
जो ज्यादा कुकिंग जो करने वाले
The big things for them
लग
was
रहा है
that
मेरे
they
को.
mastered the
One
way life.
champs.
They mastered cook. That is one of
कि
them.
क्लोज आ रहा तो नहीं होता,
That's
लेकिन
right.
They were
ऐसा आ
like
रहा
the
ना, ओ
forefront
फक,
team
ऐसा
of the
कैसे आ रहा
new
वाला
the
सीन है.
changes to the game of Corrode's introduction.
Not
And
even
one of the
close वाला
keys
scene
for
है बे
them
ये.
Heading into Stage 1 2026 was being great on Breeze. They're looking to prove that right now. Already up 7-1.
Yeah, because everyone's going to be banning the Corrode, or just about everyone, you would imagine. And people might need to start considering their Pearl, their Breeze, every other map in the pool.
आइसोलेट करके मार के
Might
गए
need to consider better
भाई.
luck in the bracket.
Yeah, that's a big one to consider.
नियॉन का साउंड है, वाइपर
better
वॉल अप
luck in
किया,
general.
आइसोलेट करके मार के
C9
गए
haven't really found
उसको.
any of it so far this game. Because another thing that I think really just destroyed this half for C9 is that round they lost over on B, where both Penny and Zelsis used the ults.
Yes.
Right? They're two biggest ults on the map, right? And because these rounds are so lopsided, right? Like C9 are getting so few kills consistently that those two players are still halfway across from getting
Yep.
those ults back online. That snowball just in full effect
This
now.
is IGLS, हाँ उसका न्यू रोल है.
And a scenario I've seen many times.
Mostly
NRG
वो
up
IGL
a
है,
man,
mostly वो IGL है.
playing back, waiting as Cloud9 hope for an opportunity that they just haven't gotten. That is unlucky, to say the least.
Womp womp.
दो बंदे डोर दिखे, लेकिन क्या कर सकते? That is the question.
And Brock ready to deliver
Time
some more
for
bad news to C9.
Recon.
Dart comes
Oh
in. It's
my
Ethan once more.
god.
4 for the IGL.
Oh my. Oh my god,
Casual
bro.
4K. 8-1 now.
Oh
Back-to-back
shit.
4Ks,
I
actually.
mean, this first kill is just brutal.
I really liked how he approached those
Yeah.
angles there. Nice control out from Ethan. But this is the round I'm looking at. If C9 are going to have
Oh,
a
shit.
chance in this game, it is time to show up.
They've got
अर्पित
these
किधर है?
fast
YouTube में है
speed
क्या?
rounds with a stun
किस team पे?
towards Nest, and Oxy running up before this one. A little bit more tempered to start,
Yeah.
but now they activate.
It's the stun that hits both Nest and also the walk
Spam
down
ना
from
कर मेरी
tunnel into
जान बेटा.
elbow. Very effective at a round opening. It's given C9 a lot.
Last match 3K ये में 4K क्या चल रहा
They're
है?
so heavy in mid
Crazy चल
that
रहा है.
breaking through a main is going to be tough, so it might be a forward mission. A little jump up now from Oxy.
Oh my
Brock
god.
waiting for it.
Oh my
Takes
god.
away. He's so thirsty for more frags.
And look at this walk up. Ethan is just
भाई एक मार के चुप जाता तो भी राउंड
on a
विन था, बता.
promenade.
Well, Sentinel gives some opportunities,
इधर
and Ethan
जाके
is
मारा
certainly
देख.
going to be a beneficiary of those.
एक एम है
One
उनको
back
पता है
aim
एक
is
एम
Cloud9
है.
rotate in. One of the best chances they've had in a 3-on-3.
Oh, but Zelsis is kind of alone. Look at C9. They've got a player in mid. You've
भाई
got
walk in करता
going
तो.
on a mission.
But at
Back
least
to
he's
enemy
planted
spawn.
for backside. Penny needs to do something here, and he shoots the clone. Has to TP away.
Back into double doors now. And does have the dimensional drift. If he needs it to secure the round.
Shit.
There's a stun trying to set up this fight.
Shit.
Penny gets the first, runs out of
2v2.
bullets and taken down. So it's still a 2-on-2. Or rather, 3-on-3. I tell a lie, the HUD is broken. It's a 2-on-2.
Yep.
Everybody lock in. Vic
God.
is locked in.
निकाल लिया इसी ने.
And
Mata
time
doesn't have
is
the
just
time.
basically
निकाल लिया
gone at
निकाल
this
लिया.
point.
कैसे निकुंज भाई सब बढ़िया सब बढ़िया.
That's a round for C9.
क्लोज भाई ये भी निकाल सकता था बे एनर्जी.
And Vic is looks like he's losing his mind there.
ब्रॉक थोड़ा
Silver
सा
excitement in the C9
एक मारने के बाद थोड़ा सा ज्यादा हो गया.
And still not out of it. That was the round. I tasked them win that round.
Breeze is the only initiator who don't
And
have
they
any
punished a little
reveal
bit of energy.
ability.
They've been so
Any thoughts on
disciplined
this?
today, playing in spawn when they're up numbers. Here they got a little greedy, I think.
मेरे
The
thoughts
swing
से
out from
वो
Brock
reveal
after
डालना
being
चालू
shorty
करेगा.
kill. Kiko hard committing to the fight top mid. So a door has been
कि
opened.
सारे एजेंट को एक जैसे बनाने का है.
How far in can they get with that?
What I'm interested in now is Kiko going for
मेरी
the
लॉबी में
operator.
नियॉन सिर्फ बक्की चलाता है.
Again, poking down into mid, getting
भाई
in
मजाक
front of
चढ़
the
कर
stun.
नियॉन से ज्यादा अच्छा
Hunter
वैल्यू
just
लग रहा है
full
मेरे को.
sprints through that one.
ए माफ करो रोना नहीं.
C9 have ideas to
Window
split
by.
into this B site. Penny cutting back down into mid, trying to get some scouting, but does
Thoughts
not
do मैं
actually
thoughts
spot
do.
Mata.
This flank timing could be so good.
And this is awkward too. Pulling out of the dimensional drift. Brock again locks it down
भाई
with the push
ब्रॉक
through
तो
mid as
good
well.
for
C9 have it down.
100%
Chrissy,
है
that's
बे.
Vic dead. They have no smokes, and they're still not out of main.
And with the teleport being set up, NRG are going to have 3
Oh, shit,
bodies here.
Euro भी
They've
आ
still
गया.
got the operator as well.
Oh,
No smokes, no
language.
How
Team
the hell do
flash.
you get past it off?
Well, maybe it starts missing. Zep also tucked into the corner. But C9 need more shots to connect. Need some more help, but it's not going to be there. And just after C9,
आपके राइट में बच्चा ने बात करके ब्रिज का रील शुरू
it
कर
is
दो
just shut
लैंग्वेज.
out immediately. That was quick.
Big credit to Mata. That fast timing on the flank was
ब्रॉक
excellent.
मेरे जैसे खेल रहा है.
Reading that with a dimensional drift in play,
जाओ
it's
जाओ
likely to
Minecraft
be a
खेलो वो
harder
वाला
execute
नया
from
वाला.
Cloud9, and taking
हाँ?
that chance to immediately push through, and not only get a pick.
लोग
but
रेडियंट
kill
जा
the
रहे हैं यहाँ
smokes.
पे डुओ में दोनों esports प्लेयर माइनक्राफ्ट खेलने में बिजी है.
It's true. Back-to-back rounds. Dominates Nest.
So one round left in the half for
कनक
Cloud9.
बराबर बोलता था इसके बारे
Trying
में
to
ना
string
चैट.
something together, and NRG set up for a bit of a fight towards A main. A crossfire with bait from the neon.
नहीं देखा जा रहा बेचारा ऑक्सी. लेकिन नहीं रे मेरे हिसाब से वो लोग वॉर्ड रिव्यू और कुछ चेंजेस करके ना क्या क्या गलत हो रहा है.
And the
वो लोग
stall
कुछ
is
ना
still
कुछ
there.
करेंगे.
Scuba trying to
He lives.
extricate himself from that position. And
कुछ ना
Zelsis
कुछ
still
करेंगे
had
बे.
not pulled the trigger on the ult.
At least they
हारना
still
अलग
have
बात
it
है
to
लेकिन
re-exact,
ऐसा हारना मतलब
but now without Oxy.
अनबिलीवेबल है.
A lot harder to capitalize off of it now.
दोनों मैप.
And he walks back into the corner.
Z in front of it again. No. Pushed up goes
Oh
Kiko, and he
my
still gets one.
god.
It is ridiculous, and Scuba as well once
Oh
more. He's not
my
slowing down either.
god.
He's going on a mission.
वॉल से निकल के.
Full pressure on C9.
Oh
Nowhere
my
to hide.
god.
NRG will take
क्या
another 10 to
ये?
half.
I'm disgusted by what's happening.
हेलो.
It's ridiculous.
They're just laughing it off.
क्या
It's
करूं
actually
मैं? ये
There's
तो
like
सनक
4
को पूछना
players
पड़ेगा
in
ना.
that corner at some point this round, and I think every one of them got at least a kill. Brutal stuff. 10-2. Cloud9 scamper into the second half after this.
मेरे को नहीं लगता कि ऑक्सी को गोली चलाने भी मिला रहेगा. बहुत सारे राउंड्स हो भी.
esports endemic brands coming together.
लाइक करने के लिए बोल, अरे मैं
create a
भूल जाता हूँ,
series
लाइक
of
करो
products
चैट.
for esports
कितने लोग
for
देख
the
रहे हैं वो
biggest
भी नहीं मालूम.
stages.
भाई 2000 लोग देख रहे हैं सुबह. Squeeze me baby.
잡고 거기서 이제 영감받은 그래픽 요소들이나 다이나믹하고 날렵한 그런 실루엣 같은 것들을 저희 FS1 마우스에 적용을 해봤고요.
If you were in position of C9, what would you do against NRG? कुछ नहीं, क्योंकि अकेले कुछ नहीं कर सकता ना मैं. Sometimes you lose यार. अभी बस जितना सीखे, जितना किया है, जो स्क्रिम्स जो है वो करेंगे वो लोग. डिफेंस में जो हो रहा है वो अडेप्ट करेंगे और देखेंगे हाउ इट गोस. हारा तो हारा, हर टीम जीत नहीं सकता ना. ये जनिची ना देलुलु है, जस्ट सिंग. हाँ क्या, क्यों ऐसे? मोस्ट ऑडियंस फ्रॉम यूएस एंड कनाडा. ना, इम्पॉसिबल. सिर्फ शिवम भाई सुपर चैट कर रहे हैं. कोई ना कोई फंसेगा. भाई कुछ क्रेजी मार रहे बे एनर्जी. पिस्तौल जीत गया तो लग गए.
Things look eerily similar back to how they went down on Pearl for NRG, leading at 10-2 on the half. And for me, I think the best thing to see for this NRG team, coming off that champs win, coming off of losing Som,
जब जॉब लगेगी तब करूंगा सब दैट.
15 and 5
Done
on the
sin,
Neon,
done
he's
sin.
looked great, and on the Killjoy on the last map, he was stellar too.
Yeah, I think the promise of Kiko coming over was that he could slot into this secondary duelist role.
ये फंस गया, एक फंस गया गाइस. We have $2 extra.
15 and 5, like you're saying, he is
Hashtag
having a
OP
great
दे रहे भाई.
performance. And I think there's no better way to just show up to a new region with a new team.
Excuse me,
the
I
world
didn't see
champs, no less, and perform like this. Just 3 rounds away from putting Cloud9 to bed.
And NRG's pistol rounds have been perfection today so far as well. Currently heading into
Mid B heavy air retake.
Vacant territory. NRG looking to set up shop here very comfortably.
बहुत मिल गया बे.
And unlike the solo controller comp that C9's running, NRG will
I
constantly
tell में जो बोला है जेनिची सुन के मैंने गेम अनइंस्टॉल किया. जस्ट सिंग. हाँ क्या?
Deep smokes and a deep push as well. Check
हो
this
सकता है
out.
रिटेक भाई. वो
All
लोग
the way
कहाँ?
underneath bridge.
भाई मैप चेंज कर रहे हो लोग. कहाँ तक गए आ रहे?
This forward fight going
Hello?
horribly wrong. As Vic lights up the
इतना
coffee.
push.
NRG were getting a little bit
Love
funky.
you Banks bhai. Love you Krish bhai. Love you.
Four.
Nah.
Will win C9's first pistol.
The bright spot for Cloud9 map
भाई
1 was Zeppa.
बहुत ज़्यादा push
Maybe
किया
map
बे.
2, it could be Vic.
लेकिन विक ने क्रेजी मारा.
Couple rounds with multi
नियॉन
kills
वालों
in
को
the
मारा
first
क्रूशल
half.
था.
It's a 4K here to start. Punishing this aggression. Some real nice mechanics.
Let's go, Vic! Vic, take us home! Take us...
And you know what else this is gonna fuel the cold.
बीसी में 17 मंथ से फंसा हूँ. Love you ऋतिक भाई. Love you. एक बंदा 74 मंथ से 74. आप बहुत दूर हो.
Killing them, so
This bad. Thank you for the $2. That's extra $2 more. $4 more, baby.
That's the one that takes the longest. That's the longest road forward.
Love you,
for
this is why I
Cloud9.
love you.
Need 10 more rounds in this map to have a shot.
Good map.
अब मैं कहा रहे थे अब्दुल लगा डिजिटल गेमिंग हाउस के बाहर. अरे पापा भाई, उससे अच्छा जब भी मीटअप रहता मैं स्टोरी डालता हूँ वहाँ पे आ जाओ यार.
Go for the stun, just reactive right now. They basically just want to give up either of these sites and then very quickly rotate through mid.
Yeah, you saw
walls. Fight it out.
और इसने वो लोग स्पेस ले रहे थे.
Expect people to do it as much after the changes, but here we are.
थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया स्पेस क्योंकि वो लोगों को कोई दिख ही नहीं रहा था.
Oxy as well through the box, not shying away from that fight. 3 for
Well, GOAT is back, boys.
It's just eco frags, but I think he needed that. 2 kills map 1.
GOAT is back.
It was a brutal start here on map 2.
Pacific कब चालू हो रहा है? 22nd.
Only getting 4 kills in that first half. But gets a couple added on to the
GE
tally.
fighting. भाई इस बार कुछ क्रेजी होएगा मेरे को लगा. मेरे को सच्ची अंदर से लग रहा है.
And if nothing else, even if they're getting
चलो
stomped,
एंजॉय कर रहे बे.
you give Cloud9 a round, and they'll give you some energy back.
Yep.
Just love
मेरा भी $1 love you Keshav I love you. Thank you so much for the $100 मेरी जान कटे.
Can they get a bonus themselves?
Energy's
Do you think taking Viper as only smoke is a good idea? इसमें चलता है. इसमें चलता है. लोग खेलते हैं डबल कंट्रोलर भी खेलते हैं मैप में, लेकिन ये एक ऐसा मैप है जिधर चलता है.
I like how C9 have set up in mid again. Just very nice off angles, complementary angles, and holding on to that breach stun ready the second a player sees a body.
Kiko just feigns the door. They rotate back towards A. This kind of heavy mid-fighting Cloud9 is doing, they'll practically always be playing for the retake, but their comp is suited for it. The double duelists in the breach.
प्रॉब्लम ये है कि पिस्तौल राउंड में वो लोगों को मालूम पड़ा है रीटेक है, और अभी ये देख के भी ना वो लोग को मालूम पड़ेगा कि रीटेक है. इस बार मेरे को नहीं लगता कि वो लोग सिटी तक जाएंगे स्पेस.
Somewhat more reserved, still a fight on the left side as Mata tucks himself right against these double doors.
नहीं जा रहे.
Seems like he wants to be the one taking the forward fights. And I like it. Not often you see it as another smoke goes down, giving him a pocket to work into. Oxy reads him like a book. He gets the first kill in this round. Still another duelist launched in backside. Kiko, peppered by utility, tucks himself in, dodges the flash, but taken out once more. C9 have the pieces to make a real go at this round, and they're going to continue to come up heads on him. As the smoke goes down, Oxy for 4. C9 are in this game.
The bonus they needed.
Bro, बहुत फर्क पड़ा पहले किल से. Bro, he's back.
Just a glimpse.
He's back, dude.
As he was fighting up.
This is bad. Thank you so much for the $5 वाली जान कटे.
And then has the awareness to be
चाय
ready
समोसा
for
काले ब्रेकफास्ट में. भाई उधर चाय समोसा का $5 है.
Not only does he have a pull,
इधर $1 में 3 समोसा 2 चाय मिलेगा. जैसे
First NRG timeout of today.
Yeah, I think so.
ये डीडी क्या है बंग्स भाई फंसाने का. नाइस ट्राई डेयर डेविड.
C9, I don't know.
Yeah.
डेयर डेविड. नाइस ट्राई शिम भाई. नाइस ट्राई.
So Bunkar
जॉनी बाबा लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी. हाउस इज मेरी जान कटे. लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी. हाउस इज मेरी जान.
Well, it's his time in this time out. Chat with the team.
समोसा का $6 है.
Going to be about the approach to some of these post plants. Maybe looking
कैमरा में
to
देखो आपके
change up
साथ
how
स्कैम
they're
हुआ
doing
है.
things over towards A. That's how they've lost the 2 rounds that they really had a chance in.
Yeah, I mean,
first half.
I think there's also an element of realizing there's nobody been on A. And C9, there's no way they're playing 5
By the way, what is
players on
LCS
A.
doing in
probably
C9?
get some
Can you
idea
please
of how they're
explain?
holding on to this mid
And they have
space.
seen some of the mid fighting, but I
Yeah.
don't think they've yet realized how heavy it is.
Yeah, honestly, on a round like this, energy or heavy, it's going to be an eco for them. Sometimes like to see teams.
Love you, Bucks. Bye. Best fellow streamer for a reason. Love you, man. Love you, मेरे जान कटे.
Look is going to be in mid.
क्या बोलो अभी भी सेम सेटअप करेगा ये रीटेक मिड भी.
Because right now they don't really have much to work off of, all things considered, as they just keep running it into A over and over again.
For counterpoint, you know A is completely clear. You're going to be able to get a plant. Let's flip the round and see if we can win a post.
That's the play if you want to try and win the round, but odds don't look so good. It's a Bucky of all things in Kiko's hands.
Oh shit.
Trying to abuse that knee on a bit.
Recycling smokes, a bucket can get scary on a retake.
Taking advantage of the fact that they're not expecting to run into too much resistance on this side. Penny will teleport away, hearing those footsteps go forward. And again, NRG overwhelm the side. Again, they get forward. Thanks
इस बार लेकिन काफी डिप गया, लेकिन ड्रोन क्लियर करेगा ही करेगा यार.
And now the slide forward for the drone. 1 for 1 at the start.
Not bad.
But still, it's 3 classics.
Problems ये है कि वो लोग एक ही जगह से आ रहे
Hard
हैं.
to make it go at much more of this. Oxy is
But
running
ये ulti
circles
खत्म कर
around
देगा.
360 on that one.
खत्म कर
And
दिया.
NRG will be cut down 1 by 1, and even after a brief pause, the rest of NRG will fall. C9 within.
The approach on these retakes is looking good.
मेरे को ऐसे क्यों लग रहा है वापस से लोग ये जाएंगे. ये लो भाई बहुत टाइम से साले में love you मैत्री गुस्सा भाई.
Neon ult is just the best thing
नया
to
बंदा मिला
easily
कनाडा से.
win an anti-eco. When your opponents have
New
shares,
बंदा.
it is so hard to hit a guy like Oxy before he's going to be able to get that laser on your head. So okay, gap down to 4. But now we get to see what NRG learned. They're on a rifle round now.
अब मेरे को लग रहा है
They're just going to run it back.
टीपी प्लांट करेंगे और
on the A
delay
plus
The
और
thing is,
spam
it's a little
wars.
different out of C9 though. Zelsis is playing up on A, trying to set up Penny's operator.
लेकिन it's
Maybe
not
a forward
complete
stun to
retake.
take
वो लोग
this
के
line.
लग सकते हैं.
And that's exactly what it is. What a shot! Picks him right out of the air.
Looked like he wasn't ready. Flicks in time.
Well,
But still NRG are on this site.
well.
Fewer tools to fight.
Well.
So quick with it.
Well.
Takes Scuba's head right off.
Well.
So now it gets desperate for NRG. 3-on-5 and Cloud9 again. Just
दोनों
bide
टीम को
their
मालूम था
time
क्या होने
to
वाला
play
है.
the set retake up in numbers.
क्या कर सकते हैं? कुछ नहीं कर
Right up on
सकते.
orange.
बहुत blind है, बहुत
Needs
useless
to
है.
pull off something.
नहीं hold कर पाएंगे.
But taken
Too
out
many
is
angles.
IGL. And now the rest of C9 come on through.
Too many angles.
What a beautiful round.
Bro,
Penny's
crazy.
operator. Looking
इस सनत तूने
untouchable.
क्या इसे भेजे मेरे को पढ़ने का है कि नहीं पढ़ने
This
का
game
है
is
क्या है
gone
मेरे को
from-
समझा नहीं अभी तक.
What a 10-2 to now feeling like we've just repeated the same round 4 times in a row. And suddenly
No, I'm
Cloud9 is
genuinely
within touching
asking
distance.
what he is doing in
Credit to
C9.
Penny here. These shots were just
Playing
lovely.
Valorant?
They're all flicky, they're all quick, and they're all perfectly accurate.
Just such a flexible player he is.
क्या
Whether
समझा
it's
नहीं.
playing
अरे
the
बेंच
Viper,
मेरे को नहीं
switching
समझा
onto the
तूने क्या भेजा.
duelist, Rifling, opping. He's really shown it all. They're at his tenure. Despite
Tiger
so few
__ Nepal bhai, thank you for the
This really
$2
is
waiting for
on
next
the
game.
show
Yes.
and shot
Yup, मेरी जान कटे. Yup.
So NRG back to the well. A main again. Did they practice their B execs? I'm not even sure. Just still running through the A playbook, and now a very deep Viper's pit. Not every day you see something like this. Vic, though, just mowed down, because where else could he be playing? Too simple for Mata to figure that one out. Now the Cosmic Divide giving so much more space to NRG.
A wrinkle of
क्या
this
Viper
round
को
is
एक
the
kill
late
मिलेगा?
flank. Scuba waiting in mid, hearing Oxy's footsteps.
Bro, वो लोग को ready रहना पड़ेगा. एक और flank है, वो लोग को पता है. वो लोग को पता है एक और flank है.
Door open, but didn't know maybe that there could be another player moving in.
Is this really a defensive map now because changes of this game rank totally different? It is a little defensive. Plus it's a hopping map. If you get up faster, it's a little defensive.
He's been on his world tour.
Plus
finally
retake
coming
करना
back
भी
into play.
it's
Planted
easier.
for him though. Zeppa has an opportunity here. If he can win this fight on this side of the wall,
Especially A
not gonna
side.
happen. Does NRG
B
get
side भी
another?
वैसे देखा जाए.
The clock is working against them. Zeppa will play for an exit. Will get his and run on out of there. But NRG have finally stopped the
अब
drought.
ये लोग भी जाने वाले. ये लोग ने
Maybe
जो
they gotta
practice
change
किया
the
वो हो
definition
गया.
of stupidity. Because NRG
अब ये लोग भी
another
जाने
hard
वाले.
day hit make it work. This time though.
It's the definition of insanity, Mimi, doing the same thing over
थोड़ा
and over
defensive है
again.
क्योंकि हमेशा aiming wall up spam, VP smoke spam, recon shot at choke points में वो सब बहुत होता है. Plus hopping. तो थोड़ा defensive है लेकिन बहुत ज़्यादा भी नहीं है. बहुत ज़्यादा भी नहीं.
That retake so much more difficult.
So हम क्यों नहीं खेल रहे हैं यार क्योंकि रॉ तो चुकी है यार.
Insurance at the end of the round.
Bro ये लोग
Once
ये
more
जा
into the
रहे
fray.
हैं
This
अभी.
time, though, Mata using a dimensional drift through mid. And that's going to mean that Zelsis can't take out any utilities. Too cautious, Ethan. Following that, Yoru sets up beautifully and pinching back into the operator. It's a really nice call of
Rotations
rounds.
है नहीं Astra के जिंदा रहने के
Out
वजह
of
से
Ethan.
chat.
Now Hunter Shri on top of it as well. Kiko playing off of that too. I mean, every single piece of the
सिर्फ
puzzle is
Astra
coming
का
together now for
presence
NRG.
rotation नहीं है बे.
The late lurks as well, finally clipped away at.
आ गए finally.
How does C9 work back in here? There's so much. Threat of a
भाई ये
flank as the
BT
door
है.
opens. A
ओ
Viper's
बेंचो ये
pit
तो
too.
BT है.
Penny
वो
trying to
दरवाजे
scout
की
out
वजह
for
से वो
his
लोग को
team.
रुकना पड़ेगा अभी.
If anyone's going to make it happen, it's him on the recon mission. But now as he pulls away and more utility comes down as Vic falls and the rest of the team too.
Shit. भाई crazy है मैं करूँगा. भाई crazy. Oh fuck. क्या दरवाजा खोला? आपकी favorite team कौन सी है? मेरी तो Liquid है. नहीं मेरा favorite team एक ही है.
It's actually yeah, the B side of the map is blocked off from them. Physically can't go there.
एक ही है मेरा.
Spectator client just doesn't show it, but.
What's crazy is the more C9
Yep.
started playing to
इस
hold
बार
this
देखो.
A site, the worse it's been going for them.
He wanted to be agile. There is no way.
Retakes. Everything was dandy. They had 5 round wins in a row.
Opportunity to be agile.
And now
Yup.
it's instead of just a hard
लेकिन
hit
मैं तुम लोगों को एक चीज बोलता
heavy
हूँ
play for mid.
अगर तेरे को आइजल करने का है
On the Yoru ult,
तो दूसरे
NRG
टीम
saw
में
a
गया
little more information here
स्क्रीम
last time.
विम्स हो रहा है
Trying to work
और
off
बाद
that
में
for
दिख
a
रहा है
point.
कि
This
नहीं
time
हो रहा है
it's the door,
आइजल
traded
तो
out
ऐसा
instantly.
जबरदस्ती नहीं है कि कर तू ही कर ऐसा नहीं होता
He needs a little bit more. He's
ऑलवेज
looking for
एक
it.
फिल्टर
He's
रहता है
hunting.
सेकेंडरी
And he's good
आइजल
for
रहता है
it
कि
too.
अगर कुछ
Shuts
नहीं हो
it
रहा
down
है
completely and yet
वो बंदा
blocked.
स्टेप अप करेगा
He's brought it to a 1-on-2.
ठीक है तो मतलब
Still
ऐसा
forced to
इतना
recover
भरने
the
का
spike.
जरूरत नहीं है
As a swing comes
सामने
in,
वाला
Zeppa
टीम बहुत स्ट्रांग है
absolutely
इसमें
fearless.
जेल्सियस का कुछ
Binks
वो
says
नहीं
it's
है
not over just yet.
कुछ नया ट्राई कर रहे कुछ कुकिंग देखने मिलेगा ऐसा
great work
इंस्टेंट
from
रिजल्ट
Oxy.
मैगी नहीं बना रहे
Yet
लोग
an
इधर
absolutely brutal start to this series. The first map and a half, practically nothing going for him. But now he shows up with some truly incredible movement.
एक 1v1 नियॉन वॉर से कर लो बड़का ऑक्सी राउंड नहीं है ना लेकिन
What is this Viper wall?
बड़का है लेकिन राउंड नहीं है ना यार
C9 reinventing the wheel, not in exactly the wrong round because NRG got the roll of the B site in all random one site.
अगर मैंने ये वाला वॉल
Penny
यूज
here,
किया
and Zeppa covering his back. It's a little bit awkward just sending Kiko into his death, NRG. The idea seems unclear
read him
to
like
me
a book
at present moment as
read him
Oxy
like a
just
book
sprinting through a main,
clean
running NRG down.
clean round
Buck's gonna try and do something heroic again, but of course, not even he could win a
clean
1v5.
round
Can we just
बे
watch that all back again?
Yeah, please. So it starts with just the Neon being sent into B, pretty much alone. Zeppa
Neon
catches
and
him.
fake
And
Euroclone
then Oxy, while that's going on, pushes through the flank, kills the mid lurker, and from there it just crumbles.
That's going to be one I'm going to need to check out in the VOD again and try and put together the plan that NRG was running. NRG, of course, now...
This is getting close.
Yeah. And NRG are choosing to save here.
Yeah, that buy is not good.
और लेंगे और farming time to get both
faking A,
orbs
trying to walk it into B. He's putting some presence here, which Oxy is happy to receive.
Good
मिल
lord,
गया और
Hunter's Fury too. Adding insult to injury.
और मिल गया
Seems
अभी
like
इधर का और
after
चाहिए
playing
ना
so
बिडू
many rounds as a collective, NRG in this separate approach has not paid out by any means. See if Kiko can do anything on this Bucky, sliding forward off his stun. He's good for it.
by
That's a gun to be
my
picked up as well.
god
He's going in for more. Knows he has to win this round for his
He
new
is
team.
so aggressive in front of the flash too. Sees a clone pass him. So patient. There he is. Worried about the flank as well, but the lasers from downtown
एक और अल्ट मारना पड़ा
remove any real chance in this round.
भाई निकाल सकता था बेकी को
Peddling a sheriff.
bro don't tell me
Not too concerned about the spike. Scuba has time on his side. Has plenty of time to make it happen. Scuba delivers a fatal blow to C9 for the Red Bull clutch.
And that's it. A brutal 2-0 victory against this Cloud9 squad. The world champs return with a vengeance. And the way that they finish this.
क्या शॉट मारा है उसने यूरू को
Very bitter end out of Scuba and the rest of NRG. The second map looked a whole lot closer, but honestly, NRG delivered. Coming back, bouncing back in a big way into 2026.
Figuring out finally how to make that A site work. Cooking up some more interesting rounds to close it. The team play looked so on point for this squad. I think answering a lot of the questions. Being a former champ, coming into this year. Are they good on Breeze?
एंट्री था एंट्री था ये मैप एंट्री था
Have they integrated Kiko well? At least from
निकाल
first
सकते थे थोड़ा
look,
और
seems so. He played so well map 2 on that.
लेकिन
Neon.
है बे एनर्जी अच्छा खेला
NRG
बे
team, a true force to be reckoned
एनर्जी
with.
एक्चुअल में अच्छा खेला
The new man in the squad, NRG have looked very good. Packed arena as well, providing support to the NRG
एक्चुअल
boys
में
up
अच्छा
there
खेला
on the
भाई
stage, starting their year
वो
off
भी
in the
बकचोदी
right
करके
way.
इतना राउंड सोलो ए गए
I mean, the
सेम चीज
beginning of this
करके
map in particular, you think about
जो
this
प्रैक्टिस
round
कर
from
रहे हो
Scuba
लोग
just
लीड पे
playing
दे
in the
करके
pocket. A few highlight moments himself too.
Scoob had quite a few of them throughout this series. I think
Everyone
pretty much everyone on NRG got that
2-0
chance to be the hero.
Betty, long time.
Or
किधर
Cloud9
इतना
now they
time?
head down to the middle bracket. Not necessarily an enviable position, but sometimes you get the draw.
PS5 लूँ
of the
या
champions.
PC पे डिपेंड करता है तेरे को कैसे गेम्स पसंद है और तू सिर्फ घर में ऐसा चिल करने का एकदम लेड बैक टीवी पे खेलेगा तो फिर PS गेम्स थोड़ा एक्सपेंसिव होता है
Potential rematch down the line. This is the way it closed out. Scuba just playing that
लेकिन तेरे को ऐसा बहुत सारे मल्टीप्लेयर गेम्स पसंद है बहुत सारे दोस्त लोग हैं मेरे जैसे
and a great showing to kick the year off.
It really was, and I like a lot of the comps they showed. I think that this approach that they ran on Breeze is going to be pretty popular. The double smokes,
Then
double
खुद के लिए
doors,
तो PS
not
बहुत
only is
अच्छा
it good in theory, but I think in practice, in terms of their
और तेरा
roles,
इतना
it just makes so much
usage
sense.
नहीं है ना
Those two smoke players have
मतलब
so
हर
much
दिन
freedom,
एक दो
and
घंटा
then
पीसी
Kiko
पे बैठने वाला
alongside Mata went
उससे अच्छा
absolutely crazy.
iPads.
But we want to hear more from him, the new member of NRG. He's standing by with Liz for your Verizon post-match interview.
Kiko बोलते
Thank you so much, Mimi and Ender. Can we give Kiko a wonderful VCT America's welcome for an incredible performance? I don't think I need to say, but welcome to VCT America's, and damn, what a way to do it, Kiko. I mean, that first match,
from USA currently I'm not working professional, hence I can't donate. यार मैं membership लेने बोलने वाला था.
What is your read
Love
on that?
from
How
USA
did you
पढ़ के
think you
कोई
did?
सी
How
नहीं
was
बकचोदी
Pearl,
कर रहा
like,
मेरी
able
जान
to
के
go
उठाए.
your way?
Do well in life.
I think that with the boys of the NRG, there's like when we go into the official, it was like a different.
W
sort of
stream
vibe,
ZF by?
and I think their experience, like winning champs and everything like that. It was super. We were super confident with everything we did, so it was super fun.
Did you see it's a different vibe from like scrims till being on stage?
Yeah.
In what way?
I think just like the experience and like the comms were super like calm and like situations. We played it like perfectly for me.
Did you feel like when you came to NRG you had to adjust to that style, or did you kind of feel like it was something you were naturally felt?
It definitely was an adjustment at first. It was hard, but I think I've gotten more used to it, and I'm thinking. So yeah, it was good.
I mean, you killed it out there, guys. Can you
excellent,
give it a cheer for
excellent,
Kiko one
excellent.
more time? I know it's in the middle of the interview, but it is such a
काय को बोलते
stage. I want to ask you, during our interview with
Language
Ethan,
cloak.
he said you're the best aimer in EMEA. I'm
तो
going to get your read on that, but also
बात
I
कर,
would like to
बात
know,
कर.
where do you see yourself in
Gold
kind of
medal.
the NA aimer squad? Do you think you are one of the best aimers here?
I'm not sure. They're making me play some freaky guns.
One
I'm not
of
sure.
the
I'm playing,
ठीक है,
Judge,
one of
Stinger.
the है,
I've
one
not
of
played
the
that much
है.
before, but yeah, no, it's fun. I mean, I can't really rank myself.
That's fair. Something else I want to ask you is you just played against Penny, who was once upon a time subbing in for Team Liquid. Did that help at all, knowing his kind of his tendencies, his fundies?
I mean, I was excited to play him. I messaged him earlier. I was like, I'm downloading all your plays. I'm gonna read you like a book, everything like this. But it was just funny because I had a lot of fun playing with him in Liquid.
Well, guys, give it up for Kiko one more time. I would keep on cheering for him. It is so amazing having VCT Americas. Stay right there, but we're going to go to break because we have MIBR versus NB next.
एक सेकंड वो भूल गए थे कौन सा टीम है वो भूल गए थे नेक्स्ट मैच कौन सा है How much FPS they have LAN? More than 300-400.
Was built to move. Not trapped at a desk in one
W बंदा है ना?
posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab.
Normal race या stretch race? मैं तो normal में खेलता हूँ यार.
Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers.
आप esports में खेल सकते क्या? Premier खेल रहे हो भाई?
Every move.
उसके बाद देखो road map. 4 साल में मैं VCT. I hope वो लोग कैप ना डाले जैसा 18 मिनिमम है ऐसा कुछ मैक्सिमम एज ना डाले बस क्या इस साल आपका स्टेज पर एंट्री हो गया लैंग्वेज आज आदमी टॉक्सिक ना हो आसपास के सामने बस इम्पॉसिबल है आज सारे अंबल होने वाले हैं Oldest VCT player I think 34, 35 था कि 36 था सही में आप VCT के लगे सही में बकचोदी कर रहा हूँ मैं go kill इंडिया में पॉसिबल है स्पोर्ट्स में जाना डिपेंड करता है आपका रैंक क्या है Chat, no hate to anyone. Yup.
And you're fully bundled up on site, and that is massive.
Language Mumbai.
Tear them apart. From challengers to ascension to America.
Can anyone tell me next match start time? Timer डाल के रखो 5:20 तक चालू हो जाना चाहिए. Within like 7-8 minutes. Players already पीछे setup कर रहे थे. 5-6 मिनट में चालू हो जाएगा.
Very unique and aggressive playstyle that I think will be very fun to play against on lane.
भाई Ascande इमो के मेरा जाना मुश्किल है बाकी देख लो.
MIBR, you know what I mean?
Ascande
I know we
VCT.
got heavy hitters, but for us we have Kesne, we have Egg.
Hello.
Obviously I believe that we can win. We'll find out and see, right? Just like
Ascande Esports करके नया टूर्नामेंट करना पड़ेगा वो लोग को. इंडिया में ऑफ सीजन के टाइम पे क्या करते हैं प्लेयर्स मूवीज देखते हैं सीरीज देखते हैं घूमने जाते हैं फैमिली के साथ टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं स्ट्रीम भी कर सकते हैं चिल कर सकते हैं
tried to bring it back, but it just wasn't enough, and we saw it ended with a 3K on that Deagle, right?
Yeah.
And so that what a way to
the grass कर सकते हैं.
But no, we definitely saw them have signs of life. I want to point out that we mentioned before about the post plans that we would be seeing, especially going into map 1. I just didn't think it would be that strong and
PC नहीं है but daily stream देखते हो आपका गेम खेलने का मन बहुत है. मोबाइल के लिए रुकना पड़ेगा आपको मेरी जान के टूटे.
And they're really good at doing those early round fights to deny just
What about Valo Mobile? क्या पता on the way होना चाहिए.
Really well, but really well played from NRG. Every single player
इतना तो है कि GTA 6 के पहले आ रहा है.
We saw so many
ये तो कंफर्म है.
Everything was like looking
Gold से Diamond how to improve? मार के यार गेम सेंस बढ़ेगा एम बढ़ेगा रैंक अप बहुत इजी है.
To our next matchup because Envy's first match got off to a little bit of a rough start right now. They have 2 subs coming into this one, right? And one of them actually just arrived that day. Kesnet had just landed. We saw him literally taking his pictures in the office in the studio. So you know they were dealing with a little bit of a last-minute thing here. But that being said, what we did get was an Envy squad that fixed up some mistakes and came out strong.
Yeah, they definitely started off a little bit slower in that first map, but everything else looked insane. We saw Extra come online with that Yoru. We saw a lot of really good mid-round plays and a lot of making sure that they're getting that information delivered to their IGL. EG, they couldn't quite keep up. Felt like the firepower was super heavily lopsided towards them.
Yeah, and they were just willing to fight everything, and their trades were always on point. Like I never saw a moment where they were in a group fight and they were kind of coming out of that.
They had really good like double swings. It felt like it was really coordinated.
And they were so fast. I want to give tribute to that for Eggster because of the Yoru TPs that he had. He was always so quick to get there. And Rossi, huge props to him because he really felt like the cleanup crew. He was able to anchor sites, but also be the one, like the third entry past Kesnet and Eggster to kind of finish the rest of the kills. And he got some insane multi.
Yeah, tall tasks were being asked from these 2 substitutes, and they came in and they looked good in the process here. But as we look at the core of the Envy team, one of those members, Inspire, had an opportunity to catch up with Elizabeth earlier on today.
Now, Inspire, congratulations on your first win in VCT Americas. But now that you have had time to kind of cool down from it, you're going to be facing a super team of MIBR. What is your strategy going into that? And can we expect you to do a little bit of trash talk like we saw on stage?
I feel like our team has nothing to lose, you know. We're coming up from Ascension. We know like we earned our spot here. So playing them more for me mentally or maybe for our team is like, it's just a gauge of how good we are. We put in a lot of work. We got the win yesterday. Okay, like we deserve to be here. Now, like how far can we really take it? And like beating them will like tell us a lot. the trash talk. That was more for like defending my teammates. You know, this guy's standing up. I gotta yell back at them when I get around. You know, I'm the type to like talk whether I'm losing or winning, but like I'm not gonna start it. If they want to yell, I'll yell back.
We'll hold you to it. Best of luck.
Now, I think it's really important to note here that my boy, Baby J, as a matter of fact, not Inspire. Baby J comes from Halo. And over in the world of Halo, where I'm from, we talk a lot of crap, okay? That's kind of our whole bread and butter. So it's not all that shocking to see Inspire going out there making risky plays, but also letting his opponents know that he's here and that he's going to make his presence felt in the server.
For sure, and I really love that in the interview he was talking about how he had that mentality of nothing to lose. They know they deserve to be here. Actually, for MIBR, it's a lot more to lose. So they kind of have that super explosive, just try to play our game, try to get on site, try to get those kills. We don't really care who we're facing because at this point, every single person is supposed to be better than us. We are the underdog, and that mentality, I think, plays a huge part into it.
Yeah, and especially with Inspire, the bold plays that I was seeing out of him, like we saw in that B-roll there, is him just being on top site. It really felt like he was kind of defying the unspoken rules of Valorant. You know when you're kind of playing retake on a site, you go at one and you fall off? Yeah. This guy would get one and then jump on top of site and peek over his Viper wall to go for more. It never ended.
Yeah, his stats were crazy. He was holding it down. We talked a lot about being a sentinel and holding down that site. He was a controller holding down the site almost every single time as that Viper, and it was really insane seeing him play around with his util.
Now, of course, the IGL Poppin did struggle a little bit in that series, you know, and he admitted as such as well. This is actually what he had to say in our Verizon post-match interview.
I mean, for me, there's no doubt in my mind we will be the best team if I show up. Like, we're in a 4v5 beating EG. I mean, hold up, wait a minute. We're playing quite well. I mean, all my teammates are the best in their role, just absolutely dominating. And if we can keep this version of Envy and maybe me a little bit more, we're gonna beat any team.
Hey, a lot of confidence there from Poppin, and you're gonna need it, buddy, because while Envy did manage to pass that first test on the America stage, they're being sent straight to the final boss because this next match is gonna be against Aspas and his newly formed team of Titans, MIBR. Emily, this squad looks scary. Zekin and Aspas on the same team.
Yeah, I mean,
oh God.
Even having the original, I think it was the Lev trio of Tex, Mazzino, and Aspas, like this whole squad has chemistry already. And I think that on top of the raw fire prep that they have going into it, is insane. And the only question for me is that we have two duels. We have two innies and we have one sentinel. Who is going to be playing what? Like, I don't know who's going to kind of swap off their roles and have to pick up a brand new one. And will that have any effect on this supposed super team going into their first match?
Yeah, you think that's going to really play effect into their playbook, especially because you want to have that fight for that fragging potential. You're going to see a lot of these players going for this because they do have that duelist mindset, like you said, as well as that winning mindset. But as you can see here, Zekin, Mazzino, and Tex joining this squad. It's going to make it really about standout players. Every single one of these players is really good at their roles that they do play. But again, like you said, Emily, what exactly are their roles?
Yeah, they're good at the roles they were playing in their previous team, but now, you know, they're kind of all getting mixed around and switched up, which I think is certainly going to create a lot of question marks. And I think the other thing too, Emily, you got a team with this amount of prolific players. A lot of pressure that's also being mounted on these guys too, because this is another big Aspas experiment built around him.
Yeah, I mean, especially coming in from the fans, they all want to see these individual players succeed, and putting them together like this, it does give them a lot of pressure, but with the experience behind them and already being like those star players, having lived through having those high expectations placed on them in previous seasons, I think they'll be fine.
Okay, but we got to talk about it.
Hey, Mrs. Shivam Kolsle जी को क्या बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में? Well, this guy is super chatting a lot, donating a lot. That means you have to shop more.
Is going to be a flop in 2026.
You know what? I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Personally, I don't think so. But I kind of get it because super teams always tend to flop. I feel like we've seen so many iterations of super teams coming onto the stage on VCT, and every single time it feels kind of like an ego war. Like
आपके जैसे कैसे बताऊं? खेलो मुंबई से रोल.
For a lot of those things,
80% saying it is.
Same गाली पड़ेगी मेरे जान के
know everyone here as well. Alexis, I believe in you, kid. Okay, you got on Celebrity Jeopardy. Okay, I got it in with Ken Jennings on Blue Sky. I'll hit him up. Okay, no, but they're saying 80% yes on the super team. Alexis is saying it's not, they're gonna flop.
Bro,
you're giving me the cope. We got all the.
It is cope.
The cope. I don't know.
Himself for 100 teams.
The thing about this team, though, is that the problem with original super teams or most super teams is that they do have those big egos. You find them
I love you, yaar. Love you, yaar.
But then now you have these
same
stars
aim
that
अगर
are
देखा जाए तो.
kind of cool, calm,
Port
collected.
डाल
They don't have that ego.
69% है इसलिए NRG जीती. Just
but
saying.
their personalities just aren't like that where they would clash with each other.
Yeah, I mean, already know that majority of these players play well together just because they have in the past.
True.
Yeah, no, and if anything, you got a lot of soft-spoken individuals, but that actually might be a very good thing for this team, just to kind of get their ideas out there clear and calm. All right, now let's go ahead and hear from one of the new members of the squad. You may have seen him a lot in red, but now you better get used to him in blue. Here's Zekin with Elizabeth.
Now, Zekin, you were essentially the face of Sentinels, but here you are in an MIBR jersey, and you're
going
to be camera. You're going to be controller on MIBR. Talk to me. What is this new role on this team?
Just playing controller, throwing smokes, trying to support my team, being Ospas's water boy, things like that. Maybe you'll see some duelists too. Just have to wait and see, but it's been a lot of fun so far.
Best of luck.
Well, MIBR अगर 1 करा तो 2 के सुपर चैट और 2-0 करा तो 6 के सुपर चैट. Dancing.
Now Zekin coming into this one, and also Elizabeth too. Both
dancing can buy dancing.
Plus
इसके बाद iPhone ने 179 का सुपर चैट किया है. Dancing.
A little familiar, like Tens in Sentinels.
Someone else with a Z.
Prominent duelist moving
really
over
looks
to
up to someone.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. No,
in footsteps,
but you know what? It worked really well for Tens. He really made a big
Once I bought new
turnaround in
mousepad,
his
but it
playstyle to
affects
kind of
on my
fit
aim in a
for
bad
that
way.
control role
But
and
Zekin
be that
wasn't-
Should I use it?
Like, I don't want to take anything away
No.
from Tens because he's incredible.
Yeah.
But Tens, I think, was definitely
कोई
feeling
चीज़
like,
अगर
hey,
तेरा
maybe
aim
make the
खराब कर
switch,
रहा है,
this would work out. Zekin didn't
तो क्यों
really
use
need to.
करने
He's still
का?
one of the greatest duelists in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say though, role swaps aren't really the end of the world, especially when you have a player like Zekin who seems way more than willing to
अगर हारा 50 gifted
exactly. Like, as long as the
dancing.
player's willing to and actually
अगर MIBR NV से हारा
passion with wanting to learn a new role, and it seems like he's ready for that.
I think the thing is too is when you're in that controller role, you are probably
मैं 100 बोलने वाला था लेकिन हल्का सा बैंक बैलेंस पे भी ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. 50 gifted, 50 gifted.
Crosshairs. But Zekin, he's going to be that water boy to Aspas, as he said, but also following up, getting those kills, being in those clutch
How to
positions
earn
on
money,
close
want
runs,
to
being
buy
able to
PC.
retake and support his team. So I think he's in a good spot.
मैं इधर
in
job
every
tips
sense.
दे रहा हूँ मैं
It
इधर.
really is impressive, and it is, again, I'm always going to sing the praises of Zekin as a human because he's just a good dude, and it does go to show you when a guy like him who
अगर मेरे
could
को पता रहता मेरी
genuinely
जान
have
के
an
उठे
entire roster built around him,
यूट्यूबर बनता मैं.
and yet he's here saying,
मेरे को तो
I'm
पता भी नहीं था
Ospas's
YouTube से
water
पैसे
boy.
मिलते
Like,
हैं
that's the
टाइम
kind of humility he
Well,
has.
I think the good thing is too is he's talking
Even
about
if
that
it's a
we
joke.
might see double
He's
we might see
perma
that.
on
So maybe
controller.
he's water boy as in Yoru,
Yeah.
and they're double duelisting it down,
Oh,
and
I
he's
see the
flashing.
connection.
You
I see the connection.
yeah, he's.
And
Let's
you
go
know what?
in membership के लिए क्या क्या
Actually
करना
not
पड़ेगा.
a bad call there. It's a great role for him to
Yeah.
play, and we'll see how it all works out. But folks, this is it. Let's see what our newly ascended team Envy can do, and let's see what the world beaters in MIBR bring to the table.
आगे boys, final boss. जो पहले आएगा वो पहले जाएगा. गायत्री.
Envy a team built from 5 Radiant rank grinders. The team that grinded all the way throughout Tier 2 to ascend, and with the one-trick Yoru and a wild playstyle, actually showing a couple days ago that they can make it work at the highest level.
Shit.
And there was an unknown coming up with them, how these two subs will kind of fit in. But they made it work, and they made it look
final
great.
boss aa raha hai, final boss aa raha hai, final boss aa raha hai, final boss aa raha hai.
Fight and getting those trades off. And Kesnet being the firepower that
Then there
makes
any
the
chance for official this year apart from content creators event? नहीं अभी भी launch करके सीधा events क्या डालेंगे, क्या दिखाएंगे वो लोग?
Lineup without a doubt.
Yeah, and every player.
E agora os seus adversários, make some noise, façam muito barulho para a volta do MIBR.
WN by W मेरी जान कर दे. आगे.
And here comes MIBR.
Well.
Could very well
final boss.
Is step 1 in that process.
Final boss.
Sure, you have these players that come from so much experience in their background, so high skill ceiling in their gameplay. You have players that have been part of that champs crew. Verno and Ospas, they've been in playoffs.
Final boss is here, boys.
In the round 2 of
Too much aura. Too much aura.
They got grouped, but it's okay because he's back to kind of prove himself. And all these players, they have so much to prove because they've been on this come up. A lot of these players have been the main part of
basic clear language.
They've been part of, and these maps, I mean, I think this makes
Why
sense.
is there much difference between
between
Indian pros and international pros in almost every aspect of fellow? इतना ज़्यादा नहीं है, इतना ज़्यादा नहीं है.
We've seen them kind of make
अगर
some
अपने लोगों
insane
को
plays,
double
but the only
monitor
thing
setup
I'm
मिल
worried
गया
about
ना,
is that now
वहाँ पे.
MIBR have witnessed how they play it. They know
फिर
that they're going to
देखो,
be having that Viper lurk
क्या
on attack. They
मारेंगे.
know that how they anchor sights and how they're always kind of ready to play for fights.
उधर
So
क्या
I
एक
could
ही
definitely
monitor
see
है
them
ना?
kind of baiting those fights out and punishing that.
Do you think that MIBR,
इधर वाले
they're
थोड़ा
going to full
double
send it?
monitor
They're actually
setup
going to start
खेलते हैं.
running it down, feeling that disrespect? Because honestly, if you have firepower like
Huh?
this, I would tell my team to just hold.
I mean, honestly, that's just fighting fire with fire. And I
एक
think
बार
that's more
झाकड़ी
the
मारने
gamble,
वाला available
rather
कर
than,
दो.
on the other hand, they could be playing a lot more back and kind of just letting Envy run it down into
Well,
them.
that's what I was going to say. I'm more on the side of I want to see MIBR really just set up an iron curtain and just not allow their opponents to get any kind of progress. Like, to me, that will an MIBR that controls the pace of the game that much. To me, that's what I'm looking for from this super team.
I feel like I agree with you guys, but also I'm
Roman Binks back. ऐसे सब बढ़िया.
Potentially, especially with Ospas in
exactly
second there.
on their defense.
ये PC sponsored होती है.
Being a little more aggressive, taking those mains, proving that they are who they say are, who they say they are, and who we think.
And I think it's important for Envy here to not give a care about who they're playing on the other side. You cannot look at the names there and put any value in them whatsoever, because if you do, you're going to get bombed. So let's take a look, though, at these agents and see what we have. We got the ISO coming out again.
तो नहीं जब मैं उसको go भेज देता सही है guys. नहीं है. शिवम भाई थोड़ा देख के सीखने दो. पता लगा टाइम आउट दे दिया Minecraft खेलने चला गया तो.
With that Cypher on text, we've seen him do such a phenomenal job playing that Cypher all of last year, and this makes a lot of sense. Maybe you guys were right, because I'm seeing a KO, I'm seeing an Astra, I'm seeing a Cypher. They're going to take it a lot slower than I thought they were.
All right, folks, this is it. Let's see how these two teams clash. Can the Ascended squad show us what they're made of, or will MIBR show the world that they are beasts? Let's send this over to your casters. Here's Brent and Sideshow for the call.
जल्दी ना चैट वहाँ पे कपल से जल्दी की नहीं तुम्हारा बहन जो यहाँ पे ब्रेकअप हो रखा है वहाँ पे कपल लोग VCT देख रहे हैं बे लाइन पे जल्दी की नहीं गाइस बात करने के लिए है नहीं ब्लॉक कर रखे हो वहाँ पे कपल लोग VCT देख रहे लाइन पे जल्दी की नहीं गाइस
You look at Envy on the other side, and Kesnet has only just arrived here, had some visa issues.
कोई अच्छा CPU बता दो स्ट्रीमिंग करने के लिए 25K पे सच्ची
but that has left them without very much time to practice coming into this season.
कार्डबोर्ड के अंदर मोबाइल डाल के कर ले स्ट्रीम
by the look of things. But the level of quality talent on this MIBR team is so high that the expectations are through the roof.
Just immediately, really. All in your face, tag there from the cam. Going to be holding this one back. Second shot dart as well. That's going to be potentially cancelling out. That is a ton of chip damage. I mean, players are low as anything cages. To play around potentially active towards the back of the sides, and shots going wild. Texas just rolling retreat all the way back, claiming multiple lives while he's at it. Leaves it just down to Kesnet and popping. Pulls it back.
Lucky! Galti se miss hua.
Cerebral player in terms of the way he wants to take these fights, and he's doubled up alongside Mazzino. It's an easy one for him. Popping now left into impossible spot. Just with that Sheriff looking to see if he can get his way back out, but just caught on the tail. MIBR off to a
chip damage was unbelievable there.
That's crazy with the shock darts.
Oh, the shock darts caught a couple of players, and then Texas spamming in the smokes. They've done about 200 300 damage before they even saw a player.
And we were talking about the comps really just as they were loading into it. And Josh, you weren't happy with the Cypher, but you're immediately seeing so many ideas put in because of it.
Yeah, I think that I'm looking at the MIBR comp and it looks like it's been
भाई लेकिन सबसे ज़्यादा difficult है ना 100 की साइड में घुसना है
people will be running on Abyss. If anyone was
Cypher 100 की साइड में सबसे ज़्यादा difficult. Oh my, unbelievable reveals होते हैं.
So it does feel a little
unbelievable reveals होते हैं.
But when you have players like this, maybe they just want to play a really solid fundamental game and allow Envy to crash upon the rocks. And I think MIBR with the Astra and the Cypher do have a lot of opportunity to just stand their ground on sites.
Sure.
I mean, here's the double trip setup, double cage setup.
They're very orchestrated.
Hey, welcome.
Seems to have full awareness of what's going to be happening.
वो देखो एक reveal हो रहा है. लो एक और उधर reveal हो रहा है.
Hands of these MB players not enough to really get
तुम भी reveal हो
through
रखे
any
हो.
sort of opposition. Tex just definitive in terms of the way he's holding
एक
this
और
one
बंदा
down.
इधर उसका HP दिखने रहा है.
Watching the way it threats
भाई
here.
उसमें
And a
भी
flash
pop.
overhead. Perfection with the setup.
Oh, round में 1HP वाले को भी pop flash दे रहा है.
He's the player that I think a lot of the doubts have focused on. If you are a doubter,
और यहाँ के esports player क्या करते हैं?
Would be because Tex last year had a
यार
bit
वो
of a
low
rough
था,
season.
मेरे को लगा मैं मार दूंगा.
Phenomenally good before in 2024, for example, for Leviathan with Aspas, they were able to get to top 3 of champs. But last year was a wonky season for him. It's great to see him start out on
मेरे दोनों
good
गोट
footing here.
अभी तक मारे नहीं है. रुक जाओ.
He's got the talent. It's just about getting it out of him.
मेरे दो final boss.
Tex was running around about there. It's going to be late setting up over towards A, but luckily MV not looking to go fast.
Oh, it's a deep cam actually, isn't
On
it?
the way है, रुको.
So you can get this cam out. Deep into A main there. Broken. Gets him a little bit of information though. They know at least that they're A defaulting. Double smokes in mid. Zekin's going to calm that one out. And starts to pull attention towards the middle of the map. B weakened. Envy actually were doing very little of this defaulting in their game previously on Abyss. They're
sending it really.
Yeah, they do like to just send it.
Right mentality. Mazzino not anticipating that Inspire was going to be up on that line.
गलत साइड में जा रहे हैं
kind of push would work
गलत
for
साइड में जा रहे हैं लोग.
This round, Envy playing it a little more spread.
Dangerous work that. That's 140 still. The shield wasn't intact. Kesnet would have been a goner.
By almost headshot था बे.
Deep push and punish.
गलत साइड में जा रहे दोस्त.
Going toe to toe against the final boss. What you come to expect here, Verno as well. Quick clean up over towards mid. Inspire no longer a threat over towards it now. Exa's turn to try and take a fight with a flash, but anti-position play dart in as well. These players are finding it difficult to get through because it's all on board here. MB take a fight forwards, full aggro and aggression on the same page.
Really nice there from Envy. They recognize that they've got to make a play in that situation. Even with the better weapons, they're down in terms of numbers. After taking a couple of scrappy engagements. It's good to see them together.
Actual में एक साथ खेला बे.
Pool as when they played against Evil Geniuses. And I do agree with the desk that by the time we got to the end of the series, Envy were playing pretty well together. But the start of the series, if you think back to Abyss, it was a bit disjointed.
Eco था baby.
And so it's good to see that they've tightened that up a little.
अब देखो ना अब. Mid पे जा नहीं सकते. आसपास से. A पे जा नहीं सकते.
The biggest stage these players have played on. Even if they do have these chips on their shoulders in terms of wanting to prove themselves, it's.
I think nerves is such an interesting conversation with this team because they sometimes it feels like they're powered by spite.
Right, yeah. All confidence, all ego.
And when you play against a team like MIBR, everybody in every press conference is looking forward to playing against this team because they're the new hot super team on the block, and if you beat them, like you're the guys to look at.
Drone तोड़ना पड़ेगा B करके जा रहे तो.
G2 breathing a sigh of relief.
Yeah, kind of.
They've had the target on their back for the longest time.
Yeah,
now you've got NRG, MIBR.
But because MIBR are so new as well, I think people just want to play against him.
Yeah.
Question is, कैसे ये
Exeter
जाएंगे?
said that. Exeter was like, if there was one team he wanted to play against.
Smoke है, pull है,
against MIBR.
trip तो एक trip तो टूट जाएगा, दोनों trip टूट भी सकता है.
The calling in from Poppin is a bit
और
more
तीन
spread
बंदे हैं.
defaulting to go into the pick and doing a
Plus
lot of
shield नहीं
4-1s
है.
here with Inspire on the lurk rather than coming with them into the site.
Oh
This will be
shit,
used.
trip ने टूटा.
Dash proactive here from Aspas. Going to be that down towards his back. Clone forwards as well to absorb up most of that trip and chewing them up still into the cages. It's blind firing from MIBR and they're going to see if they can wiggle their way out of this ones. Cloudburst on Cloudburst.
Aichi God.
Ground on the site for a player like him and he is not done yet.
Oh my
Three-piece in the
God.
round. Stunning stuff.
Oh my
You're allowed
God,
to shoot
bro.
him. You are allowed.
Oh my
That is
God.
slippery from Aspas. How has he gotten away with that?
Oh.
I think it was a blind shot that he took. Yeah,
Bro.
I don't think it was like, there's no assist there from a recon or anything like that. In the highlight, it looks a bit simple for him. But he was slipping inside of his cloudburst, wiggling around that.
Oh
Gets
my
away with it
God,
without being
bro.
punished. Don't ask me how.
One of those players that when he takes the fights, they're just so intelligent in the way that he does it. And he has a lot of outs when he's playing on the jet. He's forced out an early timeout from MV.
I think his movement is spectacular.
Yeah.
You used to, the place that I always think about with Aspas as well
By
is
hair.
Icebox.
Well, I was going to say split. You could
Hair.
literally name any map maybe.
Yeah.
But
Papa,
pushed up
he get the
on
language.
on his split
Hey,
defense,
babe.
the way that he takes those op fights and his movement, I don't know. He really is one of a
भाई
kind.
इतना सब आने के
Because
बाद
even the
वो
other
खड़ा है
flashy
साइड
players
में
you
ऑप
think
के
about,
साथ लड़ने के
you
लिए.
want to compare him directly to Zekken, who's taken a back seat in this
Unbelievable बे इतना chaos
Zekken's a
में.
world-class duelist in his own right, but he's a bit more aggressive, selfless, willing to throw his body in there. Aspas is cool, calculated, really precise with everything he does and plays his life to perfection.
That's why everybody was really, I mean, myself included, quite excited to see them play together.
I think it's a perfect duo.
Yeah.
And I'd love to
लेकिन
see
जा गया तो
whether-
4-5 टाइम ले लेंगे
how many
language
maps in
language
the pool
language.
is Zekken actually going to be playing duelist on? He hinted at it with that interview with Liz right before this.
हाँ बे consistency बे.
And that would push Mazzino presumably onto the
Hey,
main
be
space play.
Aspas.
So that might be somewhere where the roles are getting rotated.
We could buy for MV.
मेन मालूम है सबसे मेन जो मेरे को पसंद है जीरो ईगो में
in terms of adjustments, but
नेगेटिव ईगो में वो नेगेटिव
reading that there could be some mid exploration.
Yeah, info trip in mid.
सबके साथ अच्छा है बहुत humble है.
Players decide to leave. They have a bit of info there. As we go into the next round though, Kesnit's ultimate could end up being a real key thing for Envy to get back into this game.
Sure.
And this is where not having a Yoru, not having that clone, could end up being a bit tough for MIBR.
Second, just trying to play his life here in a spot like that.
I thought he got the body block.
Yeah, almost.
भाई मेरे को भी लगा कि वो गिरा
Not
कूद
even
के.
given over a rifle, quick
मेरे
adjustment.
को भी लगा वो कूद के गिरा.
Target, not quite Mazzino, off onto the flank as well. It's good movement by
Oh
Inspire
shit,
as
low
well.
है.
Not making it an easy fight to be taken off onto the flank.
I think he did give over that Phantom because Exeter's got one.
Right, there you
Don't
go.
think he brought it into the round.
Hey,
spotted out.
TP नहीं है.
Still holding it back and just not
Keeping
quite
it at
anticipating
it.
that the players are going to be that close. Forwards again as retake is
बढ़ गया.
full throttle now. MIBR.
भाई nice shot
Run away
बे.
with it.
भाई इंस्पायर का है बे शरीफ.
But very cleanly dealt with even after
Last time में उसने क्रेजी मारा था
That's a
शरीफ के
position
साथ.
that we've seen a couple of people playing in that. Astra, I think it was Vic,
फैमिली मैन है.
potentially
हाँ बे
played in that
बहुत अलग है. आसपास
where you
अलग है.
throw the
आसपास
clip
जैसा
smoke
दूसरा
and then
कोई
you
नहीं है
tuck yourself
पूरा.
inside of it.
Yeah, they don't guarantee to kill you. Might guarantee the body block.
Yeah.
Send them straight into the depths.
So this next round though,
भाई लेकिन वो
eyes
straight
on
jump
Tex.
मारता तो गिर जाता था.
Pop
उसने
his
right
shield,
jump
pop
मारा.
his ultimate and tried to drag somebody away, and I think Tex would be the primary target if they can find the site that the Cypher's playing on. And normally these defensive teams, a lot of people are playing Yoru on this map, and so Yoru clone is something that you
Texture
can
by
use to
texture.
put a lot of
Texture
pressure back
comedy है.
onto the ISO.
Texture comedy है.
Here you don't have much.
Texture जाने दो. Texture अलग है.
Tagged by the knife, so
Texture
maybe I get
comedy
a bit
है.
of information that it's not the full spread of players.
मैं जब texture से मिला ना
Driving Aspas would be half bad as well.
सिर्फ हंस रहा था और स्माइल कर रहा
With the
था.
operator, I mean, I'd be
मेरे को
scared.
खुद नहीं मालूम एक दूसरे से क्या
Doesn't
बात
matter,
कर
I
रहे
mean,
थे.
listen, it doesn't matter what gun he's got. He could have a toenail clippers.
Comedy
I'd be
हो
scared
गए.
if I was pulled into a 1v1 with him.
Comedy and ego अलग अलग हो. हाँ.
Kesnit's
उसको
played
तो
against
ego
him
का
many,
spelling
many
भी नहीं
times.
आता रहेगा भाई.
It's real
Meaning
quiet
भी नहीं
here
बता
from
रहेगा
Envy. We're hitting
texture
that
को.
minute mark.
Has been much slower paced from Envy today.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's respect on MIBR or a specific game plan that they think will work for them.
And that's going to be all in. The series going off on the other side of things here. Verno's just trying to put a stop to it. This is
there goes the ISO ult. Nobody found.
Yeah.
It cleared heaven, but nobody
Free
scales
side,
up it
like
either.
free side.
A bit of a miss there from Envy. They didn't use the Sova utility to like confirm
I
that
think
there was a player for
वो
Keswick to
Salt
grab.
को
He just sent it.
पकड़ने के लिए वो डाल रहा था. Most likely.
Grouping up.
Most likely वो सोवा अल्ट को पकड़ने के लिए डाल रहा था क्योंकि सोवा यहाँ से अल्ट करता है.
Poppin's ult should be good for the post plan.
That's what I'm saying. There's time pressure here that Envy could play for, just the threat of that Sova ult. You've got to get a bit of a move on if you're MIBR moving forwards now, but he's going to use it proactively.
blue Sova ult, bro.
Retake starts to come online.
The blue Sova ult.
Good damage. Clears the way.
Inspire का luck भी crazy
approaching. Inspire.
निकाल लिया ये
business. All the way behind them. Just spotted out at the final few moments. Tapping away. And
God,
there it is, anticipating that re-peek. Aspas going to be looking to get away with this operator in his hands, but he's being chased. Inspire wanting to take the duel versus him. Ready as anything, though.
Yeah, he only had about 46
Recall
HP,
बोलते.
so one shot with the sheriff.
Yeah.
जरा मोटिवेशन दो कल सुबह उठ के प्रोडक्टिव काम करो बस. वालू खेल रहा हूँ last week से. बेस्ट है वही प्रोडक्टिव है.
Good for MIBR here. And
खेलने
even though Envy
कूदने की
take
उम्र है अभी.
it was costly for them. I don't think they'll mind though. Investing the ISO ult and the Sova ult into that one is fair game, and now Exeter can continue some of that momentum. I think
तो लैंड क्या रहेगा मेरे हिसाब से 13
is how many big ultimates you have to win
7-13-8.
rounds. Something that MIBR don't have as much of.
No, not playing
Do
this
they need
more
it?
standard comps. Yeah, that's a question, right?
भाई अभी तक MIBR का read on point है.
Keep this rolling, though.
It's quite an off-site setup over here towards B. Once the Yoro ult comes through, I don't think Tex and Verno will be able to hold the ground.
Yeah, just offside. Probably because of the dimensional drift.
Yeah.
You don't want to be caught out into the open. Pit's going to be dropped and layered on top of this one. A bit of spam into the smoke goes either way, these drones, but this is fast and loose now. MVR grouped up.
They haven't got plant down.
No, not yet. There's pressure mounting all over the place here. That's spike drop down. Verno just weaving in and out, using the cover of their own pit just to be a menace here. Play the rest of the team in. Tex lights them up.
भाई ये चीज में ना इसलिए मेरे को अच्छा लगता है अगर एक या दो बंदे विंडो रहते
तो. Still no plant down. Two players. Rossi and Inspire
क्योंकि सिर्फ हेवन से आ सकते हैं और
like
विंडो पे अगर कोई रहेगा ना जिगल करने के लिए वो लोग भी डबल पिक करके मार सकते हैं.
And that is timing. There's two players at the backs here. This is a massive play. Ready and waiting. Rossi activates, but Aspas right there to return that fire.
Can Inspire make use of this opportunity?
Nice spot.
Bye bye, Inspire. Bye.
Fast now, just attempting to punish Aspas in your face. Not much you can do in a spot like that.
Ninja बोलते.
He makes up for it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Aspas just for a moment there got timing. I mean, what was there? 2 seconds in it where he looks over towards spawn instead of holding B-link.
Tiniest of timings.
But he does make up for letting Verno and Zek
तो मैं टेंस और आसपास दोनों अच्छे प्लेयर पे और क्यों करना?
The craziest time happened, guys.
Yep.
We saw, bro. That's knocked Envy down onto an eco though.
Well.
And that's now 2 for 2 in rounds that I've seen them on the attack side.
Well.
Onto B and they lose. Same happened with the game against EG.
Yeah, it's getting a bit dire for Envy. You would have hoped that they were able to convert some of those rounds with the amount of ults they threw into it.
Lot of pressure, Zekin pe.
Zekin's going to be the anchor player though, towards the back of the site.
Lot of pressure.
Bruno looking to assist with potential dart. Vulnerable up with that snake bite. It's going to be sharp shooting on order.
Lot of pressure.
As low as anything though. Just had to tank that snake bite just to not stand out into the open. Blind! Oh my goodness! Help arrives. Verno and Mazzino. Stars of the show in a round like that.
And Zekin just has to sit there.
He's just essentially bait.
He is. He's just bait. Absorbs a snake bite, absorbs the drone pressure, and allows Mazzino and Verno to get played in.
Mazzino का time पे आया बिल्कुल.
They're so worried about me.
Yeah. He's a lightning rod.
Well.
There are many threats on this roster that you have to worry about.
Yep.
I mean, Zekin's at the bottom of the scoreboard, 2 and 5. Does it?
Language.
MIBR is 6-2 up.
Caster one of those players that understands that as long as you're winning.
Yeah, I don't think. Kind of rare to have somebody so talented who is previously a superstar duelist without too much of that ego.
Yeah.
really happy to take a backseat on a roster of
क्या एक fake TP के लिए drone करना जरूरी है? That is the question.
Towards the top section of mid, so they have to use the drone here. Werner just getting that mid-run info, ensuring that it's clear. Posting Aspas potentially back up. It's a precarious fight to take. Might just spot it.
Yeah, continuing to apply that pressure.
Way out into the open. Yep.
Really good awareness from Aspas, clearing all of those angles. But yeah, Inspire's been activated a little earlier than the people on the other side. Is this a fake? Are they going to end up going back over towards B?
Oh my god.
It does feel spread and slow for Envy, but I'm not sure they're accomplishing too much with this.
वो तो आगे जाके clear करेगा वापस.
Really.
आसपास.
Yeah, he's not looking to take that one, I don't think.
Holding it down. Calm, nerves just
glimpse
of a body, and the shoulder's all he needs. Aspas gearing up for that one. Another fight to be taken up, drafting away. What is that movement? It's so good. Just out of there. Able to be caught, and well, it's a bullet to the chest there. Texas happy to clean up the rest of it though. So an instantaneous trade, and the ult barely not able to get out there. Rossi happy to take that fight again as an individual. 2v3.
Oh, nice shot, Rossi.
Lighting them up. Best chance in a long while for Envy. Deciding how they want to take the rest of this.
But I'm a little worried about getting into that smoke.
Up the ropes? What is occurring here? Down to the 1v1. Rossi versus Zekken.
Smoke v smoke.
Stars available for Zekken to work with. Ult on top of it as well if he really wanted to make the play happen, but just the star consumed. Drops down, forcing the issue. Jumping around. You would have heard that Rossi has jumped down here, but yeah, time running too short. What a round by Rossi.
There were some amazing shots in there. That is a really special round from Rossi. Great trade out as well.
Sexy था लेकिन Rossi का.
Playing off the back of Extra as they doubled up into ropes.
Actual में jump मार के अंदर गया और उसको लगा ऊपर है करके.
Take a look at this one again. A little hop-up kill onto
ये right play तो वही था.
वैसे देखा जाए तो. Really impressive too. Envy need rounds like this. That's only their third so far.
Attack में क्या
on the
होगा
attack
लेकिन?
sides when you've seen them in the past. In Ascension, for example, they're snowballing, destroying teams, bulldozing over them on the attack. This one's been a bit more patient, calculated.
Suppress reveal sub baby.
But they'd like at least to get, I think, Kesnit's ult online here and get some more value out of that. Last time it
Rossi form में लेकिन Rossi मस्त मार रहा है.
Yeah, MIBR were entirely off site, playing around the ultimates.
I think you've got to be worried about both of these ult drops. When Aspas is feeling confident enough to push up and play aggressive angles, you saw him in the previous round, how he pushed into that A main space. Poppin's holding onto his drone though. Not a tool that they had to work with in round 9. So they can drone in here, allow Kesnit to get a much freer orb. Oh, they just use the wall.
Yeah, use the wall to try and get up as much as they possibly can. That blind catches everyone, but crucially, no sound cues.
Are they not going to go for the ISO ult?
No one panicking. I think just the drone tags. The ISO ult might follow up, but Mazzino.
Oh shit.
So no command popped off here. That means no utility, no ultimates can be used to try and bail them all the way out. Damage done. Drop down though to the floor. Mazzino is going to be given up for the cause. Aspas going to be playing his life, trying to regroup with the rest of his team.
Problem है कि वो अभी भी info दे रहा है. Left side खाली है.
Mazzino's still technically alive.
Right.
अभी तक
Mazzino falls, so that's it. That's an ult online, which he can now use immediately at that. So that's Heaven cleared. Poppin taking the space off of it. 1v1 to be taken. Kesnit can't win it out.
Oh
it's Zekken
shit.
and Werner winning their individual ones towards it, and it leaves it in the hands of Rossi. But too much to deal with. Overwhelmed from every angle.
Oh shit. MVP कौन था बता?
It feels comfortable here for MIBR. There should be a lot of
MVP
threats,
कौन था बता
but I
chat?
guess when you win in your 1v1s at such a decent level.
Actual में
I don't
round
think there was
किसने
very much
जीता
threat
है?
in that exec though either. Inspire's cleared up fairly easy. They've come in with a really clear
Okay,
game plan.
you're right. You are right.
Mid-lurks back. At this point, it's quite real.
Perfect ulti मारा. ना वो लोग पीछे जा पाए. आगे जाके कुछ करने पाए.
7-3 though.
Perfect ulti.
Chances to recover
Perfect.
the half, but I think best case scenario here would be an 8-4 for Envy.
Perfecto ulti मारा.
Weaponry is looking real bad right now.
This round might be, like you said, a bit of a throwaway. Not going to be playing like it though. Team flash again. Big connection. Big group up. That's a knife.
Even I think control role is nerfing Zekken. Problem ये है ना कि वहाँ पे सब लोग hero बनने के लिए नहीं गिरते.
Nade dropped.
कुछ लोग एक्चुअल में ऐसे है कि जीतने के लिए खेलते हैं वो थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है
You get a death and you have it online for the next, but I don't know whether anyone's even taking it.
No, not really thinking about it, but that's two waves of the util moving past and away. Mazzino just dominating the angle in the smoke, underhanded with the flash. Inspire anti was played, and he does connect that shot.
All right.
Okay, blind fire into that smoke. Really making it nice and
भाई
awkward
उसका
for him.
शेरिफ
Verno
है
feels
भी
like he
कुछ
has to
तो
offload this Hunter's Fury just to buy a bit of time here towards the back of the site.
तो है
No
उसका शेरिफ
connections. A lot of players weak there. Could have been big and
Oh
wrapping
shit, एक और
around
timing
all the way. Aspas. He's like Bates almost. What is occurring here with a game of timing? No!
Yeah?
Whips out a sidearm, and this is individualistic at its
Yeah?
core. Envy finding it hard pressed to get anything done though in a spot like that.
Yeah!
What is going on over there at spawn?
Just craziness.
I mean, Tex has got his back to Inspire the entire time, not realizing that Aspas is getting pushed. And Aspas is like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Just तुमने बोला उसका शेरिफ crazy है
That's silly to begin with, but this brawl that happened in spawn was, huh? No, man, no. There's no way. Again, it's the movement actually more than the aim that wins it for Aspas. But the aim's not bad. He's 13 and 3.
It's not missing.
No.
Round 12.
अरे just तारीफ किया था इंस्पायर भाई
Not up to their ults.
No.
2 सेकंड तो देते
Getting those on board, because that is a huge win condition for them on the attack side. Exeter could have his already.
Quite aggro here from MIBR. More so than they've done in the past. That's shield, not even broken. I think Kesnick can still just run this one down. But
how is he not punished there, Aspas, again?
Yeah. Clone's going to be broken. Right. Nade stores him out.
Ultimate collects.
Yeah. And here it is, popped off. Dimensional drift forwards. Clearing the way for the rest of his team to follow up and through.
Hello guys.
Look to take this one.
Set Kali boys.
Spotting out two players out towards it as the drift fades away. Oh my god, Mazzino. Just on it, man. As the player is also falling shortly afterwards. Rossi towards heaven has got to get something done, but again, these fights are just awkward. In terms of the manner that they're taking, and Mazzino is the one to steal the show in a round like this. Inspire. No bullets, no problem.
My God.
They're finding themselves in some silly situations here towards the end of the half, but in terms of how the rounds have gone in general, it is clean stuff. Very easy going. To be honest, fairly reminiscent of the way that NRG were destroying Cloud9.
The call is God, but you know we'll get him next time. It's okay.
Just domination. 9-3 here for MIBR leading. We'll see what happens on the next half.
क्या कॉल था मेरे को जानने का Well, language anonymous, language. भाई है बे आसपास लेकिन fuck bro. इंसेन बंदा है भाई लेकिन क्या आने से एमएबी स्टेबल हो गया है कमेंट टू प्रीवियस देखते अभी जस्ट आए देखते इतना है कि अभी आसपास को सपोर्ट मिल रहा है भाई अभी वाला
showcasing that tier differential. A bit like that, to be honest.
Yeah, get him.
Yeah, a bit like that.
Get him.
हर मैच में मार खाता पेंगुइन.
All the aggression in the world couldn't really help Envy towards the end of that half. This iron wall that was pulled up MIBR.
बंक्स भाई भी ऐसे होते हैं आसपास जैसे बट हमारे बंक्स भाई को स्ट्रीम करना है स्ट्रीमिंग का आसपास बन गया है
I mean, if you just think about round 12.
जस्ट सेइंग स्ट्रीम करने के बाद भी एक बहुत बाप टीम को हम लोग ने बाइंड में हारा है जस्ट सेइंग हाँ
completely. I mean, the KDs are.
और वो भी ऐसा आ रहा है ना कि उनका मेन प्लेयर पढ़ाई करने के लिए बाहर गया है अभी.
9-3 game. As we head back into it though,
Boyin bhai, are you there?
interesting to see that Aspas has got regen shield.
कैसे काले?
So
काले ये सब देख के थोड़ा बहुत मिस तो करता रहेगा ना रे.
Zeno taking the L, dropping the ghost to his teammate. And Aspas has been set up as the raid boss, the final boss.
It's going to be suppression across the board here with a shot dance, a fight taken.
Lad
Envy.
rahe,
By the
lad
time
rahe.
for the moment, a few seconds
Lad
off,
rahe.
but now maybe potentially
लड़
overextending.
रहे
when
आराम
Burrow
से.
has to punish. It's damage
डब्लू
done.
लड़ा
Got two for the trouble.
लेकिन वो अकेला है
It's
अभी
as well,
सोवा.
but he's going to be sandwich squeezed now. Tex approaching alongside Zekken. Cautiously at that, looking for the clearance, but yeah, shot from behind.
वो एक सेकंड और मिलता है यार. भाई क्या बैकअप दिया है बे.
So Zekken still has to clear all of these angles, and a high low looks nice.
Really does. Yeah, they're going to be ready for this fight to be taken. Envy, pistol round win.
Good to see.
सलाहकार भाई, thank you so much for the membership. मेरी जान के today.
He was very critical about his. I mean, he was.
थोड़ा बहुत फिर याद आता है कि.
Talked about how in that game against Evil Geniuses.
याद आता है कि करके कितना ही और चेंज कर.
Bro's falling for the fake reload 2026. Shabla.
अगर उस दिन तो पार्टी में नहीं जाता था यार.
So Envy full buy up into this one.
Huh?
Extra going for a Marshall. Full shields though. Double Spectre, double Bulldog. Respect on MIBR, looking to put that 5th round on the board.
Yeah, a lot of emphasis showed by Envy.
बाइंड में तो तुम लूजर थे. 5-13 से हराया था आपको. मैं तो बाइंड में लूजर था, लेकिन आप तो लाइफ में छूते हो ना.
Confident enough to take some of these fights.
I like the way that Inspire was playing around
Streamer को roast करेगा.
with the Viper on this map too. He had some highlight rounds last we saw. Should be a bit difficult for MIBR to get through.
A lot of jump spots. Yeah, and Envy potentially on that more comfortable territory now that the sides are swapped around, like you said. Anchor setups.
Rude, do it
Yeah, it's a
again.
bit strange, honestly, but I think I'm inclined to agree. Usually, I think of Envy as being that attack-sided team that's...
And also, I mean, the comp they're playing too, with the ults. And the
अकेला भी
generation
फेक
of it.
बोलते हैं.
But, yeah, willing to take and fight
वो लोग का पैर के नाखून तक नहीं ला बे.
It's going to be squaring up. MIBR again.
Drone देख के.
Weaponry, armor, anything like that. Not even too
But
much details.
actually, WBNB.
Flash. Pop in. He's a high ground perch there. Kesnet. Oh my.
तो और एक साथ दिखाई दिया पहली बार.
To pieces, stinger in hand.
It's a good one for the stats.
Yeah, it is.
And also for building up the ultimate.
The ultimate.
Where is Excali now?
Be a game
Oh,
changer.
girlfriend ने बाहर गया अभी.
Especially as we're looking forward to a bonus round.
Oh yeah,
Don't think he'll have it online though. Still 3 away.
थक गया वो.
10
Verno,
seconds left.
I mean, is he... he surely should just be jumping off the
Jumping
map
off?
at this
Yeah,
point,
I
but
mean, it's-
I don't know, he's going for something. Where's he off to? He just wants the plant money?
Trying to get the plant
Just
money. Is
saying,
he even going
अगर
to
Excali ने
get
nerf किया
Yeah, he
था
does, just.
last year. भाई ये भाई.
Inspire, dead in the eyes.
मैंने क्या बोला था 13-7 13-8 हाँ? Possible है.
Fair enough.
Possible है.
Fair enough. Yeah, so no
Possible
major
तो है.
ultimate's going to be online for this bonus for Envy.
चाहे जितना लोग स्ट्रीम देख रहे हैं, जितना लोग जगह है फुल स्क्रीन पे लाइक कर दो स्ट्रीम को. लव मेरी जान कर दो.
Genuinely going to be difficult for MIBR to get through. But
Binks guys so
I
sexy.
guess the question is he even going to be tested? Because I think
Zekken, I love you.
expecting
Shout out to you.
Inspire to be set up on B 9 times out of 10.
Envy still similar game plans as before. They've been actively trying to fight over certain areas of the map, even on their defense.
Here.
Always applying pressure. Moving that cam puts a big question mark in the minds of MIBR, wondering where they could exactly be laying. Big group up. Orbs to be farmed.
ये one way हल्का सा गिर
No
गया
real
रे
intention
बाबा.
though of committing to a hit with the spike drop down.
Now they may need to go and reclaim mid at this point too, because you know that they've pushed down and pushed Tex out of
Oh
that spot,
shit.
broken the camera.
This is the
Worried a
problem.
little bit about them controlling this B connector,
Drone ने
which is
कुछ
much
info
more
नहीं दिया है.
available to the defenders now. They're second
Yeah,
guessing what they're going
second-guessing.
for.
I mean, maybe
ओए
Zekken
क्या
spotted by the
read
drone.
है?
Yeah, or maybe just because the drone came out. Just giving a little bit of indication that they're into a default. Now you do actually have a good
The
timing to go and
fuck?
hit A pretty quickly. Tex has kept all of that space for them.
It's all been quiet. Slow going, not wanting to give anything away.
What's the timing on this gate crash for Egster? Is he going to be able to get one and get out?
Not too sure.
Oh, it's
just
inspired
as they go for the hit. Perfect timing at it. Tries to dominate again that choke point angle. Fights taken. Rossi.
Oh, nice shots, be.
Kills found. Is laving it into a 3v3. Deep push by Aspas. A bit unorthodox from a player like him. He's alone going at it, but he does have that dash to see if he can get out. They're still eager to lay claim to their lives. And Spine's got to do it now with a stinger. Could potentially acquire that upgrade with the Bulldog, but very difficult situation.
Rank push करने का मन कर
Smokes in
लिया.
your face. You know the backside's compromised and time ticking away from you. Everything watched for, so MIBR will find themselves up to 10.
भाई वो क्या रीड था बे वो लोग का लेकिन MIBR का?
Incredible talent that he's got in terms of his aim there. He's a beautiful player to watch when he's taking fights.
इतना लेट ड्रोन डॉज किया है, कुछ इंसान नहीं है ड्रोन के पास. ड्रोन बोल रहे बी क्लियर है.
Hit the deck. 16 and 5.
और फिर भी वो लोग ये गए.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, clean as anything really.
Yeah, it's very controlled. I mean, the timing he caught onto Kesnet as well. Kesnet was not thinking about it.
मेंबरशिप वाला बिजनेस चलता है अभी भी जो वॉच पार्टी में करते थे. कौन सा बिजनेस है मेंबरशिप वाला?
Potentially going into a bit of a B split.
Hopping, greeding for the orb instantly off the back of a recon in A main.
Risky business. No one was home though to see if they can punish.
तो VCT के लिए आसपास कौन पे किल है?
Will slow down MIBR for a moment. They've been
mid to B split.
Perfectly willing to play a patient game.
Straight mid to B
Almost
split.
Every single round essentially has been.
Smoke जाने के बाद walk in चालू.
Kesnet could be in a position to receive this aggression on the B split.
वो लोग ने smoke देख लिया है.
Aspas, Tex and Mazzino is going to be, but I would assume they're going to be earlier than the B main players.
Pitch comes up. There's an ult as well to try and play for this one. Dart towards the back, and Kesnet's just going to try and stay alive. Tags potentially there. Shield up. Kesnet just trying to square up. Will find it. Can't get the second, but Inspire.
Shot be Inspire.
Plays it off. Perfectly in Egster, but Verno shuts it down still. Spam onto the angles.
Bro, क्या trade लिया है bro? क्या बंदा है बे Inspire?
Someone in a round like this. Spike was dropped down. Pop in. Actually trying to find his place as well onto the map. This is Zekken surrounded.
30 seconds left.
1v3 right from behind. It's clinical stuff.
बहुत जल्दी frank है.
Poppin is able to seal
भाई
it
Inspire
up.
क्या player है bro?
They've been able to find, you know, these little footholds here and there throughout this map so far.
Yeah, I think on the defense side though, they're actually looking like they've got some better opportunities to stand toe-to-toe with MIBR.
Yeah.
Nice! Let's go!
I think Poppin's read in this round actually could end up being a key thing to look at.
Bro, ने Astra को देखा था उस round नहीं देखा.
He was able to push out and take this A space.
Good morning, Tibun bye.
I don't know, 3 seconds of the round. He just threw out a recon, grabbed the orb, and was on the flank real fast.
Morning, Simran Baji.
Shield is popped off before that knife. You get a suppression going. Kesnet trying to square up. He's desperate for them to be.
Please, oh, cam
value out of his shield.
Yeah, well, that's going to be fading.
Please, oh, cam todo.
He could have potentially just sent the ultimate in there as well, so that you guarantee some value out of the shield.
Please, oh, cam
maybe
todo.
He doesn't want to invest it on this round when he knows that MIBR are going to be on a lighter buy. Aspas also with a hero vandal. Makes this round feel a lot less like a light buy for
सिर्फ
MIBR.
केजअप कर सकता है टाइम पास के लिए.
And he's still got a blade storm in his back pocket for the next.
लेकिन वो लोगों को इतना तो पता रहेगा कि दो बंदे मिल.
I say that he would have to get a kill, but odds on.
Yeah, odds on. Aspas is probably going to be good for it, right? It's
all पूरा mid छोड़ दिया है भाई.
MV were grouped up in mid for a little
इतना
bit.
timing हो सकता है उनके साथ.
Cleaned him up.
So
5 seconds left. What is the call to be made?
भाई वो लोग को अभी flank देखना चालू करना पड़ेगा.
The objective is a little bit lost here.
किधर भी timing हो सकता है.
After the defensive drone comes through, look at him. Starting to rotate these defensive players away because the drone didn't see anything in A main, and now this is the timing for the attackers to take into the A side.
30 seconds left.
The owner's going to be on Poppin. Just wants to play his life in a position like this here. There's going to be a drone. Tags up into the smoke. We'll have to respect that. He's on 45 HP. Allies arriving onto it.
Cypher भी पहुंच गया इधर.
Load here. Suppression. Vulnerable up onto multiple targets again. That plant does still need to go down. The time
Planter के आगे किसको रहना पड़ेगा? Ice ult के लिए.
Going to need to see if they can really deliver something here. But Kesnet just overloads it again. Another ultimate denying that plant. No one's got onto this one. MV start to flood them in. Everybody won the rod. They got the plant down and they absorbed that somehow. towards the back. Mazino!
Headshot!
No way!
Kya?
4 kills, 1 more for the ace. Inspire gradually moving towards him. Inspire though.
Hello?
Takes the opportunity now, brings it into that 1v1. Snatch it back. Should have been an impossibility. Guessing as to where Zekin could be. The pull by Zekin a bit of time, and the turn is a half clearance onto the corner. Thrifty win for MIBR. That is worst case scenario for Envy. They invested a lot into that round.
Bro!
Mazino is a miracle worker here. The first player gets denied by the Hunter's Fury. Second player gets grabbed by Kesnit's ultimate. And Mazino plants, kills 2 with a stinger in heaven, kills 2 with a stinger at spawn.
Huh?
What on earth?
Because that shield up too.
No, that's an unbelievable round from Mazino. That should never be happening. You won't see anything like that for the rest of the season.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
With a stinger, man.
Yeah.
And he only had 5 seconds to be able to get the plant
By
too. He
PC
had
check.
to stick it.
I didn't think it was on it.
By impossible, by.
Yeah, well,
I
there was a lot of pressure on the plant.
But yeah, I can't believe they managed to somehow win that one. MB also going to be asking themselves the same question. Take timeout for it.
5-round deficit, but Envy can still buy. I think the biggest problem is that all of those ultimates have disappeared now, like you were saying, Brent. It was super expensive. Had they won the round, you might be feeling all right about it, but it was still an anti-eco.
Yeah.
So either way, that was looking a little rough, and Mazino's just put the cherry on the cake.
क्या सीन है ये? कुछ update आएगा?
Now Mazino even with the ultimate as well, so he's the danger player once more. Null Command is really nice for being able to open up these avenues into sights.
Yeah.
Especially actually against the Viper, weirdly enough, because you just neutralize the ability for Inspired to
भाई
be inside the
गलत
smoke.
था बे वो.
Chance to speed up here for MIBR, but the
But
slow gameplay
actually
has
गलत
just
था
been working
भाई.
out.
It has.
They haven't had a reason to change it up.
I think Verno's been really good at calling around Poppin's utility. The Sova meta game, trying to find those timings past the defensive drones has been great.
There's no command.
उसने स्टिंगर से कितने हेडशॉट मार रहे हैं पता है
He's going to
और?
be dropped down to his knees. Potential
10-15
for resurrect as well. Updraft and a dash. Aspas is getting involved and getting in there still.
Good movement.
Yeah. Rossi making it nice and
स्टिंगर
awkward.
चलाएंगे क्या आज?
Holding down the choke point. 2 players removed. The near side is perfect. And Envy,
क्या
blink of an
चल
eye.
रहा है?
Steal away around. Up to 7 now for them.
Very confident playing that flood defense style. Tempo increase and Envy are all over it.
What do you think India can be at in pro in Valo like some big dogs? Oh, big
Players in the
dogs.
rest of the squad, Kesnit, Rossi.
Hey, let's go, baby!
Flooding back in and Poppin will be feeling great about that
Oh,
one.
big dogs.
It's a weird buy now. MIBR got their loss bonus reset because they were able to win that round. Aspas though, with Bladestorm and a couple of rifles, it still
भाई कुछ
feels
स्टिंगर अलग
almost like
चल
a full
रहा है
buy.
बे वो लोग का.
Making it feel like it's just text too. Cage and a cam. Doubled up to take a main, but everybody
अगर
waiting
text
to
ने
leap
मारा
into the
अभी
fray. You can see him straight in.
मेरा
No one's home. No one anchoring. Shield up and popped. Bit of spam onto the corner. Dart. Dangerous. Tricky spotted situation, especially with that one. The suppression and the vulnerable is a
Smoke
flood.
में मारा
Retake attempt already going in. Spike's not even down in a spot like this, but
नहीं है अपड्राफ्ट बकचोदी नहीं.
roll it back a little bit.
Hello?
MIBR just absorb that aggression.
It's a
And
lot of
Padre.
patience from MIBR not going for a plant in that situation.
They are
Full retreating.
hyper-disciplined.
And now, look at what that's done to the defenders. They have no idea what's going on right now. They are lost. They're looking to re-clear
New
over towards
meta.
mid as the re-hit comes through.
Yeah, MIBR have just been doing a fantastic job of controlling the pace. Not getting sucked into the
राइट साइड तो यही क्लियर कर रहा है भाई.
high tempo playstyle.
But Mazino's still got to get this spike in the ground, and now Envy know where it's ending.
Bullets raining down on your heads. Danger lurking every corner.
ऐसे भी इन्फो ले सकते हैं. पहली बार देखा
Flank
मैंने.
occurring too.
कभी जेट नहीं खेलता.
Tapping a push, like you said, all the way towards backside, planting, ensuring that it could be cleared. Getting themselves an extension into the round here. Now a fight to be taken forward. They hear all this noise. Kesnet potentially just looking to see if he can lock this one up. Mazino's found Rossi.
भाई आवाज कर करके
That was one
बकचोद.
possibility. Aspas and Mazino.
Oh.
In a spot like that, take back control of the round. MIBR so good at just slowing it down.
Oh my
And these
God.
players are so good too. Mazino's hyper aware. He clears Rossi on the flank here. And then it's still good for winning the
Mazino का
extra
रेड
duel towards
crazy था
Inspire at the
लेकिन
end.
बहुत बाप खेल रहा है Mazino.
Zeno's a big reason why this is considered a super team by many.
Yep. Actual में बहुत बाप
He is
खेल रहा है.
one of our America's
Insane खेल रहा है
MVPs
वो.
at the end of, I think it was the 2024 season.
आसपास बेंच.
He was spectacular that year.
Yeah. Heavy stack of MV. This is all in a bit of a gamble at
कब
that.
मरे?
Crouched up, Mazino's ready. Traders there in sight.
ओए सोवाल टोपी हो सकता है.
Vulnerable still through. MIBR sidestepping, dancing around our Hunter's Fury. And just like that, pop in.
भाई तुम लोग को समझ में आ रहा है प्रॉपर ट्रैप प्ले था और वो लोग ऐसा जीते राउंड. भाई ये वाला राउंड सादा राउंड नहीं था, ट्रैप प्ले राउंड था ये, कि एक के कांटेक्ट पे वल्नरेबल सोवा अल्ट 4 बंदे मारेंगे और वो लोग ऐसा राउंड जीते. The fuck. हेलो भाई ये लोग क्वालिफाई 101%
Could take control of the pace at every point in
Hey,
time in
super
these
team.
rounds, but Crowd coming up gives opportunities to, like you said, play the double duelist, maybe get a bit more
भाई
explosive with it.
4
We'll see.
बंदे
Don't
प्लस
go anywhere, you
ओवल्टे
don't want to miss
भाई.
it.
क्या सीन. लास्ट राउंड देखो बे एक बार, क्या कैसे जीते बे लास्ट राउंड. भाई ये लोग सारे राउंड जीत कैसे रहे, मेरे को वही नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. वो स्टिंगर वाला राउंड कैसे जीते, लास्ट वाला राउंड कैसे जीते. मजीनो क्रेजी था इस मैप में, बहुत क्रेजी था, बहुत क्रेजी था, बहुत क्रेजी था.
Red Bull gives you wings.
आई थिंक जेकर ने मारा, बाकी सब मार रहे. अरे सीन ये, उसका जो कैरेक्टर है उसको ज्यादा जिंदा रहना है, मारने वाला कैरेक्टर नहीं है. उसको स्टार्स डालना है, टीम फाइट में निकालना है, पुल करना है, स्टन करना है. एक बार वो सब हो गया उसके बाद उसको लड़ने के टीममेट के साथ. तब तक तो आधी टीम खत्म कर रही है ना, तो उसको कहाँ से मिलेंगे किल्स. हर बंदा नहीं मार सकता भाई. वो जिंदा था, टीम के लिए काम कर रहा. उसका एसिस्ट देखो, 15-16 एसिस्ट रहेगा उसका. गुड फॉर रीजन, लाइक मारो. लव यू मेरी जान करोटे. राज फॉरिद भाई, लव यू मेरी जान करोटे. उसके वजह से कोई राउंड आ रहा क्या? नहीं, उसके वजह से कोई राउंड नहीं आ रहा. उसका मतलब सिंपल है कि वो अच्छा खेला. रिप्ले में देख के समझेगा कैसे जीते. डाउनलोड करने मिल सकता है. एक्स्ट्रा आग्रह विफ बॉल चलेगा, लेकिन मेरे को डाउट है भी उसको मारने का भी मौका मिला रहेगा.
Oi pessoal,
भाई मुंह
eu
पे
sou o
ब्लाइंड
Aspas,
आ रहा है,
do
आसपास
Final
आ रहा है,
Boss,
ऑफ
e esse
मार
é
रहा
o
है
meu
दूर
time
दूर से.
MIBR. Primeiro, o Verno, ele é o nosso iniciador e já
भाई
ele tem
मेरे को एक बात बताओ, एक्स्टर वो राउंड जो बक्की वो स्मोक से निकला, उसको क्या पड़ी बे. वो लोग एनवी वो राउंड जीत जाता है, लेकिन फक ब्रो, क्या रिएक्शन टाइम है कि 2 बंदे भाग के जा रहे, तेरे को साउंड आ रहा है, तो स्मोक प्ले बना रहा है, जैसे ही निकला टॉप हेडशॉट. 100 ने मारा था आई थिंक.
Here with the coach of MIBR, Fraud now. Nicely done, stealing their map pick away. I think there are a lot of questions about your map pick of Corrode and what the roles are going to shake out to be. Will we see that double duelist? So can we give any hint
MIBR confirm qualified. 1,001% qualified.
I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. But ultimately, I think as a team, we're going to try our best to be very diverse and just try different things. So you never know what you're going to see. But, you know, we're very happy with just everyone's flexibility and ability to play whatever we feel like we need to play at the moment. So, yeah.
Jet Roulette, got it. Best of luck.
Come on, Fraud. Give us something, a little morsel of goodness, please. But of course, so if you're an MIBR fan, you are very happy with how things have gone, especially after map 1. A strong showing, 13-7 there, Athena. And really, what we were seeing right out of the gate was exactly what myself and Emily actually were really looking to see from this team, which was a stalwart defense, and that is exactly what we got.
For sure. We saw a lot of these different setups, a lot of these really good reactions. So this round, for example, they had that Viper pit on site and they were able to just fast flood right into it. And then they knew that this was going to be an anti-eco, got a little bit close, but it didn't matter because again, these retakes going in together, their defense setups just made a lot of sense. They did a lot of those default setups. They had a lot of those 4-1s, the 3-2s with the aggressive op on the other side. And just overall, it looked like their playbook was super deep. Arguably, for me, probably one of the best defense playbooks we've seen, the most thought out defense setups that we've seen so far in Kickoff.
No, I completely agree. To add on to your point, though, I think they also did their homework because the way that they were playing it is similar to how Loud was playing it, playing back, not really giving those kills and those lives to Envy to kind of work off of, right? And that made them uncomfortable. You saw in that Viper all round that you picked out is that they got antsy. They started peeking out when they didn't really have to. They don't know what to do in those situations where it is a 5-on-5 retake.
Yeah, and it just looks like MIBR has that read, like you said, every single time. They're able to retake together. They have the set util that they're trying to play off of. And then, of course, that all boils down to IGL, Verno being able to call out a lot of those timings. And he did a phenomenal job at it, as well as keeping up the frags.
And I also do want to say as well, like, let's not forget, this Envy squad is coming into this one with the, 2 subs that they're needing to integrate into their system. Yes, they're very good players and they can pop off when they need to. But this is a tale of 2 different teams here and what they're experiencing right now. And of course, you have to keep in mind that when you have massive rounds that could potentially shut down any comeback. I mean, Emily, it's like this round 17 thrifty, and more importantly, it just was the pin on the game, right? The final pin on the game.
Yeah, and they played it so well. Like, even having all this utility thrown at them, the fact that they were able to kind of come back into the round, get this plant down so very late into it, even after getting ISO ulted.
I mean, granted, Mizuno had like an insane round with the 4K, just sitting in that corner, getting that first kill and continuing to kind of hold it down. And then again, earlier we talked about Zekin being in those clutch positions, being left in that 1v1 was just perfect. Yeah, Mizuno.
My stinger doesn't do that.
So like Zenichi koi hai kya chat mein?
And that's the reason why they're talking about.
Do you want to play some Valo after
this team? That guy can get activated at any point in time. He can absolutely dominate the game.
Every single player is a star player on this team.
Yeah, that's the point of the roster.
Oh, really? Is it?
These 2 are going to fight. Let's actually send it over to Coach Stunner and hear what he has to say ahead of map 2.
Here, the coach of Envy, Stunner. Now it's a rough loss map, a rough loss on your map pick. There we go, we got it. Something I want to ask you is the adjustments that we were going to make for map 2. It seemed like you were slowly getting there on the second half of the map, but just couldn't quite get there. So what have you told your team to do for map 2?
Morning members on the stream.
Classic, lose first map, win the next 2. We're joking around, making it
Full power was giving actual
I think these guys played a little bit too slow.
Actual liking,
and I think we played a little bit into MIBR's playstyle, but we'll fix it for the next map.
All right, well, best of luck.
So you heard there, right? Played a little bit too much into MIBR's playstyle. That
good morning, Banks. Good morning. Good morning.
Agree with there.
So technically, I was right. They did make them play to their playstyle. It's just it wasn't as aggressive.
Okay, you're always just like analysts always looking to be.
No members only, please, Valo. 4 घंटा नॉर्मल स्ट्रीम किया, हाँ ये वाला 3 घंटा नॉर्मल, 7 घंटा, अभी एक और घंटा आ रहा है, हाँ 8 घंटा नॉर्मल स्ट्रीम, उसमें भी एड्स ऑफ कर रहे हैं तुम्हारे लिए। एक 150 रुपए कमाने दो यार भाई को यार। सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट क्या खाऊं मैं? हाँ? इडली ऑर्डर करते बोलते भाई साहब पैसे नहीं है, ये ले सिर्फ चटनी खाओ।
And it sounds silly because yeah, at the end of the day, rank whatever. But I do think all those reps of having
मैं मूवी में काम कर सकता हूँ क्या?
and not be stuck in stuck in the playbook and that was already pre-planned. It's great.
I think a big chunk of that too is Poppin and having that coaching
staff. Salmon bye for watching the stream, dude.
In the server and being able to listen to each other. Like you said, there's a lot that comes in from ranked, but also playing on this team dynamic.
अगर कोई दो हीरो वाला मूवी बन रहा है तो
sometimes it's a little bit hard to have them be on the same page. So you really need to step up in terms of that communication, in terms of that.
They are so.
And I think they're doing that excellently because they are bouncing off of each other so well.
भाई मेरे को एक बात बताओ, 7 महीने से ये बंदा 18 साल का 18-19 साल का 18 का ये शायद 7 महीने से ये 150 रुपए का मेंबरशिप ले रहा है। इसका मतलब ये बंदा कितना रिच रहेगा? हाँ है कि नहीं? है कि नहीं? स्ट्रिक्स जैसे ही है मेरे हिसाब से इसका भी हालत।
Defeat MIBR is kind of figuring out where their weaker side.
Yeah, where's the gap in the setup that you can potentially sneak
they
into?
had that jet towards this side.
Strict जैसे ही है।
Just doing kind of like a retake setup that's pretty obvious.
मैं तो मामूली मानो सेम मेरे को स्ट्रिक्स ने बोला था।
That mistake too, right?
Same मेरे को स्ट्रिक्स ने बोला था।
So, all right, folks. Well, listen, there's a lot we could talk about here in this series, and we will. But for now, though, Brennan Sideshow are going to catch you guys on the other side after this. Let's see if we can get a map 3 from Envy.
आओ हेलो बॉट भाई, एमसीएम क्या बोला बॉट भाई ने? साइड हटो, वॉच पट्टी होती रहेगी भाई। हो जाए डन सीन बॉट भाई, मेंबर तो हो जाएगा। डन सीन बॉट भाई, डन सीन। आपने जो पैसा फेंक के मारा है, मैं तो बोलता हूँ मेंबर सुनने के बाद एक वीडियो कॉल भी कर दूंगा आपको। मैं सोचा 5 लाख आते इसको पर मंथ। वेल पॉसिबल है। जो 3 कोच इसने हायर किया था वो भी डीएक्सी ऑर्ग ने नहीं किया था, इसने खुद नहीं किया था। इनसाइड न्यूज़ है ये, इनसाइड न्यूज़ खुद से। 2 बंदे इधर बैठो, एक बंदा पीछे बैठो।
Fast tempo, the aggression,
Possible.
that ranked playstyle almost that Envy have just been forged into. You know, there's a lot of interesting little flavors I think you can add to a match like this too.
दूसरा चैट में इसका कौन सा है?
That is path to pro, they've made it all the way and now getting a chance to really go toe-to-toe with some of the best in the world.
एक सेकंड मेरे
but
पास
also
एक
the fact
तरीका
that, you
है।
know, you've got this extra element, right? You've got Kesnet playing
We go
against Mazino,
here.
2 Chilean players who, you know, we got
We
Santiago
go
coming
to
up, right, in Chile,
here.
so that's Masters 1.
Yeah, and they're
लंदन आओ तो मेरे को बताना।
before.
ये एनवी वर्सेस इजी दिखा था, ये अभी का नहीं
right now as well.
नहीं यही है।
Both of them. I mean,
हो जाए
especially
एमसीएम और दूसरा चैट में।
particularly excited that Santiago
इतने
is on
लिखा
the
है।
horizon. If Envy were able to get there, that would be astonishingly good.
Yeah.
Completing the path to pro, and then at that point you're almost royal
बाप
loaded.
रे,
Going all
कभी
the
तक
way
का
through to
दिखता है
the
बे
global
चैनल
top.
एक्टिविटी।
MIBR though are expected to
पूरा
be.
लाइफ
That's the
टाइम का
difference in
दिखता है ब्रो, व्हाट द
expectations for this team.
फक।
And it is Zekan on Omen. I'm a little disappointed, I must be honest. I was hoping to see the Yoru Wayland come out for this match.
I'm with you.
It's fine, it's a good
महेश भाई थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द मेंबरशिप। मेरी जान करते हैं हर स्ट्रीम में फॉरवर्ड कैसे बढ़ा लैंग्वेज
Part of the reason why I was so excited.
ब्रेकफास्ट पे जाए जी पे
But Envy are going to be running it, so it gives them those options to slow it down in the right places.
ब्रेकफास्ट में मैं क्या सोना खाऊं? $5,400 का ब्रेकफास्ट भेजा चैट। हाँ 5,400 का अगर इडली मंगाया मैंने, मेरे को खुद बाहर जाके बेचना पड़ेगा मेरी जान के टोटे। Guys, can we have bought by OP in the chat for sending 5,400 for breakfast? Hello? 5,400 for breakfast, 10-star hotel में खाना खा सकता हूँ मैं.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, the desk was talking about it. They increased the tempo a little bit. They had good fast
Gordon
reactions.
Ramsay भाई है chat में.
And they were getting Kesnet a bit more into the game.
वहाँ पे भी breakfast सस्ता रहेगा.
Map 2. Again, par for the course.
W bought by W मेरे जान करोटे. Thank you so much.
Gonna take as much
Love
space
you
for
मेरी
free as
जान
it possibly
करोटे.
can,
Love
just by
you.
walking up slowly.
2 दिन में
Against the back
30,000
line, you see
भेजा
a double
bot by
dash
ने.
forwards as well. Good clearance towards a level of it.
Short breaks.
Announces himself.
Bandit बोलते हैं, bandit बोलते हैं. Oh, W blind, W blind, W blind. Oh my, W blind. W sees, W sees.
Gets 3.
Oh.
The double swing towards the end. There's
W
a tempering,
counter fight.
controlling of the pace that we were talking about.
भाई क्या हो रहा है ये?
Do it again.
Bot by
Leave it into
bot
a
by is
1v2
OP.
for Inspire.
Genuinely
Double
OP.
walking, he's holding the angle, anticipating it all to
Blue
come
Inspire.
That is a great read from Inspire.
Bot by is actually
Pop off towards the end of the round, well deserved too. Smart play.
ये नहीं बोलना था नहीं you are genuinely
really
OP.
nice following up off the paranoia and even getting another one with his dying breath. But Inspire plays that really intelligently.
Good shit, guys. Push spot. Let's go.
भाई मेरे को एक बात बताओ, एकदम consistent OP player Inspire लग रहा है मेरे को.
Quite a bit off.
Yeah.
But showcasing that they can shut it down when other people do it.
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen this before in my life. Where is that?
There's a lot of interesting stuff on Crow.
The observers continue to find new things hidden around the map.
A moving delivery truck.
The salt mines. What are they harvesting?
I don't know. It can't be good for you though. It's everywhere.
It's the microplastics, man.
Is akin the modern ray. They tense shifted from duelist to controller. Love from Liverpool. Liverpool में कौन सा currency है?
See, if MIBR looked
Zekan is Zekan मेरी जान करोटे.
objective in a round like this.
Yeah, farm up the orbs if you can. See what the setup might look like. See if you can overwhelm here, but MV, plenty of bodies in the right places for this one. Guessed it. God damn. Relentless.
He's hunted.
माँ कसम में कैसा मन कर रहा है कि मैं बंद कर दूँ वॉच पार्टी, गेम ऑन करूँ, इसका नाम और हैशटैग लो और रिपोर्ट करो स्टिंगर ऐसे यूज करने के लिए.
Kesnet's got the potential to be one of the best players in America as he has been across
ये
his career.
लोग का स्टिंगर अलग चल रहा है.
Depends how the team around him functions and whether
मैं मजाक सेट कर ये लोग का स्टिंगर अलग चल रहा है.
Gets to rely on his
ये लोग का एक्चुअल में अलग चल रहा है. कंसिस्टेंट आप हो यूसी में.
when they go to Santiago.
भाई स्मर्फ में भी अल्टी नहीं लग रहा है बॉट बाय.
All right, so weaker weaponry. Can they put
Found it?
Kesnet and Extra in positions?
Real fast beginning. Oh, there's a chance of a fight there, but Refract's going to be used on either side.
Respect.
Mid fight, spam, mid fight.
We are gearing up. Inspire just deep push. This is.
Can we re-smoke mid, please?
I like tucking in this corner.
The 1v1. Take it. Good cross-up by He's over. Swinging again. Swinging deeper.
नहीं थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया. थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया लेकिन like crazy
It's
shot.
kind of crazy. You know that they're mid-defaulting. You know that Mazzino is not going to be the only one there. But all right. Maybe you thought there was another player just tucked right around the corner. It's not usually going to be the KO alone holding the B default, right? So maybe you thought.
क्या किसको इनका का रेट दिख रहा है?
Right here. I've got no chance of escape.
मैं बह रहा हूँ.
If there was any hope of IBR speeding things up, I think plays like that are going to.
तीन बंदे B पे.
To just keep playing slow.
Yeah, because now you've got so many different angles over towards B main, where there's a threat of somebody being in a close corner, an off angle. This is a real drone angle.
Yeah, drone got used on mid, reposition, smoke up.
अब clear होने वाला है.
Here forwards, Aspas. Win that fight out now.
It's a series of
forwards.
उसका TP खत्म हो गया. Oh fuck.
But the reveal.
Oh fuck, reveal भी हो गया.
Position spoiled. Anchor smoke placed. Wants to try and split up. But it is
proper retake खेलना पड़ेगा.
Side in this map is going to be TPing backwards and away, over fighting. MIBR looking for this one. Verno front tip tapping, dancing around them. Saturate, he does not care. Next up forwards again, controlling the spray towards it. No bonus conversion here for Envy.
A little bit unfortunate there for Rossi that he wasn't able to land the paranoia properly. Verno though absolutely deletes the Envy players. And Poppin, he does take a large risk in B main, but I don't mind it on a, you know, a bonus round like that.
Yeah.
That is
ना
the time
बंदे
to take
slow
risks
रहे.
like this. But Fraud's happy.
ना stinger जैसे चल रहा है.
Mazzino 2 away from getting his
तो
no
scene है
command
boys.
online. And with MIBR's pace, you can afford to play for some of the orbs. Play a
तो
slow game, see
scene
what
है.
happens.
It's only been slow.
Oh,
Flash forwards.
This is a bit faster.
That's a lot of damage. Ding through the wall, Rossi. Has to back up and find himself falling away from it. Aspas looking like he potentially wanted to gear up.
Duration
fading on that pullback, so.
I definitely think the intention there was to go for the double dash and engage into Poppin's position. But
from mid, Tex is just open towards that. Kesnet taking a peek anyway. He knows that there's a second player. Tex now going to be squeezed. Oh my goodness. Kesnet.
Bro,
relentless.
Kesnet crazy maar raha hai.
A little bit more. Aspas though is a player that you do not want to take lightly.
Kya mara Aspas
what a damage done.
दो जन थे एक को मार के निकल गया.
As a judge, still possibilities for MIBR.
He's missed Mazzino.
This jump spot will not catch Mazzino if he looks up, tucked close to the wall.
It is silent, but you're right. There's a big gap, and he didn't even see Aspas.
Oh, maybe potentially no. He's seen them. Saturate though. There's a connection into the judge, and he's just off center with it.
2v2.
Equalize into a 2v2, but again, look at that discipline. Not willing to just run into the site, waiting for the cooldowns. Knife clears one section, nade into the back. Making sure to slow it down at every moment. Does give an opportunity to Envy, though, to regroup up.
Well, the Knife's already cleared these positions, but Aspas is worried someone might be tucked in a corner. Where's your read? Where do you think these defenders actually are?
It's a difficult one because they've already taken the timing, wrapping around Rossi. Doesn't want to reload this one. He's low enough as it is. Players, though, spotting him out. MIBR well trained onto the angles, finding the right timings for it. Inspire's revealed his position. Now he's got a tough challenge ahead. 1v2.
Shot.
So fight taken. Aspas doesn't swing off the back of this one. Aspas landing it straight to the cranium.
Those kind of spots, you see.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. जितने भी लोग stream देख रहे हैं, guys, if you're liking the stream, like कर दो यार.
So instead of playing the trade in,
love you.
Really quick reactions, just decides, all right, we're going to play this as 2 1v1s. I'm not going to swing in here because Inspire's already reset his aim. Inspire's not happy about it.
Pulls back, and that is an instant call out for the attack timer. This is early days. We're only on round 5.
Yeah, it is very early on, isn't it? The economy was not looking particularly good.
मत कर मैं अंडरडॉग को सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ.
No armor.
स्ट्रीम लाइक नहीं करूँगा. मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ यार?
Part of the problem, he got stuck over towards bricks and wasn't really able to take a fight.
काली ज़बान में पे नहीं रे.
Reflank all the way.
आरुष भाई ऐसा नहीं है. सच्ची.
And Inspire was
तेरे को बहुत अच्छी बंदी मिलेगी लाइफ में.
These MIBR players are just so aware. Instantly, Mazzino and Aspas were covering the
कभी झगड़ा नहीं आएगा. Breakup तो ना. Never.
Instinct on it.
Never.
The level of experience on this team is another thing that bears talking about, I think, because it's not just talent. You can have talent with a lot of upcoming players. I think, you know, Sado, for example, phenomenally talented. You know, you got Exter here, very, like, the best mechanical Yoru in terms of how he utilizes the kit. But in terms of, like, actual experience of playing in big matches,
ऑफिस का काम करने उठा था. Binks by streaming BC. BC क्या BC क्यों? ना सुबह कौन सा ऑफिस है बे? 6:30 बजे.
Verno's the only guy who hasn't really, and within one rookie year, he's.
वो भी बिना membership का ऑफिस. हाय.
It's bizarre.
Pretty crazy
Bro.
stuff. Straight through mid. Happy to take that fight as well. The refract timing. Fades away. He doesn't pull himself back. In fact, he's eager to take even more space off of it. Been tracking the economy. Outlaw in his hands. Drone is going to carve up the space. They realize a lot of this one is just clear.
And Aspas is going walkabout here, and he doesn't really care if he loses the Outlaw, because everybody else on his team has got full armor. So he's almost acting as like the lurker here, where he gets to just walk in.
Yep, noise made, and oh, there you go.
Poison
wide.
Warning shot.
Yeah, don't think he committed to reload, which is why he didn't go for the re-swing. Still underhand him with a flash. A fight into elbow is called for. Inspire with a reposition. He's trying to take his timing so fast. What a shot! Snap straight to the head of Zekken, but he lost control towards one section, and Mazzino, Snappy himself, straight towards it. Envy feels like they find themselves an in by making these crazy plays, but they just get slapped back down again, and Rossi not anticipating that Aspas was just at that off angle, ajar.
Inspire hai.
They're building up towards some massive ultimates to be able to work with in this next
Inspire hai.
Economical swing round too.
Crazy game sense, सब कुछ crazy है भाई.
Yeah.
भाई उसने देख लिया था सिटी उस पे पुश आ रहा है चुपचाप कूद के एक मार दिया
to be able to stand toe to toe and a large amount of these 1v1
been a fan for 4 years love from Liverpool UK love you मेरी जान great bye do well in life मेरी जान
set play round and overwhelm the B side. Inspire is going to have a job on his hands keeping this one back.
Pixel angle trust into the aim, but that drone is going to be pushing you off the line. Util going over. Hunter's Fury. This is going to be used to see if they can lead the charge into it. No command on top.
Bro,
a lot of ultimates, but no one's really taken past this orb. Remains up, will be falling now just because of that suppression emanating out. Poppin, willing to help him out, doubled up. Potential for the lineup, but Aspas, the res online, pulls it back, he's out into the open, needs a follow-up and the flank is caught.
Oh my god.
It's explosive when
necessary. Sunny, thank you so much for the membership, Meri Jaan ke today. Love you, love you.
MIBR still holding it, watching for the repeat, wondering where he could be. Play still not crossed up. Eight at your feet, hot as anything. Mazzino is already on the perfect line.
One player for Envy makes a great spot, killing 2 of the MIBR players, but there's just way more people to get through. MIBR, every player is so talented, they just trade themselves out, group up together. Aspas has already caught 2 on the entry, and then you just have Zekken coming through, playing his role exactly as he needs to.
Just making it look simple.
They do, don't they? Well, I think it is simpler as well.
भाई इंस्पायर जिंदा कैसे था क्वेश्चन वो है उसके मुंह पे 2 ब्लाइंड आया है उसके मुंह पे स्लो आया है उसके मुंह पे ड्रोन आया है रिकॉन आया है ओमेन ब्लाइंड आया है सोवा अल्ट आया है
Pushes them back and away. MV were looking to refight aggressively with the flashes. Not needed now that they did push Aspas away, but now they can just wait again, hold. A lot of angles to account for. Poppy goes for the re-swing.
Don't peek.
His way across. Santos spotted. Straight shots going his way.
Go for a little jump peek over the top of that, but decides not to.
Next step. All the way deep.
The game of patience is favouring MIBR in general.
Marcel building this is allowed
to force the fights more often.
Banking on that MV play style of just being frantic, always trying to get active, involved. Kesnit, no real trade there. In fact, the saturate is good enough as well to really slow them down. So the punish doesn't go their way. 4v4, but MV players
nade
out of positioning here. Overall, the A side looks like the end goal for MIBR. Moving around. Kesnit's still a bit of a menace, but he is in a sticky spot. Moving forwards, players behind and around everywhere to count. There's safety in numbers though, and MIBR have got it all under control.
Crazy help. Second se lekin reflex crazy Mazzino ka.
2 players pushing him from the back, and credit to his teammates who are holding it from the bricks position. And Inspire in a 1v3 with only a sheriff.
Mazzino to gaya.
Low. He's low. He would have gone down to a single shot, but he's going to be backing up now, making sure the double played up. Instantly there. It's calm aim from Inspire. Almost felt like he had a chance in it, but 1v3.
New fan by. Inspire by full support.
If we want to get back into this game,
Inspire by full support.
It's got to be it. It's do or die at this point.
Yeah.
Full support.
You got your money back. You got 4 out of 5 hours to be able to play with. Inspire could lock down one part of the map.
Binks by MIBR double risk क्यों खेलते उन पे second भी है नहीं वो लोग ने सोचा था खेलने का लेकिन क्या अभी double list खेल लिया तो smoke कौन खेलेगा
Paranoia utilized nice and early here. Aspas is raring to go. Flash overhead. Now that light speed dash into the smoke. So many angles and layers to this one. Snakebite pulled out, a bit of spam into the corner.
It's a distraction to get the Omen really deep as well.
Yeah, Zekken sowing a bit of discord behind enemy lines here. Silent with the drop down, pop in, looking to see if he can re-clear this one. Has the Prowler, but he's misaligned it. Yeah, wasn't expecting that Zekken could already be that deep. TP around.
Well,
fakes on fakes.
Zekken bolte.
They've hammered a bit of a wedge up towards this middle section of the map. He puts the pressure now onto Exter. Has that dimensional drift to get out, but Inspire is still locked forwards into his angle. Pings out though, where the players are. Potential for the fight to be taken again, but still not favoured. MIBR happy to whittle away the opposition. Cautiously that, and now with the pit in play. Does give an opportunity for the MV players to get in. Drop down from both of them. Kesnit's forwards again. Now you're going to see it in hand with a shorty. Was hoping for an easy kill, but everybody in position. Rossi, the position is perfect. TP up towards the top. their own turn to see if they can get a bit of chaos going, but Verno locking it down. The pit's still in play means that the decay is going to be kicking in. Damage done, he's found a pocket to potentially renew himself, hide from the drone. There's still chances for Rossi, but
W
fades away at that. This is MIBR.
I love your practicality.
I mean, if
Thank
you've been in
you.
complete control outside of just losing a pistol.
The Desk were giving them a lot of credit for how good their defensive setups look like this. I mean, this is a really nice one to pull out of the strat book. You go for a fake hard B push in order to disguise the fact that Zekken is deep teleporting into mid. Then you cancel the B push because you have Waylay who can just refract fully out, and Zekken ends up being the playmaker.
Well,
and then you set up for another B split afterwards. It's really beautiful stuff. And Envy have had a horrible time of it. They keep having their economy just knocked back down fully.
Yeah, never a good chance to really get involved. MIBR,
oh my
one of the faster rounds that we've seen from them now. Big group up, Envy. This is their wheelhouse. They like to play like this. Sees and a flash is primed. Exeter's ready for it alongside a Haunt.
Blind or reveal एक साथ देना चाहिए था.
Envy trying to go for this one here. Exeter does manage it at least with it, but the shots are Whitby.
कोई तो बचाओ.
Needs to be some backup and follow up through MIBR.
बचा
Find a way
लिया.
through. In the end, there's a smoke to cut it up, and still with the rifles, they all just topple.
भाई वो जिंदा कैसे है? उसने दो मारे वहाँ से.
Even when it feels like there's a chance, potential for Envy to get something going.
कितना घंटा सोया आज?
MIBR
4 घंटा कुछ.
always find a way back in.
11 बजे सो के 3 बजे
MIBR definitely had a couple of whiffy moments there, didn't they? But I guess the same could be said for Envy. Flash and a Prowler play. I felt like there should have been chances there for the team with the lower economy to come out on top. If that had been
जल्दी से मिलेगा इसके बाद वैल्यू खेलेंगे मन हो गया मेरे को.
I think Envy are really comfortable in those spots, but it does feel like the rounds in which Envy have got the chances, they just don't have the weaponry to finish
KO new meta. KO बहुत पहले से रहे. KO as a secondary initiator बहुत team लेते हैं. बहुत मैच में.
And they're happy to give him a little bit of
बहुत
rounds
अच्छा.
where they control things economically.
It's not 100% slow, but just on the rounds where they're going to be favored playing fast.
Yeah.
Forcing the second timeout.
Yeah, well, this is 7 rounds in a row now for MIBR. I said
खेलना आसान नहीं है. खेलना
it was the one where Envy had to get back into it. They had the ults, they had the weaponry. They had an op there in Kesnit's hands as well. Now this is desperate territory.
Well, 2-0. 6,000 आने वाला ना mods. उसका नाम और address क्या था?
I'd be feeling great about that. 7-5 half would be an amazing recovery.
Right.
But is it
Well.
not based on what we've been seeing?
Yeah, there's never really
6K
been a chance. I mean, a
बोलते.
few moments on Abyss from individuals showing up.
अरे यार third map देखने का मन हो रहा है.
Yeah, as the series has
2-0.
gone,
Clean
it just
2-0
feels
है.
almost hopeless.
Impossible है comeback
With an
का.
attack operator implies that they're going to be running another one of the slow rounds.
Locked in है. कुछ ज़्यादा ही locked in है लोग.
10 and 5, by the way. Of course he is.
It's just been unbelievable. First map, I believe, 20 kills.
Why no Clove in pro players?
He's got 30 kills.
Women का advantage अलग है रे. Clove का अलग है.
Unbelievable.
This is coming off the back of just having heart surgery a couple of weeks ago. What on earth?
There's no player like him, really.
No, he's one of a kind.
Prowler tags. This is a bait and switch. They think it's just going to be Tex hiding into the corner. They want to take a chance and jump onto this one. But again, yeah, like I said, bait and switch.
उसके बारे में मालूम ही नहीं था.
Rossi trying to desperately apply that pressure, put down the smoke to see if he can delay and stall. There's going to be a drone at his back. Tag potential, conversion pass, locking it down, slowing them to a crawl. MB next to forced to respect it. Has to get the hell out of there. Rossi maintain a chance to take a fight. Ding through the wall, stepping up.
Do low.
With these fights, there's a lot of damage done. No clear kill, but there still could be a light at the end of the tunnel. Vulnerable into the corner. They've got coverage everywhere.
The team play is just so beautiful. Exeter's left in a 1v3.
It's
5 kilometers से headshot मारे उसने.
Making a go of it. Again, that damage done. Zekken finished off, snappy towards his head. Exeter now brings it down 1v2, but Verno going to be trying to play his life. A lot of bullets raining down, a lot of shock darts at his feet. 55 dart. Bled out, they know he's not on it. Making him stew, making him question exactly where it's all going wrong.
This round exemplifies how MIBR, I think, are going to be a scary, scary team to go up against. Because, all right, Aspas doesn't get the cleanest kill over towards Elbow, but then Zekken swings in. And then you're trying to get rid of Verno in that corner. You throw a snake bite at him, Aspas comes and covers
पैम
it.
में भी बैठने वाले को उसने हेडशॉट मारा है आसपास
This
में.
caliber all
कुछ
covering
शर्म वरम है
all
इसको.
really intelligent and willing to swing and trade and take pressure.
उसका हेड दिख भी नहीं रहा है.
It's like a multi-headed hydra that you have to defeat.
Chop off one head, 2 more threats.
उसका दिख भी नहीं रहा है सर किधर है.
Again, similar game plans once more. Ults are being popped off, and this is a weaker buy for Envy. At this point, desperation.
But Chloe is most pick in Red Lobbies, but not in VCT. वाह क्या बात कही आपने.
And it's on a round where they've got no money.
Yeah. Few players, at least just the 1x, is on full armor. Aspas with that outlaw. He's been doing this a lot when he knows the money's weak. Just opts into it.
Hey, VCT run के माला के.
Already gone. Kesnet's going to be scurrying and scuzzling away from this one, but there's
flash.
chasing him, following him, underhanded with a
कोई
flash and no command. Drop down to your feet. Aspas dashes over the heads of multiple players. Envy are grouped up here. It's Exeter alongside Rossi. But again, trademark tempering of the round. Just willing to play this one out. Zekken is 4 HP. Spraying and spamming him away.
That's unreal. The other two players were completely stuck.
Hello?
Aspas spots the last.
I mean, what's Inspire going to do with a Bucky from here?
Not much. Vulnerable applied, but he's being rained down upon long-range artillery in the form of that utility. Inspire's just being chipped down. He can't even get...
He's going
to try to caterpillar smoke his way forwards with a Bucky.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah, you know
yeah,
what I mean? Hugs his wall to the back, plays the range advantage. 9-2, MIBR.
दोनों टीम में सेंटिनेल लिया, जरूरत नहीं है. वो लोग टाइमिंग का वो रखते हैं. वो लोग किधर लीक्स में रखते हैं.
Complete and utter dominance.
कभी ऐसा नहीं मालूम है कि कोई ऑफ गार्ड पकड़ा गया.
He's incredibly aware, Zach.
Very rare. और गलती से एक राउंड हो गया, सेकंड राउंड वो लोग फिक्स कर देते हैं.
And then when you need a little bit of the star power from him, rather than the support, he swings forwards and deletes 2 of them, including through a box, with the spray control on the Vandal.
Rough one for Envy. Feeling like there's just this wall that you just cannot surmount at any point. They're trying to go for these aggro plays, but it's just absorbed, peeled back. MIBR, they don't offer up any players, no mistakes made.
Clear
I do like this though. Envy hard pushing out the B side of the map is going to naturally increase the tempo that MIBR have to play at.
Zekken's conditioned them with that TP play earlier. He's TP just with his team, and they are having to hard clear spawn.
They're so worried about it. They're having to clear all of these kind of positions. And meanwhile, Zekken's giggling to himself with the rest of his team.
Elbow?
Flash re-clear.
नहीं है free.
Spire's got himself a kill in the form of Tex dropping. Hold on, this is the best chance in a long, long while. Conversion pass. Hinders and slows. Dimensional Drift as well to clear one avenue of it. A lot of ultimates to use. Envy putting them to work for the final round of this half. Verno. No, not like this. Can't be doing it to him.
This has to be the round for Envy. They were in a 4v1. There's no chance MIBR are also taking this one down.
Just how dangerous MIBR are.
30 seconds left.
Even in rounds like that, spots where it's a 1v4, they always play like they know they're going to win.
It's 20 seconds. Surely Verno can't get to B at this point, can he? He would have to clear so many corners just by running through.
The full sprint, I think. Does have the
Let's go. Time to run.
Yeah.
I mean, Rossi could be in any of these kind of spots, but he hasn't. Verno's threaded the needle perfectly.
There's a dart. Knows that one section of the site is cleared just in time. You're right. Insane read. Not just the aim, it's the game sense.
It's not the greatest plant in the world, but he's also going to hear these footsteps potentially.
He's forward. Taking up a position into Link. Comes down to this 1v1, a 1v4.
Oh, my.
Oh, it's just filth, man. It's just filth.
Oh, man.
I feel bad for them, Brent. I feel bad for them.
Oh, man.
That is an astonishing display of the individual talent. Look at these kills. Oh. They force the fight because they know where he is and they're triple swinging him.
The composure in that moment.
Fraud can't believe it. I mean, he must be used to seeing stuff like that in scrims, though. Get used to it across the rest of the season.
Oh, my goodness. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss how this one ends.
कोच का हो गया कोच क्या हो गया कोच भी लाइक मैं डेस्क तोड़ू लेकिन किसके लिए तोड़ू हाँ अर्ली फ्लैंक कितने करते हैं जब सेंटी नहीं होता कैसे अर्ली फ्लैंक करे लोग लाइंस रखते हैं ना लंबा लंबा LG's prediction अपन ही है भाई क्या prediction भाई सेक्सी खेला अपन ने लेकिन LG's ना कभी फाइनल आज ही है क्या just got out of heart surgery shooting like this well bro heart surgery हुआ उसका तो fuck
Well, this has just been one of the most one-sided maps we've seen in quite some time. We saw one earlier, to be honest. I mean, it was just domination from
was
from
pretty
NRG
nice. Sidbay karenge
the only buffer that they've earned is 2 rounds.
Sidbay Ankit aur Mercybay kar rahe.
Since then, MIBR, even in rounds where they weren't in complete control, let's be honest. I mean, that final one, round 12, was just electric and goes to show, I think, the level of quality in terms of
कितना दिन का फाइनल्स किसको बताएगा तुमने
firm understanding of how MV want to play. They're
सिर्फ आज है आज और कल है
playing a fiddle and making them dance to their tune, but when it goes awry, player quality can back it up in rounds like that.
Yeah, in order to be considered a super team, you have to have
भाई सब चीज का मैं वॉच पार्टी करूंगा मेरे लग जाएंगे भाई हालत पागल वाले क्या
nothing. And I think you're seeing it. You're getting a demonstration of it right here. Envy or not.
हाँ इसलिए ऑफ सीजन इवेंट नहीं के लिए MIBR बोलना तो जरूरत भी नहीं है भाई.
Get to this point in the kickoff, and MIBR are treating them as if they don't exist, as if they are a fly to be swatted, a mild annoyance on a
one day match point finals. मतलब अभी semi-finals है.
Raring to go here, Kisnet. Like speed up towards the link.
Almost spam बढ़ गया था Kisnet को.
Potentially Verno, but doesn't want to overextend himself.
ए मेरे को एक क्लासिक डालने को याद दिलाओ ना.
A split.
Bam boom वाला है.
Potentially that match still in the form Zekin. That's a paranoia.
Blind by उधर blind दे इधर double दबा के मारा
He's going to be ISO'd into this spot.
Oh my god.
Okay, just essentially solo pushing, but with the reveal inside that smoke. Zekin trying to reposition, but he's missed the timing. Rossi is doing a number on him. Cleaned up by Mazzino, but damage done to him. 10 HP. Not a lot to play with. Sharpshooting is going to have to be ordered up. And not enough health to play with in a spot like that. Envy needed a round like this. 2v1 Tex. Can't be doing it to him again. Can't be dashing away their hopes. Corner angle Inspire. Just trying to play off center. Not cleared. Crosshair placement not there for Tex. So another pistol round.
भाई गारंटी लिख के देता हूँ. सेकंड को लगा उसका कोई दोस्त मार रहा है.
Envy win double pistol, but they are
वो
still
घूमा तक
7
नहीं.
rounds down in the map.
This is just silly.
वो घूमा तक नहीं वो देख.
Really silly. I mean, Rossi did a good job dueling inside of the
वो
smoke there.
घूमा तक नहीं.
Completely timing Zekin. Gets the knife.
क्योंकि उसका गोली मिस हुआ ना उसको लगा उसका दोस्त मार रहा है.
If you're Rossi in that spot.
I mean, you have no other options. The other option is implode. Yeah, exactly. Walking up through mid here, MIBR on the weaker buy.
हाँ? घूमा तक नहीं
Trying to
बे.
take it together, see if they can catch a straggler.
पीछे से
One
कोई
player
मार रहा
just
लेकिन
left
उसको पड़ नहीं रही
apart
थी.
from the pack. And had flash, they do reveal quite a bit. That might be heard by Exeter, so he's going to be TPing back. Has to be, okay, has to be worried potentially if this one, sharp shooting, but he's way out into the open. Mazzino happy to trade that one out.
Outlaw बोलते हैं, outlaw
Side
बोलते
game
हैं.
though, MV onto the plant, and they're immediately certain themselves taking a bit of deeper map control.
Couple of players would die to a single shot from the outlaw
दो
here.
बंदे.
Pop and Inspire on light armor or regen armor. But overall, Envy's positioning and the fact that they've got the plant should be pretty good here. I think it comes down to a genuine question. Do you even want to fight this as MIBR? Because though it's 4v4 and you have an outlaw, you don't really want to allow Envy to get up to ults.
उसकी गलती नहीं तेरी, उसकी गलती नहीं.
You're not
उसको नहीं
expecting
पड़
to
रही
get too many opportunities here. You'd rather die to Spike. So they're just going to let Aspas have a look.
Yeah, see what he can hunt for with that outlaw in his hand.
Well,
That's a kill. Go for it now. That's opened up the floodgates potentially for it. That's a smoke forwards. Get onto the spike nice and early, trying to drag these players out into the open. Envy have got control.
तो सीन है मानो या ना
Just been
मानो.
trying to survive that spike, and they've been pulled into a spot like that. So
yeah, that's actually really big
The
value for MIBR.
fuck?
Yeah.
It might have looked a bit funky, but getting
गुड़ी को गए
out of Envy's hands. 4 weapons, I should say, out of
भाई
Envy's hands.
स्टिंगर कुछ अलग चल रहा है मजाक से हटकर स्टिंगर कुछ अलग चल रहा है
Would you even want to be taking a bonus down 4-10? I don't know. Maybe you'd want to be forcing up into it anyway. But now the choice is ripped out of their hands, and Kesnit's coming into this one with a Bucky. Exter's coming into it with a Spectre. You know, it's not good, even though they're forcing.
It's a bit all over the place.
I don't know why Kesnit's going for a Bucky here. He could.
Yeah,
could
could force up. I mean, 2 of your players are already forcing.
अगर ये राउंड हार गए ना एनवी
Exter wants to play this towards A
पैसा
main,
खत्म
posturing perhaps that there could be more players.
सीधा
he
मैच
did this on
पॉइंट
the second round as well. I think Kesnit's deliberately bought a Bucky to jump onto somebody's head.
We'll see how this one plays. Yeah, an attempt to potentially float in.
Nade डाला है
peeling all the way back. Tex doesn't want to overplay.
Retake time.
Control.
MIBR playing fully off for the retake here. They're doing that quite a lot on Abyss as well.
Tex's job is just to hold down elbow control. He's going to be tested again. Short in form in terms of that util, just a dry peek and dry swing. Exter wants to have a go at things underhand with that flash again. Rifles though working out.
क्या shot
1 for
मारा
1.
भाई
Paranoia, next level of it, near-sighted. Rossi chooses to commit. Rossi did get the one. Texto dominating. 4 kills, 8 bullets. Clearance into the corner. Kesnit denied. Kesnit comes alive. Forwards again. Good chance for him. 1v1. That's what they needed.
That's the Kesnit value you're looking for with this team. That's the player to replace Kane Zera and give you big rounds like that. The 5th on the board for Envy.
Well.
Cleaning them up.
I think the game plan does make sense here.
भाई इसको गलत पड़ी लेकिन
सेकंड का हवे में बक्की बहुत गलत पड़ी ब्रो tucked in a corner. But I think the game plan for MIBR is sensible. You know, they're playing for retake quite a lot because they know that Envy are going to over push in post.
तो कैसे कहने जब बेले के पास बक्की तो आसपास को वेट करना सच्ची ना हाँ ना भागना चाहिए था ना उसको ए साइड पे सीधा ना
Which means that the defenders are not
मैं देता हूँ आईडी पास उसका
which means that
लॉगिन कर लेना
making a call. Winning that bonus does give them significant ins.
3 bandits on the other side. See if the new weapon can pose any danger.
It's a good time to bring it out, pull it out here. Prowler
towards the back.
Tex is just trying to play himself in. Mazina's also there alongside him. Nades.
Hey, that's a catch, baby. That's a catch. That's a catch.
Doing this. He's even going peeking over towards heaven. He spotted it wide out into the open, just trying to be controlled with the aim, but punished in the end.
TP सुना ना शायद. TP सुना कि नहीं सुना? TP सुना क्या?
Fast reaction from Rossi instantly taking the space.
He's alone taking his fight. Zekken wasn't in a position to really try and trade that one out.
Well, Zekken's got a classic as well.
Trying to bait up the shot.
He got the Guardian now.
Smokes out. One way, peel it back a little bit. Doesn't have that Guardian. Hard pressed though to try and find this. A flash and a jump straight into Rossi. Dominating these lines. We'll be able to find Verno. Okay. Verno got the rifle. We'll look to see if he can survive in a spot like this. But for MV, just keeping it going 1 round at a time.
Spam लगा नहीं.
They're about to get up to both of their duelist ultimates as well. There are chances for Envy to be able to respond, which you wouldn't have caught me
अगर KO मारता था ना वो
at halftime. It was a pretty
उधर ही राउंड खत्म था. Crazily उसने मारा था तो.
Bro, I don't know why now it's fun again. We're winning rounds and it's fun again.
I'm glad it's fun again. But yeah, it's fun to win, man. It's fun to win. If they can win this next one, though, they're really going to keep it going. Aspas has bought down to 150 credits. Zeken's got none left in the bank.
Good possibility to break the economy.
Yeah, the gold reserves are running dry.
Refract active. Operator in his hands, crouched up. That's a bullet to the chest. Kesnit is gone. Back to safety as well for Aspas. Has it. A lot of coverage in terms of his players that are ready to help him out. Exter wants to send it forwards anyway. Dimensional drift. Again, piece together the direction of where this is going. Light speed up towards heaven. Rejoining the rest of them. Mazzino just trailing. He's caught into this corner though. Wants to take the fight and Exter plays right into his hands.
Aspas is going to have to be fairly slow on this retake. He's got an operator. His job just slowly clearing angles, creating these safe spaces for his team. But it's going to be on people like Tex and Zek to actually get the retake going.
High priority from MV. They just want to make sure that they have that link control. Paranoia sweeps, drop down from Tex. He's into the corner. Verno looking for that 1v1. Got to know that. Yeah, this is dead. Betrayed by the barrel that was poking out to the corner. This retake still has some legs towards it. Time is ticking. Inspire left alone. Shot missed. Going wide. Needs to kill the planter. Needs it now. And it all goes wrong here for MIBR.
It's a rare mistake, but a big mistake from Aspas, missing the shot. He had Inspire caught dead to rights, and then secondary weapons just a classic. Wasn't able to apply the right level of pressure, and Inspire can just swing in and delete the diffuser. I think if it wasn't for that missed up shot towards the end, this one is definitely on MIBR.
Yeah.
They had that round wrapped up. Another 1v3. Envy are winning these rounds in unusual ways. I mean, I put the blame on Aspas there, but Zekken also had an opportunity to win a 1v1.
Right.
So both of them, to be honest, letting things slip slightly.
Mere dono goats.
Envy clawing their way back in. Got to take it one round at a time.
But it does look doable at this point.
Yeah. I mean, think about
lag ho gaya tha.
Stringing the lead around MIBR. They've managed to drag it just down to 3-round deficit.
Kesnit with a big ultimate to work with. He got picked instantly in the previous round, so no opportunity to use that where they are. Now they don't have to worry about Aspas op. They can take a look at the economy.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I thought it'd be worse for MIBR.
Kesnit ka ult hai lekin Viper ult ke andar jana
bahut. They want to make a go of things over towards B, but that is where the pit is placed down. They do have Kesnit's ult. It looks like that might be the goal. Yeah, here it is. Convergent paths, snake bite. Rossi's going to be TPing all the way deep into behind enemy lines into their spawns, sowing a bit of chaos, trying to take these fights. There are smokes on smokes. Verno really isolated. Just beams Rossi down. Can only do so much though from a spot like that. He buys time. MIBR getting himself back into position. It's a 3v3.
The weapon dropped in heaven might be available for Zekken to pick up, especially if these Envy players are cowering inside a pit.
Yeah. Deep pit.
Oh shit.
It's really difficult to see through, but again, it does give possibilities for MIBR to just walk out onto site here.
Zekken's not playing for the better weapon.
Paranoia. It's a connection, at least onto the one. Aspas onto the flank, just offset with a movement. Kesnit wins that out. Critical 1v1, and now can just dominate that main position. Envy up to 8.
And MIBR's economy will not be able to hold up now. They are definitely going to get knocked down into a low buy round. This is genuinely on. 6 rounds in a row, no stopping. And MIBR are forced to take a tactical timeout. Genuinely not working. Envy have come out with some really good responses. The way that they cleared through the pit was beautiful. Make use of the Waylay ultimate. Get deep in there. You know that the Viper's going to get caught in it, or at least strongly suspect he's going to get caught in it.
Right.
And Tex was a sitting duck. Being used here.
13-3, 13-4 कुछ तो खत्म होना था. Comeback हो गया तो.
Give time for Verno to make the adjustments.
Yeah.
He is rattling off the instructions to the rest
Zekken
of the team.
डर के खेल रहे हैं. Zekken खेल रहे हैं. डर के नहीं खेल रहे हैं.
From the interviews, but
Zekken खेल रहे हैं.
He's a quiet person, but I don't think he is a quiet player.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, counteracting it, to be honest, because he has a lot to say in terms of what's going wrong for them.
It's such an interesting dynamic that Verno, the least experienced player on the team, is the leader of the IGL, giving out instructions to incredibly experienced But when you look at what MIBR were capable of last season, you look at what Verno individually is capable of as well, and the trust that Aspas has in him, yeah, makes sense. At the moment, though, a serious struggle. They do need to change things on the defense side, because this is 6 in a row that they have lost. Are they going to make the adjustment
Make it
this
7.
round? Probably not,
Make it
because this
7.
is just the eco, you know. You ride this one out, have a slightly different plan, but into the next round, round 20, that's where we'll see what Verno and Frod have cooked up.
Sheriff and Bandits scramble together a bit of a bite. There's damage done. Hold on. Flash and a peek in through mid. Big knife as well. It's going to be connecting onto a multitude of players, so noted footsteps. Sound made.
Hoppin, you are alone with the
spike. Yeah. Very forward position. There's no way you want to repeat this one.
I don't think we've seen the team go for 5 bandits, Brent, yet.
He wants to go for this. He knows it's a close drone. Saturate is good though. Peeking into it. Aspas low enough. Saturate's not really doing too much. It's good, diligent. Envy making sure that they leap into this one and take these fights together on the same page the whole time.
That's crazy. I thought that was 150 range there. 2 left, Mazzino and Tex. Envy, I think, have done the hard work at this point, getting through. Utility from both the duelists look good.
Yeah. Should be a round win easily wrapped up.
लेकिन का controller switch 10th level
be only trailing by 1.
क्यों comparison क्यों
करना है इतना
सब?
wants to be hunting for these kills if they're thinking about that kind of stuff. It's difficult to optimize the details of a game like this when you're on the comeback and it feels like every round's difficult.
Yeah, you're just barely keeping your head above water. So.
Good morning, Bugs back. Good morning. Good morning.
Next is online.
Ships in the night. I mean,
it's not going to affect the round
outcome.
outcome.
No, they're just going to be going down to the spike ideally. Hold on. Bit of a realization. Damage done.
Don't think it
matters.
Economy really for Envy.
नहीं matter करेगा क्यों नहीं करेगा?
The rest of his team can drop.
So what is he
ज़्यादा पैसा है नहीं क्यों नहीं matter करेगा?
Timeout was taken for this round in particular. The retake on B setup, they've been
matter
a lot really, just in terms of trying to group up.
Yeah, I think B looks a little weak. I think they want to be playing it for retake quite a bit by the look of things. But at the same time, they've been winning a lot of 1v3 situations, 1v4 situations. There's been some strange rounds going on.
Sure.
So do MIBR really need to change too much? Or is it about minimizing those mistakes?
Aspas with the operator might be gearing up to take a fight here.
W
especially with that Prowler unnoticed. Aspas push back up, doesn't have that refract popped off, but a light speed gets out of there just off that initial pick. Zekken also with the reposition. Shots are fired off.
Short
towards elbow. Absorbs most of that aggression. TP is going to be heard there. Hunter's Fury into the corner. Good tags, good connections. Rossi is left to his devices, left to do it all.
Good, baby.
But this time it's MIBR slamming that ball straight in their faces.
That one looked
very easy. Good, baby.
Complete reversal of fortunes for MIBR and Envy.
But take a round win is a round win.
Round win is a round win. He plays that round absolutely beautifully. He takes a passive line at the beginning, really safe and cautious, so the Prowler misses him, completely out of range, and then he creeps forwards afterwards and grabs the easiest kill onto Poppin.
Yeah.
I wonder if that reaction from Poppin is mid-round, like as he dies.
पैसे नहीं है वो राउंड फालतू में मरे लोग.
Quite a reaction from your IGL mid-round if that was the case.
Well.
Goes to show, I think, expectations that they place on their own shoulders to try and get it done. Dash into your face, Kesnet. Eager to draw out a bit of this blood here, swinging out wide. Sheriff's with it. Barely anything to work with. Convergent pass. Aspas is trying to push this one. Operator in hand. Rest of his team to lead it. Flashed, blinded, sees his goods. Trying to really swing out. Playing a couple of these kills brings it to a 2v2. Weapons are dropped down onto the ground, but they don't want to go for it.
वो लोग ट्राई कर रहे हैं वर्नो को मार के भी जाने का. ओ fuck, गलत होने वाला है ये. Oh my god.
They know exactly what Envy's game plan is.
को मारने
when the plan doesn't start going down there,
और भी जाने
just
का.
hold and wait for them to play to you.
Oh my god.
They do have such a good read on the way that Envy want to play. They're one of the most aggressive teams from what we're expecting.
Wow.
But even with the read, that still requires very good mechanics from Tex to be able to finish that off. Because the way that they play with Rossi jumping in and the next guy swinging into trade is tough to deal with.
Yeah.
चलो मैं रिस्क ले रहा हूँ. वो लोग का एक सिटी से आएगा और एक वर्नो है. वर्नो टैग था वो लोग को मार के गन लेके भी जाने का.
Just need one now. Seal up this series. It's been tough for them to string together a couple of rounds on this half. Egster, it's going to make it that much more difficult now. Dimensional Drift, counting for a couple of the players' positions here in that dash forwards, reclaiming a bit of space. Verno steps forwards. The fact that he wins out with Inspire going down. Hold on, that's a Bucky. Drone broken. It's not the best buy in the world again for Envy, just for them to survive and stay in this match.
It's time for Omen Blind.
Waves forwards.
Time for Omen Blind.
Tex is going walkabout off onto the flank. Egster trying to watch for this one, but again the
now the cookie crumbles.
All that alongside it. Tex is a little bit too composed in this moment. That might be
technique, yeah.
Trying to close up that net. Kills for Envy though. Start coming alive and really activating. Picking up the extra weaponry. get a bit more control into a round like this. Aspas with a quick reposition, being assailed from multiple directions. Needs some bailout from Zekken, but Zekken is no more. Aspas, he can round with that position, but the swing and the trade is perfect on the timing. Rossi keeps his team in it.
Very impressive that Envy are keeping this one properly close. After losing 2 in a row, they immediately respond back. The positioning, I wasn't a big fan of. They were getting pinched from every single avenue. 2 from spawn, 2 from A main, 1 in connector. It looked like Envy were surrounded, but they brawled their way out. And it's MIBR using their final tack time out here to try to make again another adjustment. This is heating up nicely.
And Envy, it feels like they're barely able to get a stable buy going. But all of them have rifles, but they've been keeping it moving, keeping it going.
Well, it's actually on both sides right now. Neither team has got too much money to be able to work with.
Right.
So Envy, you know, they just won the previous round. They're definitely going to be buying up here. Obviously, MIBR are also at match point, so of course they're going to be buying up. But MIBR themselves can take a half buy and chill for a little bit.
Good morning, Binks. Good morning. Bro, I just opened YT and he's streaming. Damn.
Okay.
Good for reason. Yep. Love you, good day.
Exactly.
Not within the next.
Pulling that one back.
Yeah, not within the
next. अच्छा खेलते ना हाँ सारे एमर थे बे सारे रेडिएंट से वो लोग.
Timeout's going to be ticking down.
उसमें भी सब भी है.
Envy.
Subs के साथ खेल रहे हो लोग.
Finding it hard pressed again, but they are staying alive. Still in this matchup against Juggernauts in the form of MIBR.
Now what is that pick?
I see Rossi as an ult.
Yeah, exactly. Is that for an
Khinjera आना बचा ना Khinjera.
Might be the case.
Are they cooking?
See what play they might cook up here. Critical round. Bit of a crossroads here for the map itself. Aspas with a peek. Damage.
क्या Demon on tweet देखो? Match के बीच में Demon on tweet देखो.
He's going to have to respect that one back once more. Envy are not willing to rush into anything. Prowler, re-clear into mid, see if they can pull some of these players in a different direction.
Match के बीच में सब कैसे कर लेते हो भाई? Hello.
Strong read that the A pressure was fake. He's already rejoining
If
his team.
MIBR blues, I'm going bald.
Yeah, I think MIBR have got a good idea.
नहीं MIBR नहीं आएगा. No way.
Default at the start of the round often ends in a B here.
That's held. As soon as there's signs of life, Util's going to be sent flying forwards. And that reveal, moving forwards. Inspire. He's in the charge forwards. Is the call popping in him and then south. This is over. Potentially in the blink of an eye. Second. Upgrade acquired. It's going to really have to be sharp in a spot like that, but overwhelmed by the Envy players. Up to 11. One more round to drag it to OT.
Screen पे आया था? कहाँ पे? मैं तभी chat पढ़ रहा था भाई. इसका हो गया मैं तभी chat पढ़ रहा था.
Here, when Aspas can afford an operator, and there's full rifles available for everybody else.
लग गए.
So Envy.
बचत मेंबरशिप हार रहा है ना? मैप का नहीं बोला था, मैच का बोला था.
They've done an incredible job
मैप तो कोई भी जीत सकता है भाई.
Come on! This map looked impossible.
Actual में मैप 3 जा रहा है.
So here we stand. One more round. The potential for OT or a series.
भाई बहुत chances था MIBR को.
And here it is. That TP and spawn.
Yeah. Play was called for here, and this is going to be again pulling these MIBR players out and around. But with Rossi cleaned up so early. Envy are going to be trying to rush into this one, but it might be to their own demise. Tex playing around it, adjust the aim, sharp. Locks on to the cranium, and now he's looking for a little bit more with support for the rest of the team. It crumbles at the finish line. Left to do it for them. One man and a 1v3.
He won an enormous round for them earlier on with a Bucky, but this one, even with the better weaponry, I think is looking much tougher. He doesn't have that position on site. He's not going to be overlooked.
निकाल तो सकता है guys nuts.
Rounds like this, when you're on the brink, the precipice of just dragging it to an extension, the most tantalizing, they rush into it and leave Kesnet in this spot, a 1v3. Repositions to main, but there's a smoker alive, that's it. Zekken locks off that lane. Kesnet forced now take a peek through. Verno might have just spotted that one. Unsure of the angles. It's going to be fading. Needs to be sublime, needs to be unreal, near sight in, everything being cut away from him, many senses, but he has to rely onto the aim. Saturate is good, and Aspas a little bit better. MIBR, they take it 13-11, heavily tested, heavily bruised, but they do find it cleanly enough towards the end. 2-0.
हाँ
That
किधर
final
है?
half, I think Envy can be proud that they came back into the game.
पहले एनवी अच्छा खेला,
You've got
सेक्सी
to
खेला.
remember that Abyss and the first half were
एनवी सेक्सी खेला.
complete
मानो या ना
dominance
मानो
from
एनवी
MIBR.
सेक्सी खेला.
I think this was a really interesting first
हाँ
showing
वैसे आ
for
रहा
a super team in
2 मिनट है
Americas.
शेड्यूल
We've got
करने
to
दे.
see some outrageous individual
भाई एनवी अच्छा खेला बे.
We've got to see them generally have
बहुत सारे
good
हीरो
teamwork,
प्लेस
good
थे.
ideas and a lot of depth. But then we also got to see that they can bleed.
MIBR है बे.
Definitely
Excellent
And on
एनवी
Corona,
लेकिन.
it did feel like that could have gone to overtime. It could have
हाँ?
potentially gone the way of the underdog, making an enormous comeback.
फाइनल
There's a lot to be
ओवर
said
में थोड़ा
about
एंजॉय किया
Envy
गेम को
themselves
लेकिन.
as a team that were able to just rally, I think. In a spot like that, you're playing against one
आसपास
of the most
जिम.
anticipated teams in Americas, right? MIBR.
आसपास जिम बेबी.
Fan favorites in their own regard.
Easy peasy.
But they didn't give up hope. They were able to
कौन तेरे
really
सिक्स के
press
पता
them
नहीं.
all the way
मॉड्स
to
क्या
the
था
bitter
उसका
end.
नाम एड्रेस नंबर.
Ultimately, MIBR were able to find a way through.
W बोलते
13-11 being the finish towards on Corrodes. They can take a bow. They can move one step further forwards in this upper bracket.
Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting clash as well in the upper bracket.
यार आसपास को देख के दिल खुश होता है. मानो या ना मानो.
Now we are just straight into the absolute slobber knocker games in the top bracket of Americas.
Yeah.
Because that one, hotly anticipated clash. You got your champs. I mean, two teams that did phenomenally well at the most recent champions. The game that they played at champs went to triple OT in 2 out of 3 of the maps. And NRG ended up taking it away and lifting the trophy later on. But this version of MIBR, very different to the one.
नंबर जो ले रहा हूँ मेरे को मजाक से हटकर थोड़ा बहुत नींद आ रहा है. But क्योंकि it's थोड़ा बहुत. क्योंकि it's थोड़ा बहुत. क्योंकि it's थोड़ा बहुत. It's time for rank push baby. बहुत गाली खाऊंगा मैं. हो सकता है मैं खेल के सो जाऊं. बात करने नहीं हो रहा. लेकिन ये लोग की वजह से मेरे को खेलने का मन हुआ. हाँ ये लोग की वजह से. समझ रहे हो? लेट्स गो. आ रहा हूँ मैं 5 मिनट में. पट से मैं भी स्मर्फ करूंगा अभी. हाँ कम ऑन. गुड नाइट्स.
I find you a star, and we could be in love, lighting up the dark. But there's nothing I can do. I can never get to you. So I'm looking for a miracle. Like if somebody be so beautiful, yeah. It's only a dream. It's how I feel. You deserve better than me. Nothing I can do. I can never get to you. So I'm looking for a miracle. Like if somebody be so beautiful, yeah. It's only a dream. It's how I feel. That you deserve better than me. If I was smart, I'd find you a star, and we could be in love, lighting up the dark. But there's nothing I can do. sure.